employees and a $180 million economic impact. Dobbins Air Reserve Base is an asset for Cobb County, but Georgia Air National Guard Major General Kanata Crumley explains it plays a key role in their strategic readiness as well.
Right now, I have airmen in combat in OEF, in CENTCOM, in the Middle East. So that's how our mission has evolved.
He says Dobbins allows them to access operational ready equipment to be better prepared when they're in combat. In Cobb County, Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
90 degrees in Atlanta. We are watching storms pop up across metro Atlanta in the afternoon heat. A thunderstorm right now moving through Paulding County and West Cobb at this hour. Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta's most accurate and dependable forecast coming up. A metro Atlanta man gives his own life to save a young girl swimming in the ocean.
After spotting the girl struggling against a dangerous rip current at Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, 47-year-old Derek Moore took swift action and helped get her to safety. Tragically, the same rip current then pulled Moore out to sea.
He put his personal safety to the side to save this child. He was able to successfully save her, but unfortunately lost his life in the process.
Myrtle Beach's Meredith Denary says Moore did not know the girl. Moore lived in Loganville and was a teacher with DeKalb County Schools. He leaves behind 4 children. Grim Kill, 95.5 WSB.
An investigation underway after a woman's body is pulled from a lake in DeKalb County. DeKalb police are trying to determine how the woman died. She's identified as 70-year-old Joanne Howell, who was the subject of a Maddie's call last week. She was reported missing on Friday. Fire crews were called to the small private lake and the Misty Lake subdivision in Ellenwood early this morning after reports of a possible drowning. Conyers police say they are investigating a shooting at the AutoZone on the south side of the city. Officers say the injured person is an employee who was accidentally shot by another employee. The victim has been taken to the hospital for medical care. The employee responsible for the shooting is charged with reckless conduct. The death toll now tops 100 and significant damage is reported after a major earthquake in Colombia.
A powerful earthquake measuring 7.4 has hit the western part of Colombia just after 7:30 a.m. local time, about 150 miles west of the capital, where it was also felt in Bogota. The earthquake also causing significant damage.
Reporter Lama Hassan says rescue efforts are underway to find people who may be trapped under the rubble of collapsed buildings. 2 new proposals are meant to protect our nation's food supply.
These 2 actions will change how the federal government oversees what's in our food and how we understand the foods that Americans eat.
Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. says one requires manufacturers to notify the FDA when determining a substance added to a human or animal food is generally recognized as safe. The other is the federal government's first proposed definition of ultra-processed foods. The nation's strategic petroleum reserve drops below 300 million barrels for the first time since the early 1980s. New data from the Energy Department shows the reserve held about 298 million barrels as of Friday. The reserve can hold more than 700 million barrels, but officials say current levels are expected to fall further in the coming weeks before the latest authorized release is complete. It is now 3:03 and the Von Hessler Doctrine begins in less than 2 minutes. Right now, live team coverage of traffic and weather in the 24-hour traffic center. It's Alex Williams.
Hey, Bill, that earlier crash in College Park is gone. 285 northbound, the Interloop Camp Creek Parkway, exit 2. Still waiting for some of those 285 west delays to improve, leaving Riverdale Road. West side I-20 eastbound, that ride's all stacked up from Riverside Parkway over to a crash that's been in the center lanes at 285. You can use Highway 78. And in Norcross, we've had lingering trouble in the right lane, 85 northbound at Indian Trail Road, exit 101. That's got the ride slower than you would expect on 85 north from 285 to start the afternoon. And heading into Midtown downtown, brake lights filling in southbound from the 85-400 merge as you head down to North Avenue. From the TrustDale.com Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
I'm WSB meteorologist Christina Edwards. Partly cloudy, hot and humid today with a high of 94. Few rain showers and thunderstorms through the evening hours, then drying out for tonight, lows in the mid-70s. Tomorrow and Wednesday, partly cloudy with afternoon pop-up storms, highs in the low to mid-90s.
Storms are brewing across metro Atlanta as they do oftentimes this time of the day. Right now, some strong rain right now and a thunderstorm in southern Paulding County moving into Douglas County, and it's also impacting parts of western Cobb County as well. It is 90 in Lawrenceville, 92 in East Point, 74 in Hiram. More news at 3:30, breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Hour 1 of the Von Hessler Doctrine begins right now. I'm your host, Eric Von Hessler. surrounded as always by the doctrinaires. I could say my doctrinaires, but I don't want people to think that I'm big on the patriarchy, so I'll just say the doctrinaires. Tim Andrews is here. Autumn Fisher is here. George Clark is here, barely. And Jared Yamamoto is here. Nice to start another week. It is hot. Can I just say that?
I agree.
It's very,
hot
very.
enough for you?
It's hot enough for me. I don't know about you.
How are you handling the heat? Give us an open mic on the
That's
WSB
right.
radio.
Yeah, 404, whatever, whatever.
Cool with a wet rag.
It's a good way, it's a good way to do it. A wet rag, although they go warm pretty quickly. How about a rag? How about a thing of ice, like in
Ice.
Yeah, just put a bunch of ice and tie it
Well,
together
aren't
in
you
a rag.
hoity-toity,
Yes, I am.
fresh and fruity?
I'm one of those people. I'm one of the beautiful people.
Honestly, though, like if you do take just any water and just put it on your skin,
Yes.
it's like free air conditioning.
Yeah,
It is.
cools
Then
you
gotta-
down quick.
Then you got to flap around.
Yeah, flap.
A lot of
Flap
people
your
like the
Flappy Bird.
hand fans, but my thing about the hand fan is, don't you create as much heat in your body by constantly, moving your wrist around with the fan
Yeah.
as you do? So you're just kind of creating more heat. It does feel good in the moment, but it's kind of like a forever drug or a forever war. It's a forever
I think
fan.
that's
You got to
a,
keep on going.
I think that's a.
You think it's a myth? You think it's an urban myth?
wives. Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Because,
you got to take energy to flick your wrist like this.
Yeah, but how much
does.
energy is this?
A
Like,
lot.
nothing.
Well, it's more than
lot?
what it's
Yeah.
a lot. Are you kidding me? You ever hear that
I'm not-
stuff about all those calories you burn while you're sleeping? Your body can create a lot of heat. So
Yeah.
it's well, let's find out. George Clark, who just rushed in off the streets.
Had a rough morning.
I have an
A
answer.
rough
Did you have a rough
time
morning? Really?
Getting here.
Oh, was it about traffic or was it
No,
social or was it your fault? Were you an idiot? Did
My
you?
neighbor's out of town, and I told him I'd take care of the cats. I went over to feed the cats, and
Yeah.
there's giant line of ants from the cat bowl to the corner of the house.
And so you felt that was your responsibility to take care of
well,
that.
you can't leave it because
Yeah.
then what are the cats going to eat? Because the ants
The
are in
ants.
the food.
Let them eat ants. No,
Free
you're right.
ants.
You did the right thing.
Yeah, so
You do a lot of house sitting and
gotta make a little extra
Pet sitting.
cash
Side
when you
hustle,
can.
boy.
it's nice. Is this something that you advertise or is just friends know when they go out of town, George Clark's the guy?
Yes.
It's very nice. It's nice to have a secondary skill. Radio isn't what it used to be. You never know when you're going to need these side hustles.
Cat sitting is a good skill.
Cat sitting
It's the
is
easiest job on earth.
well, if you don't mind cleaning up,
Ants.
ants.
who would've thought?
Litter boxes.
The litter box is worse than the ants.
The occasional vomiting. No,
Oh,
the
that's
problem.
true.
The problem with the litter box thing, to be honest, is and having cats for the longest time. What I would like to get across to people, and I don't know how you do it, Jared, but really, when it comes down to the litter box, there's only one good way to do it, and that's once a day. Because if you do it once a day,
agree.
it's never an awful, terrible. I mean, unless the cat has a bad day, it's not a terrible, awful thing. The cat's always happy. They're not going to go crapping somewhere else because it's plenty there. So it's really the only, and I know people, well, I don't want to do it every day. No, but you wait 2 days or 3 days, and then when you go in there, it's like, you got to muck out a horse stall or something, and it's much bigger. You're making a bigger job.
True.
And
it
then,
gets stuck to the sides.
yeah, exactly.
gotta
It's
scrape it.
disgusting. And then what happens?
You're
you get,
breathing it in, and you're like, is this hurting me in some way? This feels fuming.
Yeah.
God, I'm not pregnant.
Once you get to that
how I say
third
not
day, there's a likelihood that you'll go to a fourth or a fifth because you just don't want to face it. You go in
Yes.
every day. It's a couple of little hums. You get them out of there, and that's it. Don't get a cat unless you want to do it the right way, and there's
Hey,
only one right way,
That
which
felt
is
aggressive.
well,
It did feel a little
It was
aggressive.
aggressive.
You're like, hey!
I don't know if you've noticed, but
Tough love.
cats can't speak. I got to speak for them, so I'm being aggressive in speaking for the
You're a
cats.
cat advocate? You're
I'm
a cat advocate?
I'm a cat advocate. That's exactly what I am. Now, how do you do it in your home? You wait once a week, every
I
7
have
days?
a self-cleaning litter
Yeah,
box,
those things
which
can
is
get gunked up.
fantastic.
Those things can
Here's
get
the
gunked
newer
up.
one.
My cat does not get it gunked up. We only have one cat, and he cares.
You still have
about
to
us.
empty it.
Yeah. You change. It's a little tray that you change
How often do you empty it?
once a month. Yeah, because what it does
You
is
get
it
a
takes
month's worth of cat stuff in there.
The key is you don't feed or water the cat.
There you
exactly.
go.
Once you do that,
They produce less.
Then it's less to fill up
How
the
does it
actual
not
tray.
smell or get moldy?
So what it does is the litter box has a little opening in the front where it stores all of the all of the stuff.
Okay.
And it keeps it air sealed in there, and then you just take the tray out at the end of the month, and it's all sealed in there. You
One
actually don't
full
smell it at all.
month. My
Yeah,
goodness,
it's great.
Thomas,
I bought one for Travis just because I saw it at Jared's house.
No, I have one. We've used them before, but I've just found them to be maybe because the cat's kind of old and more likely to produce gunkifiable stuff.
Gunkifiable.
Yeah, you gunk up the gears there every once in a while. Then you got to get in there.
Let's
And
see.
next thing you know, you're in the backyard with a hose, and you might as well be, I don't know, like building a new chopper for somebody.
For the first 7 years of my cat's life, it's been great, but I don't know how the latter half of his life is
Well,
going
the
to be.
latter half of the cat's life is always a nightmare for the owners.
Long and sufferable.
Yes.
Hey, renal failure
Yes,
time.
yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Puking.
So there you go. If you've learned something already just by having tuned into this show, how to be a happy person. I'm telling you, you'll be a happy cat owner once you just give in and say, you know what? It takes 3 minutes. I'm going to do it once a day. When you do it
that's
once a
true.
day, it takes 3 minutes. It's gone.
It's the first thing you've said in a long time that I 100% agree with.
Well, I sensed that we were coming back together. I felt it
this
on
was it.
Friday. I felt on Friday that we were getting closer together in our. Remember like 20 years ago when we agreed on everything? Oh, that was great.
When I was an idiot.
Yeah. When you would just believe anything that I said. No, I don't know about you, but I think of those as the good old days.
This
I
is
don't
the
know.
start.
You might be right.
This is the start of a good week, guys.
You think so?
I think so.
Start of a hot week. Let's get back to that. Hey, if I
Hey.
mentioned that, it's hot outside.
I saw a guy out on the lake on Saturday that had this visor, by the way. Speaking of fans that we brought up earlier.
Yes.
It was a-
Fans, not like fans of the show, but fans like the hand
Yeah,
fan
like-
that, as Autumn agrees, creates more energy and heat than
They do. I just
Versus.
proved that by going to AI. So.
Oh, it
Eric
is.
was
She's-
correct.
am I right and she's
Oh, yeah,
wrong?
you were correct.
Oh, no,
wonder.
guys, we had
hold
a
on.
good
Let's-
start going
let's
here.
back off. It's been a tough 20 years for Autumn. Okay. Yes.
No, this guy had this visor that had 3 little mini fans attached to it. One kind of in the front, but just out of your eyesight.
It's
and
a
then,
TikTok thing.
And then 2 on the sides, and it was great. I mean,
Yeah.
literally, he looked
Can you
like he
imagine
was
some
having a great
kid
time.
in one of those countries where a kid's like barefoot trying to get the stuff for our
Looking for a
iPhones,
dump
looking
for
at-
food.
And they see in America, a guy go, oh my goodness, I was born in the wrong place.
I paid $100 for this on TikTok.
Although I think comfort is not a bad thing.
They would want that.
They would want it, and probably there's some of the technology that the barefoot kid is pulling out of that dump is probably actually in the hat fan somewhere,
Yeah, he would
making
take
it
the hat
possible.
fan and take like the lithium battery out of it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, they're never
right.
depressed because they're just always touching lithium.
Yeah, exactly. They're always in a good mood about it.
Yeah.
Strangely enough.
Yeah, they love touching
Cycle
lithium.
things that works together. These kids don't stop because they're getting the lithium that makes them feel like, oh my, it's the best day of my life.
Makes so much sense now, guys.
It may be hot, but I'm glad to say, and we got a big round of applause for Mother Nature in the state of Georgia. It was a public-private setup that the drought in Georgia is over. One of the longest droughts. One of the longest droughts in whatever.
Thank you, El Nino.
Georgia.
Began in September of 2025, guys.
And just ended Wednesday.
Yep. We're out of it officially.
So no more. Hey,
Almost a year.
if that is the it is, now that I think of it, it is almost a year.
Almost a year, guys.
11 months. Holy cow.
That's really close to 12.
Yeah, you just you have to love it, and hopefully, when was the last drought? I remember one time in like the 2000s, the story being that in X number of days, Atlanta was going to run out of water.
Yeah, they were threatening
completely. This was like 2000, I don't know, 8 or something
Yeah,
like that. Seven, maybe 7.
When I was in high school, in my senior year, I remember my social studies teacher, my government teacher rather, telling me there's a possibility that you guys won't be able to graduate because there's not enough water to supply the schools.
Yes.
And you're going to have to do everything
I
at home.
remember
And she
this.
was freaking out. And I'm like, I had no idea that any of this stuff was
I
going on.
remember this going on, and I also remember thinking, boy, we should probably, when we get out of this, we should build more reservoirs but they never did.
No.
So
we did
I
not.
just thought, it was kind of silly to come that close to actually the entire city being out of water, which is, I remember that being the
2007 when then Sonny Perdue did the prayer
and you did
it
the rain
rained.
dance.
And it rained.
Okay, well, so we can,
Thank you, Sonny.
He did a rain dance.
did?
Yes, he did. He did. I don't know.
Multi-denominational.
Look it up. Yes, he had a rain dance. Part of what he did, part of it was a rain dance went on. Back when,
I think he was like casting a wide net
Yes.
of spiritualism.
yeah, he just brought everybody in.
Yeah.
And anybody with a funny hat. Come on,
prayed
come
to,
on.
like,
Let's get over here. Let's get John Travolta in here. Let's get the spaceship people.
Come out in rain, man.
Whatever we need to do.
Well, it worked.
Sacrifice a goat.
Drank the blood.
Let everybody drink blood from this goat.
Covered in blood.
And I thought once we got through that, surely we would think about the idea of maybe building a few more. I mean, a reservoir it's a big deal, but in a simple, the simple way to think about it is you're just building a huge hole in the ground to collect all the water.
If Tennessee would give us our land back, we wouldn't have this issue
and the
anymore.
whole
Because
Tennessee
they stole
thing.
our land up there
You
in
know
North
what?
Georgia, and they won't give us access to the Tennessee River, which will give us plenty of water.
We have to give
here
our
in the
water
Atlanta
to
area.
Florida.
Well, that's a whole other story. It's ridiculous that we have to give as much water to
Well,
Florida as we
listen,
do.
what do you want? All the mussels to die? Is that what you want? What are you? Are you some sort of mussels Holocaust guy? You just want to get rid of all the mussels? You don't care about things that aren't human? What?
Well, maybe they could go
Going
out
on
and
with
hang out
you?
in that bacterial water in the Gulf.
Oh, yeah.
Is the Gulf full of bacteria? Well, it happens when it's
Flesh
really
eating,
hot.
the
When it's
flesh-
hot. Yeah,
yeah.
well, that's the thing is they start eating your flesh. That's why I stay out of the water.
No point in it.
I don't want to go anywhere where flesh eating even has like a 0.01% chance.
Stay out of the brackish water. That's where it's teeming.
I stay out of water that isn't in my own pool. And I, I don't know that I don't. What's that? Excuse me.
What?
I'm sorry. Did you have something to add? I didn't.
I said,
I'm
hell yeah, bitch.
I'm suspicious of the water in my own pool.
Those frogs are swimming in it. You
Well,
don't know what
no.
they're
We,
doing.
Yeah,
we
frogs
switched over
peeing
to
in
salt.
there.
We
Has there
switched
been a-
over to salt. We lost the frogs.
There's no
Isn't it
cyber
great?
attacks.
Yes, it is great.
Yeah, you can like swim with your eyes open. Doesn't hurt.
Yeah. I got to get in there and swim more often.
In
I
salt
can
water, it
notice
doesn't
things like
sting?
that.
It doesn't.
It
'cause
doesn't
it's
really. No.
saline.
There's not that much in there. It doesn't. It's as far as parts per whatever. In chlorine, when you're swimming, the salt parts per whatever are much lower. Because sure, it would sting your eyes if there was too much of it. The salt. Hey, did you hear they're coming up with new batteries? This is supposed to help us in our economic fight against China. That we're inventing new batteries that are not lithium based because China's got all that mineral stuff locked down. But this is salt based, where you
did
use
see a
the
little bit of
energy
this.
in
Yes.
salt, which makes a lot of sense to me.
Energy and salt.
Well, salt, when it breaks down, it releases energy. And if you can harness that, then, I guess everything that breaks down releases energy, but salt has enough in it to be harnessed. I'm talking like I know what I'm talking about. I
Yeah, I've
don't,
never
but
heard of
I have.
Isn't lithium a salt, a type of salt?
As you look at it, why are you asking questions?
You know what? It could
I got to
be.
take wait, hold on. I'm thirsty. I need some coffee. You go ahead and talk on them.
Yeah, I think it's a great question. I think it's something that needs to be explored a little bit more.
No bad
Maybe-
questions. Am I right? There's
No.
no bad questions. We
Could be
like
a
all the
definite kind of
questions.
salt, unless it's not.
Yeah. What is lithium? It's
Salt.
is it? Well, then what the hell is this thing I'm hearing about? Some big story about how we're gonna break China's mineral domination with our salt batteries. This is what I just read about.
It does say here that it's always found in nature as a salt or a mineral.
I think the minerals what they use.
rather
But
than
that's
a-
just a thought, people. I'm not telling you what to think.
So in the example you're
Not one of those radio people.
In the example you're bringing up here, Eric, it says that in Nevada we have a lot of this kind of salt that you're talking about that can be converted into
Salt
energy.
flats.
Yeah, because we got those salt flats and the salt mines where we put all the records down. Don't we put all
that's
the
right.
old New York
If you want to
Times down
retire
there?
from like
Yeah.
the government or something,
Yeah, you
have
go
to,
down
like,
the salt
spelunk
mines.
down into something.
Yeah, you
Get
go
your
down there.
file.
Can't do that anywhere.
Don't we keep all the files from the Cold War down there in the salt
Something.
mines or something like that?
They said that
Look, we got to use salt. So we got a lot of salt. Listen, we can use it. Let's use it.
Yeah.
It's going to be a long time before we go out like, hey, we're getting low on salt.
exactly.
People are the salt of the earth.
Oh.
That's a Soylent Green kind of thing there. We could end up where, we're actually getting rid of the people and just using their salt for batteries. Is that what you want in the
Well,
future? Is that what you're
If they
looking
want to
for?
donate,
No, they're not going to donate. You're just anti-human.
take the organs,
Yeah.
break them down into salt,
Mm-hmm.
run my fan hat.
There you go. There you go.
Wow.
How it's only a few.
Problem solved.
It's only 2 or 3 lives, right? You get rid of these people, and then you run the fan hat for life.
I'm not saying
Perfect.
kill people for my fan hat.
Well, how
But
are you
I
going
am
to do it? You're going to
saying-
convince them to off themselves? What are you going to do? How are you going to get their salt?
I mean, if first I'll ask because there's no point. I mean, you got to.
You got to ask.
It's okay.
All they
can
can say is no, right?
That's right.
That's right.
And then if I could maybe get them to sign a contract to like
Mm-hmm.
give up the organs for someone
Yeah.
who needs it, and then give me the salt.
Seems like a little addendum.
Give me the salt.
Give me the
Give
salt.
me the salt. I'll you know what? I'll put it in between.
Yeah.
Right. So give me your organs.
I'll make it a
give me the
choice.
Salt, and then we put you in. Do what you got.
I think you do it a choice.
Yeah.
Make it in the middle. People always choose the middle choice. That's the big scam that goes on in society. That's like 87, 89, and is it 92 or 93?
What?
The highest
prices?
level.
Oh, it's about for the
gas.
Yeah,
Yeah.
87, 89, and I think it is
92, right?
90. Yeah, I think
Is it
92.
92 or 93?
I gotta look.
That's strange. We look at it every day.
Take another sip of coffee.
So,
That'll help.
the reason they do that is because it's a fake out. Because people just go, well, it's probably good for my car to do 89.
That's not true. You don't have to use
No.
specific gas.
No, there are
Unless the
certain
car brand, yeah.
There are some vehicles, and back when more were manual, I think it had a little more to do with it. But there are some high-end vehicles that you need to put the best gas in. But basically, between 87 and 89, you're just saving money. But in people's minds, they're like, well, I won't go for the most, but I won't go for the least. So at least, and then they make all the money. You're fine with 87 in most vehicles that have been built since the year 2010.
Mid grade could be 89 to 90, and then premium could be 91 to 94.
Oh, well, I don't usually see that. What, 94? What kind of state are you in? Well, it must be a highfalutin state.
Pinky's
back
out.
94.
Bring back the lead.
Yeah, that
was
stuff
cheaper.
started to go when I was a kid.
Yeah.
There was still lead gas.
Leaded, unleaded.
I remember seeing leaded and unleaded, but that stopped by the time I was like 7,
What? I thought they
8
still
years
say
old.
that
No, this
on the
is
sign.
no, there's no leaded left anymore. It says unleaded, but
Oh, it all just says unleaded.
It just says unleaded, but there used to be leaded
okay.
gas and unleaded gas.
Leaded.
Yeah, it was leaded.
Could I have some leaded?
So I guess it was making people dumb. Did it make a generation of people dumb?
I was listening to a podcast and the guy that was alleging that that's like the problem. Everything stems from lead and kids getting lead infected by paint
Well,
and
you know,
such.
They say like that's why the
possibility.
boomers are so crazy is because they had
all that lead?
exposure, like long-term lead exposure. If you look at like some of the symptoms or stuff that boomers do, like cranky,
Well, but isn't that also just getting older?
buying
The
a house
boomers-
for $100.
I knew it was the lead.
I thought crankiness
The lead
just came
is
of
the
getting
lead.
older. Well, the boomers are the richest generation in the history of the world. So, I mean, bring back the lead. Something got them going. So, I mean, they started rock and roll. They did a whole bunch of stuff, the boomers. So,
guys are
Gave
gob-
him the lead.
I mean, yeah, they've gotten annoying now toward the end. But who doesn't?
Yeah, you guys are goblins with your wealth,
Who doesn't?
holding on to it, hoarding
What are
on
we
to your
supposed
wealth.
to do?
That's right.
What are we supposed to do?
Cross
You know-
over my bridge.
You know, people say
answer 3 riddles.
people are always saying that like we should downsize because we're in our 60s.
You
and
should.
We only have 2 people, but there's also another part of it. That's the only home I've ever bought. These are my neighbors. You know, nobody thinks about the other side of it. But my wife told me that our taxes are tied to what we paid for the house, not the value of the house. So if we were to sell the house, then we would get that. We'd have to pay taxes on that, and then when we bought a new place, which would probably cost more than what this place cost in the beginning, we would actually up our tax bill by downsizing.
Yeah, but you would be probably profiting more than even if you had to pay a higher tax bill, you still would profit from the sale of the house.
Yeah, I mean, I would do all right, but I kind of like the idea of sitting on equity. You know,
Well, the thing is, you don't.
my
have
kids
to, I
can
mean,
have it.
Yeah.
Being a certain age and saying, "Well, you should downsize," is silly. If you should downsize if the maintenance of the house is getting to be too much, or you
Or
want
I can't
to,
walk up and down the stairs anymore. Something
exactly
like that.
like
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
makes sense. Don't just do it like, well, Old man now, time to downsize.
Well, there's this pressure that comes from people like, no, you should do it for society. There aren't enough homes for people, and you old people are staying in your homes. It's like the idea of a home is more than just, I've only ever bought one. This is the only neighborhood I've ever owned a home. There's more to it than just the assets. There's your life and the people you know. And I get a little bit annoyed. I think it's a discussion worth having. But this idea from people in their 30s and 40s that people who are in their 60s and 70s shouldn't be attached to anything in their lives that they've had for a number of years, it's kind of ageism, And it doesn't offend me because they're young and stupid and I'm older and wiser. I understand that. It doesn't offend me. But I do find it from the generations of people who care more than any other generations before them and blah, blah, blah. It's like, you old people, you should just sell your homes. Go live in some hovel somewhere.
Live in a tent.
Live in a tent.
Your time is over.
It's not my fault that homes aren't available. I stopped voting because I thought I was doing harm.
They have golden care for you guys. It's good.
Oh, yeah,
you
that's
guys
what I
all
want.
take care
There's
of.
houses and condos everywhere. How is there not enough places to
Well,
live?
no, there's
It's
not
not
enough.
about
It's about being at the entry level.
Oh.
The starter home is not within reach, which is a real problem. It's a real problem, but there are fundamental reasons for it, and you have to address those and start building these homes.
How about a little home?
Even
Oh,
the
a
little
tiny
ones.
home?
Even a little.
The little homes are like $300,000
They're
now.
not cheap.
I mean, there's just nothing cheap. I mean, if you look, when Doritos cost $10 a bag, just extrapolate that out to what a first-time home is going to be, and everything has gone up. Although, actually, I've got good news. I don't know if you guys heard. I was listening to the president the other day, and he actually said this is the best economy we've ever had in the history of the
it's
world.
on
So,
fire.
if that helps you,
Well, then,
if
that's
that
a
good
horse of a
news,
different color.
Yeah, exactly. I got that.
Right? Get a house. I saw polls today on television and say, Donald Trump polls on the economy aren't good. The economy is the greatest economy we've ever had by far.
Told you.
Get any size air conditioner for $69.99 a month, 0 down, an unbeatable lifetime warranty, and ask about clean air upgrades. Visit reliableair.com to book your free estimate today.
Belinda here for Virtual Imaging, and I get great satisfaction when I hear about the success stories from our listeners about their lives being saved. Virtual Imaging has been giving free heart scans for years, and many elect to also get the full body scan to detect cancer. I'm here with Joe Mendelson, who did just that, and boy, does he have a story to tell.
Yes, I do have a story to tell, and I went and had it done, mainly for the heart scan with this company, Virtual Imaging, and lo and behold, they found a suspicious nodule on my lower left lung, stage 1 lung cancer at its early stages. I finished my final radiation treatments for the lung cancer, and a follow-up scan showed that they got the cancer. It was zapped, it was gone. Make it easy on yourself and go have the heart and lung scan done.
Thanks to Virtual Imaging, you're cancer-free.
That's exactly right.
Virtual Imaging is now offering a free heart scan for the first time with few minimum requirements. $1,000 value. Call 770-730-0119 or visit virtualimagingatl.com.
Relax and let Kroger Delivery handle your grocery shopping this week. We start with only the freshest items, then carefully pack your order in our refrigerated trucks. And our cool trucks keep your food fresh right to your door. Fresh groceries your way with Kroger Delivery. And right now, you can save $20 on your first delivery order. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
If you had an encounter with the police and feel like you've been treated unfairly, George Stein, the DUI lawyer, can help. George will guide you through the legal system and work to get your charges dismissed. DUI? Hire the attorney that other attorneys hire. GeorgeStein.com.
Most families get their financial advice in pieces. A financial advisor here, a CPA there, an estate attorney somewhere else. Everyone means well, but nobody's talking to each other, and those gaps can work against you. Trajan Wealth's family office brings wealth management, tax strategy, and estate planning together, not as separate conversations, but as one coordinated system built around your life, your goals, and the people who matter most. Ours is a true family office, not one that refers you out because it's convenient. This kind of dedicated collaboration used to require a 7-figure net worth, but here's the game changer. Trajan kicked that door open. Trajan advisors are fiduciaries, always obligated, always honored to act in your best interest. Unlock your Trajan family office at TrajanWealth.com or call 1-855-TRAJAN-1. That's 1-855-TRAJAN-1.
Advisory services through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor. Other services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax.
WSB Atlanta, WSB FM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic. 95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 3:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News sponsored by Vincent Financial. Our top story, the death toll now over 100 in Colombia after a 7.4 magnitude earthquake rocks the South American country. The U.S. Geological Survey warns there could be significant casualties. Rescue efforts are underway to find people who may be trapped under the rubble of collapsed buildings. The quake is the most powerful in Colombia in the last decade. As the conflict in the Middle East continues, military leaders tout the strategic value of Dobbins Air Reserve Base in Cobb County.
Because if you watch the news in the last year or so, you see that the wars haven't stopped, and we're stamping out evil wherever we can find it, and you all are making that possible.
Georgia Air National Guard Major General Konata Crumley says Dobbins allows them to access operational-ready equipment to be better prepared when they are in combat. A Loganville man is remembered as a hero after sacrificing his own life to save a young girl in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina.
A young girl was unfortunately pulled out to the ocean by a rip current, and a very brave man, who we now know was Derek Moore, rushed to save her. It's my understanding he was also in the water at the time.
Myrtle Beach's Meredith Denari says the 47-year-old did not know the girl he saved. The father of 4 was pulled out by the rip current, and his body was found the next day. Moore taught at Rockbridge Elementary School in DeKalb County. At a ceremony today, Joint Base Charleston is officially renamed.
So my fellow Americans, it is my honor to say welcome to Joint Base Lindsey Graham. May God bless the United States of America.
Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth is part of the ceremony renaming the base after South Carolina's late senator who passed away last month at the age of 71. New flying vehicles are coming to the Sunshine State.
By the end of the year, Florida will be actively testing eVTOL aircraft throughout Central Florida aerospace region.
Governor Ron DeSantis says the vehicles will take off vertically, fly people or goods to a destination, and then land with no runway necessary. It is now 3:32, and it's time for live team coverage of traffic and weather. In the 24-hour traffic center, it's Alex Williams.
Watching a couple of travel advisories right now, Bill. Got one that's ongoing on the West Freeway, 20 eastbound at 285, exit 51. That crash is blocking multiple center lanes. You're slow back before Riverside Parkway. Use Highway 78 as an alternate. Now a crash wasn't just a left lane. Fire department's with it in DeKalb. 2 left lanes knocked out. 285 northbound, the outer loop at I-20. Exit 46, you're slow before Flat Shoals Parkway. Head north of there, you can use 20 eastbound as an alternate. And trouble's still been hanging out in the right lane in Gwinnett County, 85 northbound at Indian Trail Road. From the TrustDale.com Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
This is WSB meteorologist Christina Upwards. A mix of sun and clouds through this afternoon, monitoring for a few pop-up showers and thunderstorms. It'll be hot with a high of 94, lows tonight in the mid-70s. Tomorrow and Wednesday, partly cloudy with highs in the low to mid-90s, and afternoon pop-up showers and thunderstorms.
And we are seeing scattered showers and storms right now on Storm Tracker radar. At this hour, 90 in Norcross, 83 in Mableton, 91 in College Park. More news at 4 o'clock, breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
If you're looking for an exceptional Swiss timepiece, visit Terra Fine Jewelry today. They have exceptional Swiss watches from Tag Heuer and the finest selection in Atlanta of pre-owned Rolex. It's where I've been shopping for over 25 years. Terra Fine Jewelry in Beaufort.
With good health comes a happy life, but finding free, trustworthy medical advice can be challenging. Good news for you, WSB and the medical professionals at Northside Hospital are here to help. Tune in this Sunday at 8 a.m. for Doctors on Call, presented by Northside Hospital, a weekly show dedicated to helping you live a healthier and happier life. This week, we'll be joined by Dr. Sujata Gill from Bariatric Innovations of Atlanta and General Surgery to discuss acid reflux and heartburn. Sunday at 8 a.m. on 95.5 WSB.
If you've been thinking about selling your home this year, now is the time. Hi, this is Mark Spain, and our offers are the strongest in the industry. When you receive a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate, there's no showings, no open houses, and no stress. Our guaranteed offer keeps you in control. One of our clients, BR, said, Mark Spain Real Estate sold my home within 30 days. I definitely recommend them to my friends and family. Trust the top real estate team in the U.S. and find out what your guaranteed offer would be. There's no obligation. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com. and start packing.
It's Eric. I had a house that was built in the 40s, and all the settling over time, the foundation, it started cracking. We could see the cracks of the walls. The doors started sticking. We knew there was a problem. Took us a long time to find someone to help us. Well, you don't need to take a long time. Go to Engineered Solutions of Georgia. They're the only foundation repair company in the entire state of Georgia with a team of licensed engineers on staff giving you the highest quality work for your home from the start.
Dial 678 ESOG now.
That's the way it goes, Jared. Sometimes
I just can't believe you let the fans down like
we
that.
get double booked. Sometimes.
I know it's a tough day for you. I know.
I don't know. I usually don't believe, really anything that I read or see or hear or anything.
Rough life.
I just assume everybody's up to something. It's kind of the way I kind of deal with it. But supposedly there's if you believe the Washington Post, or as the insiders say, WAPO. If you believe WAPO, the Washington Post, this is the summer of the male purse. This is the summer that I bring this up just because I knew it would annoy Tim Andrews because he's the most trad. Well, August is used to be, back in the old days, August was considered the summertime. Now it's like we're wrapping up, going back to school. But
I guess I think
August is
July is more like dead of summer.
I know it's moved, but actually, in reality, when does summer officially start?
No one knows.
George Clark could certainly find out for us. The summer officially begins. I don't want to say what I think, because in case I'm wrong, I'll sound
starts
like an
in
idiot.
June and ends in September.
So is it June 21st?
There's two different.
All right,
There's
there's
a
the
meteorologist.
The vernal equinox is in June, or the summer solstice is in June 21st.
Yes, is that right?
Meteorologically, June 1st is the start of summer.
Yeah, that's their own little club.
The
That's
summer
their thing.
solstice, June 21st.
Right. Okay. So you got 30 days, right? And so August is right there, right, kind of like in the dead of the summer.
Yeah.
And that's how it used to be seen. Okay.
In September.
But now everybody goes. We used to stay in school longer, and then we would go back later. Now August, people, I don't even understand it. I thought the reason we had a summer back in the old days, the reason we actually got the summer off, is I thought it was just too damn hot in most places.
Well, they
and
do
would rather,
up north.
But,
It's still like when we were growing up.
yeah. Okay. So they didn't change it.
School hasn't started for my kids. They don't start until like the 24th or the 25th.
Yeah, we used to go back the Wednesday after Labor Day.
Yes.
There you go.
So August is now we can call it the dead of the summer, even though it's moved on. So and maybe the WAPO just aren't as on the ball as they once were. Maybe they're a month late with the story. I don't know.
They lost it in their purse.
It's their male purse.
Their man purse.
I don't know that I believe that this is the summer of the male purse.
I heard it also last
the
week.
trend. I don't have one, but then again, what do I stand for? I think that it's just when you see these things that are trending, I think it's really just what are the performative people doing? I think that's what it comes down to. But
have you ever seen anyone with a male purse? That's
not
super
very
fabulous?
often in
It's
the
a
wild.
bag.
I see celebrities and stuff more so, like in pictures, but in the wild, just around. No, I don't see it very often. I'm sure that I have.
Well, the dumb thing is that this started in the late 90s. There was an episode of Seinfeld where he was calling it, it's a European bag, or something like that. And then in the early 2000s, the term merce was around a lot.
Yeah.
So the headline annoys me more than people having a
Well,
a purse.
as I read about this, I think I found some history here. And I think that it's possible that if you go back before pants, as we know them with pockets, men did carry purses.
Yeah.
Because a place
that's
to
true. Little satchels.
Yeah, a place
my
to put your
billfold.
stuff, And but then when the modern pants came along, and I don't know when that would be. I don't know if that was in the 15th, 16th, 17th. I have no idea what century the modern pants as we know it with pockets came along. And then once the men got the pockets, the ladies were still in the dresses back then. And so they still needed purses. And so at some point, men just didn't need purses anymore because they had pockets. So it's not the reason I wanted to bring it up because Tim is he's the trad. He's the trad husband here. He's really interdicted. He gets mad when
Get a
traditions
wallet, loser.
But I thought was interesting is I think I think men all used to have handbags until we got the pockets. Now we still have the pockets, and now women have pockets. So
I don't like that.
Well, you know, you got
that's a step too far.
Katharine Hepburn, go to. Oh.
You gotta.
All right, Mary Tyler Moore.
I wear pants.
I know, Tim. You can't handle the fact that women actually wear pants now, but so maybe there's less pursage all the way around. Who knows? Anyway, it's a fashion statement at this point, and it's. One of the
not real,
and
so-
celebrities are right, exactly. Celebrities are doing it because the big time fashion houses that sponsor them want to. There's some. Hey, if we can get rich men to start spending the kind of money on handbags that rich women do. It's just you just open up this other ridiculous. I mean, the fact that Hermes makes a penny a year is absurd.
Hermes.
And whatever.
Don't say Hermes.
Hermes. The fact that the herpes bag is, I mean, you look at how you say it, Hermes.
Hermes.
Yeah, the fact that they make 1 cent a year is ridiculous, but they make a gazillion a year because you can get in consumerism, you can get people in this kind of like. War with each other of, oh, you've got that bag, oh, I've got this bag. Nobody needs the bag. The bag doesn't do anything. It doesn't. It's probably less things you can put in there than most bags. It has no utilitarian gain by paying more money for the bag. You want a bag that doesn't fall apart. Once you reach that standard,
You're coming from to the utilitarian point of view, like
Yes.
you said. It's not about that.
It's not about that. It's about letting the rest of the people know what kind of person you are because you have that bag.
There's
and then,
that, yeah.
and then women like to get in competition with each other about their Stanley Cups and their bags and their whatever. Once you have a cup that does what a Stanley Cup does, and many of lower price do, you're fine. But it's a matter of, oh, they've got a new gray one. Oh, Cindy's got the gray one. I got to get the gray one. And it's a ridiculous kind of thing that goes on in consumerism. So the Stanley Cup people shouldn't be making a penny a year. The Hermes bag people shouldn't make a penny a year. But they know how dumb rich people are. This is the thing. This is why you can keep the economy going. Because rich people are actually dumber than poor people. You can convince them to spend money that poor people would never in a million years spend if you tried to convince them to do it.
I mean, you guys can't touch me with my Ziploc.
Yeah, you got your
that I have here.
Ziplocs.
This is amazing.
Those are bad for the environment.
Bad for the environment.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
but
one bunch of carrots and then you're going to toss it in the
Go
ground
to
forever.
Target, get yourself some reusable like silicone bags you can throw in the dishwasher, and then they get weird inside.
Oh yeah, they get weird and
You
probably
gotta, you have to turn them inside out. To
yeah.
dry.
wash them by
And
hand.
they
and turn them
probably
inside out.
leach something into your blood system. I'm
Silicone.
sure.
Yeah, they last for like 6 months, and then after that,
Get the
I feel
poly,
bad,
the,
but-
the poly, the hard thing.
Yeah, there's something in there trying to kill
Yeah.
you. You know, the whole.
Get glass.
Yeah, I realized this the other day. It's your whole life is just a fight against nature that's trying to kill you. That's your whole life.
Yeah, it is.
From bacteria.
That's why all those books are man versus nature.
That's right. Yeah, and that's why you got to understand it's a big fight, people, and you got to be willing to. You got to be willing to go to war, and if you have to use those Ziploc bags, kill the planet along the way, why not?
yeah, why not?
Why not?
Just a couple of
What's
them.
the planet
It's okay.
doing for me?
It's okay.
What have
Not
you
that
done
bad.
for
Yeah,
me
that's
lately?
what I say.
But
Are you going to eat all those carrots in one afternoon? That's a lot of carrots.
Absolutely.
That's got to do something to your waste product.
Well, listen, I'm trying to remain healthy.
Okay.
I'm
Good
having-
for his eyes.
It is good for his eyes, especially with all the, you know what else
I
going
know.
on.
Yeah, it's been a lot.
Couple extra carrots.
Yeah, here and there.
I think there's a conflicting trend that's going on this summer, though, because you obviously you bring up the summer of purse guys, right?
Yeah.
Eric? But I'm also
And why
seeing,
aren't we calling it a MRSA anymore? You just reminded me
Good
that we used to
question.
call it a MRSA. I think people forgot.
Some shame in there.
Yeah, I guess. You're not acting like a man.
Sounds a lot like MRSA.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably why.
That's bad.
What's that?
Some flesh-eating thing.
Oh, that's not
Yeah,
good.
that you get when you're in the hospital.
Oh, that's
a
not
lot of people
good.
get.
That's why I don't
what
want to
can
go to
get
the
in
hospital if I get sick.
Or the
I don't-
beach.
I don't want to die.
You can get it from the beach.
Well, that one at the Gulf Coast they're scaring everybody
Does
with.
that go up your?
No.
Probably.
Just
If you have a cut, it
Yeah.
goes specifically for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we don't want the MRSA. Hey, the Von Hessler doctrines, when it comes to MRSA, we're against it.
I am.
I'm maybe
Brave
going
position.
I may be going out on a limb there, but I'm not
My
afraid.
MRSA MRS.
I'm
I'm immersed in MRSA with my MRS.
Yeah. If you're immersed in MRSA, that means you probably have no skin left.
It's eaten out. It's like rotted.
It's like that Tom Waits line, quadruple X, no skin. That's where it's got to go, right? And this flesh-eating thing can help us along the way.
They are
Don't get in the water. Look, when it's hot and bacteria's everywhere, just go to Target, get a backyard little pool.
You got a hose at home. Spray yourself off.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. No fun.
Hey, by the way, it is fun. All this stuff that people do, like with our grandkids, when my wife just sets up a hose and just lets them run through it, they're happier than
love it.
The gazillion things that all the sociologists tell you to do. They're just happy as hell running through the damn. It doesn't have to be complicated.
Did you break it down with all of your grandkids? Did you talk to them individually and ask them that question?
What do you think? I have 17 grandkids. I only have 2. It's not like I have to
have an in-depth interview. Children.
Yeah, I'm not by the fire telling tales of yore.
But apparently, Eric, yes. I know we don't have this story.
Do you have a
here.
purse? You'd wear a purse. You'd have a purse. I can see.
I wouldn't say.
What about your friends? What about all your socialist friends? You got any immerse friends?
No, not that I can think of. But apparently, it's also the man curl summer. Men with curly hair, like Tom Holland style, really popular this summer.
People are getting like little perms, like light.
The perms come back once every like 15 years or so.
This time it's for the men.
Well, no, I mean for men. You get that
really?
because like in the 70s there was a lot of like that. What was that guy's like the guy that was with
Mr. Brady
with Brooke Shields also in that movie. The World's Greatest Hero. He was another
William
one.
Catt.
Yeah, they had
Bob Ross.
Bob Ross, the
Hey.
king.
My dad talks about perming his hair. He said he would sit with the old ladies.
Yeah, your dad had
salon.
permed hair. Your dad had permed hair. So,
did.
in the name of Bob, we say, hey, welcome back.
All the notifications you need.
The story developing in Marietta.
All the local and breaking news alerts you need.
We're following breaking news in Atlanta.
All in one place.
The 95.5 WSB app.
Download it today.
There's a difference between a backyard and a space you never want to leave. At Ben Hill Renovations, they design and build outdoor living spaces that feel like your own private retreat. Custom pools, outdoor kitchens, patios, even pool houses and cabanas, all crafted with superior detail that only comes from their 60 years of experience. But what really sets Ben Hill Renovations apart is how they take care of you. They show up on time, stay on budget, and every project is backed by the Ben Hill Workmanship Warranty. Because doing it right matters.
Hey, it's Robbie with Ben Hill Renovations. You've heard me right here on the Home Fix It Show. Get started on your dream pool or outdoor living space today with no payments and no interest for 12 months.
If you're ready to turn your backyard into your favorite place to be, schedule a free at-home consultation at bhrenovations.com or stop by their showroom in Douglasville. Ben Hill Renovations, creating raving fans since 1964.
Monica Pearson for Superior Plumbing. Did you know Superior is probably the #1 installer of water heaters in Atlanta? If your water heater is over 10 years old, time to replace and be surprised on the improvements it will make in giving you plenty of hot water. Superior offers a 10-year warranty.
As Atlanta's family jeweler for 30 years, Shane Company is now the official jeweler of the Georgia Bulldogs. Enter to win tickets to a game and shop team-inspired jewelry at shaneco.com/UGA. Go Dogs. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
Last year, I had back pain radiating down my right leg. The pain was so bad I was willing to cut my leg off to stop the pain. I could barely walk and had to stoop over when I did just to take pressure off the spine. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. In my professional career, I've represented thousands of people who've had herniated discs and issues with their neck and back, but never fully appreciated what they were going through until it was my turn. It's like trying to describe colors to a blind person who's never had sight. All I can tell you is it hurt like hell, but worse. My daily walk was gone, and that bothered me a great deal. Then I thought of all of you and how much more devastating this type of injury could be for you. My life stopped. I now feel your pain. Just know at Morgan & Morgan, we got your back. I understand. Morgan means more.
Morgan & Morgan, Atlanta, 191 Peach Street, Atlanta, Georgia. Thou pound law. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.
Coolray is celebrating 60 years of bringing home comfort to Atlanta, and they're making this month unforgettable. Right now, you can upgrade your home comfort with a new Carrier cooling system starting at just $60 a month. The Georgia heat is here, and if your AC struggled last summer or you're worried about rising repair costs, now is the time to replace. For 60 years, Atlanta homeowners have trusted Coolray to keep their homes comfortable. To set an appointment today, simply go to Coolray.com. Coolray and Carrier. Turn to the experts.
The IRS finally caught up with Louie.
I hadn't paid my taxes in 8 years. I owe the IRS a lot of money.
Louie was in deep trouble.
We're going to take your house, put a lien on your bank account, garnish your pay. They don't care. They're going to take your paycheck.
Louie found out about Optima Tax Relief, the leading tax resolution firm. A-plus rated by the Better Business Bureau, they've resolved over $3 billion for their clients.
Optima Tax, they help me. They calm me down. They make me feel comfortable, and I trust them.
Louie has a lot to be thankful for.
I don't owe the IRS anymore, and I'm able to live a comfortable life, a lot better life. It was because of Optima Tax.
For tax help you can trust, call Optima now for a free consultation. Take it from Louie.
If you owe the IRS, don't go it alone. Give Optima Tax a call. They can help you.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
I finish chewing my pretzels, and then I have to swallow them.
What comes
We
next?
were just talking about, well, I don't know, that's for, FCC will not allow me to describe that whole thing. I asked this question because it's something you were talking about during the break. As in the meme world, you know, these creatives get together and they make funny memes.
Yes.
They put things together that wouldn't ordinarily be together, and then it's hilarious to see that. Has anybody come up with kind of AIing or photoshopping the new Ayatollah from Iran into the hotel, the hospital room with Mitch McConnell?
Not that I've seen.
I think that'd be great. And Mitch McConnell's like, look who I found.
Oh, geez, it's the current and newest Ayatollah from Iran. He's totally alive and just like I am.
Jared,
we were playing pickleball earlier.
Jared says that we should get in the deal with Iran. We should have to produce them both at the same time, like a 3-2-1. Mitch McConnell walks out, the Ayatollah walks out. Everybody knows who's alive, who's not alive.
That way, at least we have proof of life for both of them.
It's a good idea.
Because the way the stories are being presented are like Mitch McConnell. How could you not believe that he's in good shape and that he's fully alive? And
I believe
fully
he
capable?
can't speak. I mean, he is. I don't think he's dead. But it's quite obvious to me that if he could speak, they would have turned on an iPhone or and had him say blah, blah, blah.
Here you go. You ready?
Yeah.
I am the very model of a modern major general. I've information vegetable, animal, and mineral. I quote the kings of England, and I know the finest articles from Elephant to Waterloo and orders categorical.
There we go.
Wow.
Look at that.
Hey, look at that.
Alive and kicking.
See me in Pirates of Penzance. I'll be doing that during the recess.
So you're very, very active. Not
I
only
love it.
alive,
Oh,
but
yeah.
taking on a new Broadway production.
I do all my dancing.
And stunts.
Yes.
So yeah, I think that's a good idea. I think it's
Produce
you know what?
both of them.
And you know what? Let's be capitalist about this. Let's do a pay-per-view, and then whatever we raise from the pay-per-view of the McConnell Ayatollah emergence, we'll send it to business people for all the money they lost on tariffs and stuff.
Do some bungee jumping, maybe?
And then they can fight, and whoever wins gets the Straight Inform News.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. I think the Ayatollah is just
Probably
younger.
is.
I don't know what's happening. We don't know what this guy looks like.
McConnell's spry, though. You got him right.
I'll put him in a figure 4 leg lock and he'll submit.
Wait, does he have legs? I don't even know. Is he like?
Well, he has one.
Is he one of these people who's? We have no idea what the injuries are. We have no if he's alive. It is interesting that both Iran and the United States are dealing with this right now with a very famous politician, and nobody seems to know where they are or whether they're alive.
But and the way it's presented is like, oh, of course we know that Iran's supreme leader is not in good shape.
Yeah.
And then
right.
Mitch McConnell, it's like, he's fine. Of course
Of course
it's the
we know.
same story.
Yeah. Don't be a conspiracy theorist. Just because this senator, hasn't spoken to anyone in the last 3 months, don't be a conspiracy theorist and start talking about how maybe he has health issues and can't speak. That only a conspiracy theorist would come up with something like that when a prominent senator of the United States simply hasn't spoken to anyone in 3 months. Maybe.
Has it been that long?
Yeah, maybe he said it all.
Wow.
You ever think about that?
I said everything I needed to
I got
say.
nothing to say. It's like being married for 40 years. My wife and I going to have a new conversation? It's almost impossible.
Would you rather have me not talking or a guy older than me talking about his dead vacuum cleaner?
Charles Grassley, Senator Charles Grassley, who is 92.
I think he's older than that.
94.
Golly.
And he has some power. Well, he just tweeted out that, what did he like? He said goodbye to his
vacuum?
50-year-old vacuum cleaner called Beth.
Yeah.
You all right?
And he says, the pretzels. The pretzels.
I thought you were upset about Beth.
It was a fifth. That machine served him so well.
We have an audio of him using it.
Yeah, I know. He put audio of him using it, and then he put, you will see Beth no more. Well, you do his voice. You will see Beth no more.
You will see Beth no more. She served me and my mother-in-law very well.
We actually have audio of Beth working, and this is not a joke. You put it up there. There it is.
That's him using it 3 years ago because he's tweeted about it for years. This guy's weird. He'll like.
All right,
he
hold
found
on,
a dead
hold
deer
on.
in his yard. I love it though.
No, he's weird in a way that you would want politicians to be
Yes.
weird. He's got a strange connection to his vacuum cleaner, and he has run-ins with bears.
Yeah.
But as far as we know, he's never been found in a motel somewhere with people that ought not be there with him.
No, and I don't disappear and go away and don't talk. If I'm done, I'm done.
That's right.
Easy, Beth.
You outlived Beth. You're 94. I bet you thought that the vacuum cleaner was probably going to outlive you.
Do you know what this means? That they actually took that vacuum cleaner to get repaired.
At a time, yes, at a time in America, it may be hard to believe now, people, when their vacuum cleaners broke down, they would go and get them repaired like they were cars. Now your vacuum cleaner breaks and it's like,
Throw it
well,
away.
time to get a new vacuum cleaner. Nobody even thinks about it.
I remember my relatives buying belts and things and replacing them at home.
Yeah, that's when we were probably a better nation at that point. Less disposable.
Yeah.
Oh, here you go, Charles Grassley.
I'm
don't
so
cry.
sad. Oh, God, Beth.
Oh, you got 50 years of good service.
Oh,
for him.
there's Linda Dyson.
You know what? Just like with a pup, with a dog that you love, just go out and buy a vacuum cleaner that looks just like Beth. You'll be fine.
I think I hear them calling. Oh, Beth, what can I do?
The following statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
The human brain is truly incredible. It surpasses supercomputers with over 100 billion neurons that control our thoughts, emotions, and movements. Prevagen wants to keep it incredible. Powered by apoaquarin that was originally discovered in jellyfish, Prevagen is designed specifically for the brain to help keep it amazing so you can continue doing what you love with confidence. Try Prevagen for your brain today.
Everywhere you look, things are getting more expensive. But at Consumer Cellular, we're lowering the price for those 50 and up. Now you can get unlimited everything for just $35 a line. That's $35 a month for unlimited talk, text, and data. Switch to the carrier ranked #1 in network coverage and customer satisfaction and get unlimited everything for just $35 a month. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit Consumer Cellular online or in-store today. Price includes $5 credit for autopay and e-billing. Taxes and fees apply. Data speeds reduced after 35 gigabytes. Rankings done by 2025 ACSI survey.
It's Eric. I had a house that was built in the 40s, and all the settling over time, the foundation, it started cracking. We could see the cracks of the walls. The doors started sticking. We knew there was a problem. Took us a long time to find someone to help us. Well, you don't need to take a long time. Go to Engineered Solutions of Georgia. They're the only foundation repair company in the entire state of Georgia with a team of licensed engineers on staff giving you the highest quality work for your home from the start.
Dial 678 ESOG now.
You finally got that dream home. Then a pipe burst. Now you're draining your savings to drain the basement, and your other bills keep flooding in. But with HomeTap, you could tap into your home equity to cover renovations, debt, or whatever comes next. And unlike other home equity products, a HomeTap home equity investment has no monthly payments or impact on your mortgage rate. So consider using what you've already built. After all, it's your home. Tap into it. See how much you could get at HomeTap.com.
Cancer. One small cell can change everything. Beating it takes something big. Northside Hospital Cancer Institute is built for it. Built for breakthroughs, pioneering clinical research, treatment, and surgical innovation, with the most cancer centers and board-certified oncologists in Georgia. We're built around you, with personalized care from screening through survival. Northside Hospital Cancer Institute, built to beat cancer.
We're hiring at A1 Garage Doors. No experience? No problem. We provide full training, a brand new van, top-of-the-line tools, a gas card, and steady jobs with weekly pay. This isn't just a job. It's a career with real growth, great pay, and job security. Our team members go from training to 6 figures, and we're ready to help you do the same. Don't wait. Apply now at a1garage.com/careers.
A1garage.com. A1 from day one.
WSB Atlanta, WSBB FM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's news and talk. News, weather,
traffic. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's news and talk.
At 4 o'clock, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News is sponsored by Hoffman Financial Group. Our top local story, a Metro Atlanta base helps gives the U.S. a strategic advantage during the ongoing Middle East conflict.
In his decades with the Georgia Air National Guard, Major General Kanata Crumley says he's seen firsthand how the Guard's role has changed.
We were called a strategic reserve. When the war on terror happened, strategic reserve became an operational reserve.
That change meant their training had to be adjusted with a focus on using the most current battlefield-ready equipment. He says Dobbins plays a key role in preparing soldiers because of the access to that equipment. Right now, airmen from Georgia are in 5 of the 6 U.S. combatant commands. In Cobb County, Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
89 degrees in Atlanta with scattered rain showers around the metro area at this hour. How hot will it get this week? Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta's most accurate and dependable forecast coming up. A Gwinnett County man is remembered as a hero after drowning while rescuing a young girl caught in a rip current in Myrtle Beach.
Officials say 47-year-old Derek Moore of Loganville went in and was able to get the girl to safety before he was pulled underwater. An extensive search followed, but ultimately his body washed ashore hours later. The father of 4 did not know the girl, and Myrtle Beach's Meredith Denari says he was selfless in a crisis moment.
He's totally a hero. He's a good Samaritan. He went out of his way to save a stranger.
DeKalb County Schools released a statement saying Moore taught at Rockbridge Elementary School and previously at Jolly Elementary. Grief counselors are on hand at both facilities today. Graham Kell, 95.5 WSB.
DeKalb police are investigating after the body of a 70-year-old woman is pulled from a small lake in Ellenwood. She's identified as 70-year-old Joanne Howell, who was the subject of a Maddie's call last week. She was reported missing on Friday. Investigators are trying to determine how the woman died. Fire crews were called to the small private lake in the Misty Lake subdivision early this morning after reports of a possible drowning. One person is in the hospital. Another is arrested after an accidental shooting at the AutoZone on the south side of Conyers. Police say both are employees at the store. The employee responsible for the shooting is charged with reckless conduct. The death toll now tops 100 after a massive earthquake in Colombia. Reporter Lama Hassan says the magnitude 7.4 quake hit about 150 miles west of the capital city of Bogota.
Posting on social media, the governor of Choco region, where the epicenter of the quake is, she says that there are injuries and severe damage to some buildings, adding that they are now concerned about aftershocks. And of course, don't forget that this comes after those recent deadly twin earthquakes that hit neighboring Venezuela that has killed more than 6,100 people.
President Trump today signs an executive order spacing out childhood vaccines into separate medical visits and splitting the combined measles, mumps, and rubella vaccine into 3 different shots.
At 1 year, you should have 5 separate visits for vaccines rather than getting them all in the same day.
The president has long suspected the number or timing of vaccines could play a role in autism spectrum disorder, even as scientific consensus and decades of studies have firmly concluded there is no link. An Atlanta man is convicted of stealing over $2.7 million from victims of romance fraud and other kinds of online scams. Federal prosecutors say Babajide Adeseo was part of a network which preyed on elderly victims by acting as friends, taking their retirement overseas and making recovery of the money nearly impossible. Adeseo is scheduled for sentencing November 20th and is facing up to 20 years in prison on each of the conspiracy counts and more time on other charges. Residents in Fayetteville will be paying more for their water.
The city of Fayetteville announced increases to its water and sewage rates effective August 1st, so customers may notice next month's bill will be higher. In a statement from the city, it says the money from the increase will be used to cover cost of upgrading and maintaining maintaining Fayetteville's aging water system. Customers will see a 3% increase.
WSB's Sabrina Cupid reports fees for bulk and yard waste for sanitation will remain at their current $4 monthly fee. It is now 4:04 and the Von Hessler Doctrine continues in less than 2 minutes. Right now it's live team coverage of traffic and weather in the 24-hour traffic center. It's Alex Williams.
Hey, Bill, better news on the West Freeway. That crash, 20 eastbound at 285, exit 51, it has cleared. Delays starting to improve back toward Riverside Parkway in the Lithia Springs area. 285 north and southbound. That ride's no fun on the west side perimeter, trying to get through that work zone to I-20, exit 10. Crash into DeKalb County, 285 northbound, the outer loop at I-20, that as well has cleared. We are tracking those 285 east and southbound interloops delays starting to build in as you make your way through Dunwoody from about Astor Dunwoody Road over to Peachtree Boulevard. Then some southbound volumes starting to pick up as well through Tucker and Clarkston. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
I'm WSB meteorologist Christina Upwards. Partly cloudy, hot and humid today with a high of 94. Few rain showers and thunderstorms through the evening hours, then drying out for tonight, lows in the mid-70s. Tomorrow and Wednesday, partly cloudy with afternoon pop-up storms, highs in the low to mid-90s.
And as we check Storm Tracker radar right now, there are a few scattered rain showers around metro Atlanta. Some heavy rain in Douglas and Carroll counties at this hour. It's 87 in Marietta, 90 in Snellville, and 93 in Stockbridge. More news at 4:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Hour 2 of the Von Hessler Doctrine begins right now. I don't know why you gave me this audio, Jared Yamamoto, because I don't even think this can be seen from where we are. The way that Neil deGrasse High Tyson, because he's talking about the fact that is the meteor shower going on now?
We have the new moon now. You should be able to see it tonight and tomorrow.
All right, here's the thing.
In
First
the
of all,
mountains.
I don't know why you gave this to me, but you just put a long sentence in there and got it wrong. You said Neil deGrasse Tyson says this year the meteor shower is happening during a new moon, which means the moonlight is not going to interfere. That's not what he's saying. A new moon would be the worst thing you could have if you're trying to look at a meteor shower because it's more brightness. But I believe for part of the world, there is going to be a total eclipse. And so for that part of the world that gets a total eclipse, am I putting this together correctly?
New moon is no moon.
Yeah, new moon is new moon. Yeah.
I'm
sorry.
So
it does make
I'm
sense.
confusing new moon with full moon.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there is less moonlight.
All right. No, I'm okay. You're right, and I'm wrong on that. New moon. I was confusing with full moon. So you have very little moon. You also have this part of the world is going to see an eclipse, right? And then we're going to have the meteor showers. But I always find that the conditions never really. Anytime I've ever looked out my door and tried to. Hey, there's a meteor shower tonight. I see nothing.
To Tim's point, you've got to go to the mountains. You got to go to central Georgia.
You have to be where there's no light pollution.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we got a lot of light pollution around here. I just don't. Is anybody within my being able to hear my voice on the radio going to actually be able to enjoy the things?
Absolutely. If you're up in Big Canoe or something like that.
The Perseids?
Yes, it is.
These are the Perseids. These are the big ones.
Yeah.
Right.
If you're living up in Jasper, absolutely, you're going to be able to see.
All
this.
right. This one's for you in Jasper.
Moonlight dramatically reduces how many meteors you can see. The dim ones just are completely washed out by moonlight. So on that day, it's been called by some the stargazers' heaven, because on that day there's a total solar eclipse in Iceland on a track that takes it down through Spain.
Boy.
And there's a new moon, as there must be for a total solar eclipse, but there's also the meteor shower. And so it's a day to go out and look up.
Oh, well, thank you for that. Yeah,
cool wrap up.
Very scientific.
So it's
go on and look
with your eyes.
Go out and look up.
Okay.
But we don't live in Iceland or Spain.
Correct.
So we're not going to get that part of it.
We won't have the best viewing conditions, but you will be able to see a little bit.
I don't know. It's been years and years since I went up someplace to watch a meteor shower, and I found it to be, a little bit underwhelming. I just, I'm laying in a field.
It's not like bam, 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 bam,
Yeah.
bam, bam. It's like, oh, there's one.
Yeah, and then what happens is you
1 a minute.
Yeah.
Or you get into a conversation, and then somebody goes, "Oh, there's one," and by the time you look, it's like gone.
Yeah.
I was laying in a field somewhere outside of Buffalo.
There
Cold.
goes one right up there.
Yeah.
Wow, look at that.
That's right over
Hey,
Lake
get out of my
Niagara.
Yeah, get out of here, you kids. Always having
I know.
trying to have intercourse in my
Yeah,
cornfield.
yeah. They got farmers out there shooting
We're
you
trying
with
to look at the stuff.
the salt.
Yeah, I know what you're looking at. Get out of here.
We're trying to look at the sky.
You was looking at my wife.
I'm sure I annoyed the hell out
She's
of my.
real hot, so I get it.
Well, I certainly.
Take a look. You want to take a close look?
You ever heard them fizzle out while they're going over?
No,
Yes,
no.
yes.
What, like
That's
a
kinda
firework?
Cool. Yeah,
Like,
you hear 'em- well, sometimes you hear them go like that.
that would scare me.
Good sound effect there,
That
Tim.
was
Thank you.
scary.
Let's hear that again. Wow.
Thank
Wow.
Have you ever heard him go?
Yeah, they
Okay,
do, they-
don't even try. Come on.
Yeah, I
he
mean,
just,
compared
he
to
just,
Tim.
he just nailed it. He
Yeah.
just
No, but I
nailed
was
it.
trying to be bad.
Well,
Oh,
yeah.
oh, you were kind. Okay,
Stop,
well,
Keith, come on.
okay. Let's
Yeah.
give her a
That
boo.
coffee.
Boo.
No,
Boo.
stop
No,
being
you said you
you.
wanted to be bad, so we're responding.
Oh, shoot.
See,
Okay,
I'm bringing
hold on.
it
Now I
all
need-
around.
Okay, hold on.
The Von Hessler Doctrine, where we deconstruct and explain our improvisation. Well, it happens. Nobody else does that.
Tim is the reason why we don't have a bigger sound budget here at WSB because he can make great sounds like that.
Just one of the reasons why I can't stand the man.
Yeah. Sorry.
The budget that he takes that I would have. All right. Excuse me? Yes?
Never mind.
Oh, okay. Very good. That's
Were
all
you
right,
gonna
George.
take a stab at the sound effect?
I was not. No.
Were you gonna go?
Shoehorn a joke that I should have made like 20 minutes ago?
Yeah. Don't do that. You know what? Put it in your back pocket
Now I'm
because.
interested.
Well, no, because it won't work. Just it'll come up again. It'll come up again. The moment will arise
Start up
again.
hour two
I
of
don't
the
know.
Von
when it
Hessler
does-
Doctrine.
I don't think we're ever going to talk about the Perseids again.
You never know.
But this summer,
Well, how-
it's called the Merciads.
Hey!
There we go.
Because last segment we talked
Right.
about
Yeah.
Ursa.
Yeah. That was still quite the shoehorn.
And people
I
were
think.
carrying a curse
A for effort, George.
for men.
Again, we do take the time to deconstruct and explain all of the humor
I get it.
as it passes.
I got it.
Passes through, and Autumn gets it. Of course, she
get it.
gets it. She's a cool chick.
See,
she gets
see
it.
what I get?
Is this what I get?
Is this all I get? Is that all there is?
Hey, can you do the coffee sound effect again?
When did she do the coffee? sound
Wasn't she She was slurping on coffee.
No, that was
Oh.
me.
Oh,
That was a
dang
soda.
it.
Oh, it was a soda.
All right. See. All right. Obviously, as much as we explain the humor, not even the people on the panel can't even understand.
Ah,
it.
goodness gracious.
According to Newsweek,
Thank you.
having a having a spiky name is bad for job interviews.
Spiky.
A spiky name,
Like Spike?
well, I wouldn't. I think Spike itself would not be good.
I would hire you, but your name's Spike.
This is researchers at Carleton University found the time to do this. They studied
Carleton
this.
University, great one.
Carleton, yeah, he's it's Carl. It's Carleton, not. So Carleton University found that people with names like Renee, Liam, or Noel, which includes soft, flowing consonant sounds, were more likely to be favored for certain roles over people with names like, these are the spiky names, Greta, Krista, Tate. Tate. So if you want your kids to be well employed, I guess you gotta stay away from the spiky names.
Okay.
I think I have a spiky name. It'd be Eric. Wouldn't that be a spiky name?
Yeah, even though it starts with a vowel, it's like a eh.
Yeah, it's good. It starts off nice, but it has a very unpleasant ending. It's like you smash into a wall of C.
Come on,
Ellie's name is kind
Katana.
of a whole lot of nothing. Elliot.
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 That's a lot of vowels in there. That might get her. She may be employable.
Elliot.
Yet.
Ellie, that's fine.
And then what's your other kid's name? I forgot. Pete. Yeah, that's spiky.
Yeah, I think it's Pete.
Is that spiky?
It's plosive.
Maybe spiky.
It might be a little spiky.
So these are the things to think about if you're having a child soon. And now look, if you don't care if the kid is successful or makes money or does anything in this world, name them whatever the hell you want. Toss a spiky name at them. Make up a spiky name and give it to them if you don't care whether or not they're successful on this planet. But otherwise, you may want to give them a nice name like Noel.
June is a good name, apparently. That's smooth. Alan
Aw.
It
and
makes
Linus.
sense. I wonder how much when you're
Linus.
hiring people.
no
I
Linus.
want to beat up Linus.
Linus.
He's always sucking his thumb.
Hi, could I please have a job?
I haven't known. Yeah, could you
I don't
blow
know
your-
any. Do you know a Linus? I don't know.
No,
a
it's
Linus.
funny. I
don't
still
know
always
either.
think of the Peanuts character because in my real life, I know the Peanuts character and I know of the guy who started Linux. His name was Linus something.
I didn't know
That's
that.
it. I mean, I don't think I've ever in my life actually just casually met somebody named Linus.
If your name is Linus, call in.
That's right.
1877.
That's how we're going to create a great radio show. People will call in and tell us their names, and then we will follow with commentary and humor.
No, that's a spiky name. Thanks for calling in.
That's pretty spiky.
I'm Dave.
Spiky.
How you doing? I'm Dave.
Yeah, that's a nothing
Hey,
name.
Dave. Hey, you
Everybody's
know,
named
got a little
Dave.
bit of a spike there. There's a little bit of spike.
Hi, I'm Kiki. Can I have a job?
Now, Kiki, that's just because it's spiky, but it's a cute little name. You know, you're hired. young
I
lady.
do. I've never really hired people before, but you got to figure that some of these things you don't even know what's turning you off about somebody. There have to be like, I mean, you could go all the way like a sociology professor and think that it's all terrible and people just have all these prejudices. But beyond that, probably there's all kinds of little things like you would never know that somebody's name just rubs you the wrong way. And you could, make a decision based on that without even knowing that had anything to do with it.
And you're a very shallow individual if you do that
Well,
too.
shallow people don't know they're shallow. If they did, they'd do something about it. How often has a shallow person thought, you know what? I need to read a little deeper on this one. I don't think that ever really occurs to them. It occurs to me that it's time to get a check on traffic. Yes?
Oh,
Jared?
by the way, as I wrap up here, I asked Gemini about all of our names here. So it says here, number 1, Eric, very spiky.
Damn it!
Tim, moderately spiky. Jared, lean spiky. Autumn, lean smooth. George, very smooth.
I think that works. I'd heard that about Autumn before. she leans smooth.
Yeah.
Say hello to Alex Williams. Alex says there's brake lights filling in through downtown.
Hey, good afternoon, Eric. Yeah, getting slow into the heart of the city. No crashes in the way right now, just all the brake lights and all your friends out there with you. Southbound, the delays start on I-85 just below Georgia 400. Stays pretty heavy down to about North Avenue. Moderate volume continues after that down to I-20. 75, 85 northbound, you're going to be slow. University Avenue up to Peachtree, Pine Street. If you're traveling I-20 into Cobb County, seeing some east and westbound delays through the work zone. Wesley Chapel and the Mall at Stonecrest, that's where you'll find the brake lights in either direction. Also had some earlier construction that's wrapped up from the right lane, Covington Highway westbound at South Harrison. Traffic brought to you by CummonsRecall.com. Recall 67A mobile appointments are now available in your area. They come to you quick in under an hour. Complete the recall to get $500 plus a warranty worth thousands. Schedule at CummonsRecall.com. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
It doesn't have to be like this. The second crash we're dealing with this morning.
Don't have to put up with
Use
it.
Covington Highway as your alternate.
You don't have to sit in it.
Travel advisory in Sandy Springs.
And you don't have to look at your phone to get out of it.
It is Atlanta traffic, and getting you out of it is what we do
Consider
best.
using Buford Highway or Satellite Boulevard.
Updated traffic as often as you need.
Traffic is at a crawl.
From local traffic reporters you trust 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Triple Team Traffic.
95.5 WSB.
How Atlanta gets there.
This is Jonathan Geller at D. Geller & Son Jewelers, Atlanta's engagement ring and wedding band destination since 1939. Why? Hand-picked diamonds that just shine brighter at a value that can't be beat. An unbelievable selection of engagement rings and wedding bands, and because we've been jewelers for generations, we can bring your dream ring to life with full customability. So when it's time for the next chapter, come see Atlanta's most trusted jeweler since 1939, D. Geller & Son.
And right now at D. Geller & Son, get 0% APR financing for 5 years.
Hey, it's Shelley Winter for Superior Plumbing. Your time is very valuable, and Superior Plumbing knows this, so they won't have you waiting all day for an appointment. Superior Plumbing arrives on time or oftentimes early. They explain a solution to the problem, give you a fair and reasonable quote, and the job is done professionally and with certainty. They're the experts, so do what I did when I needed a plumber. Book your appointment at SuperiorPlumbing.com. That's SuperiorPlumbing.com.
Men, if you're suffering from ED or PE, you're not alone. Most importantly, you don't have to live with it. Priority Men's Medical Center restores men's love lives in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, even when Viagra and Cialis don't work. Here's Dr. Simovitz, specialist in men's health.
Priority Men's Medical Center's painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. 98% of patients see instant results right in the office.
Men are now lasting longer than they ever imagined. And the best part, at Priority Men's Medical Center, your consultation and first treatment are free. Qualified patients even get their testosterone checked free. Call 404-885-8885. 404-885-8885. Take control of your love life. Call now. 404-885-8885.
In Georgia, roaches are everywhere. Your home needs protection inside and out, so let Breda Pest Management in and keep those rancid roaches out.
Breda, no need to be afraid of bugs.
Chris Stapleton's All-American Roadshow, Friday, August 21st, Mercedes-Benz Stadium, with special guests Lainey Wilson and Ashley McBride. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com.
Many times, a person hires a law firm after an injury without doing research. It can be a big mistake or not. Sometimes, after you have hired a certain lawyer, you realize you made a certain mistake. But guess what? Just because you hire them doesn't mean you can't fire them. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you think you've hired the wrong firm, you may have. So do this. Google Morgan & Morgan results or visit forthepeople.com for cases just like yours. You may find that our full-service injury firm should have been your choice in the first place. Last year, almost 12,000 people discharged their law firm and hired us after further research. We became America's largest injury firm for a reason. Visit forthepeople.com today and let's get started. Or call Pound Law on your cell phone. Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
Morgan & Morgan, Atlanta, 191 Peachtree, Atlanta, Georgia. Dial Pound Law. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Call 877-CARS for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now or go to carsforkids.org.
7 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
I don't know. I guess I'm a little bit naive. And for some reason, I expect that people will become self-aware at some point. That's not surprised by men who live in the state of Florida. Like, I keep expecting them in the middle of some kind of ridiculous sort of police situation to kind of stop and go, oh, I'm doing the Florida man thing. This is kind of silly. I need to, like, but I guess if you are the Florida man that is the Florida man, then you don't read anything about anything and you're not aware of the fact that you're even a stereotype, right? I guess. Because just as I think that people in the midst of or even thinking of doing something Florida man-esque will become self-aware and stop themselves out of personal embarrassment.
Oh, I don't want to fit that stereotype.
Yeah. Like in the middle of it, you just go, well, I'm arguing with a security guard. It's Jacksonville. I'm a guy. You know what? I'm just going to walk away.
When you're on so much meth to
to
really focus.
It's possible.
Like
It may have a little something.
True.
Or maybe it
but
focuses.
You're really focused on just getting more meth.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, just when I thought that would happen, two Florida men engaged in a machete versus hatchet fight in the parking lot of a Publix. That's what I'm talking about. You're two guys from Florida. One's got a machete, one's got a hatchet. Neither of them just stop for a moment and go, you were kind of playing into the stereotype here. It doesn't say in the story of The Smoking Gun as to why these two had a problem with each other beforehand.
Were they LARPing?
They weren't LARPing, because LARPing doesn't mean what LARPing used to mean. Are you aware of that?
Live action role playing.
Well, no, but now everybody's being called a LARPer.
Okay.
And this is just young people speak. And I think what they really mean is performative. It's, so LARPing used to mean Dungeons and Dragons, and you.
Well, that's what I thought. Maybe
you
it
dress
could have
up
been.
like a prince.
Okay.
Well, yeah, it did. I don't know. One of these guys may have worked at what's that place where you eat and watch the Kings?
Medieval Times.
Yeah, Medieval Times. Maybe perhaps they got the hatchet from there. Turns out they were just two Florida men who were beefing with each other.
Now being a LARPer is a poser.
Yeah, exactly. So you're being performative. You're pretending to do stuff. So all the kids are using the term LARPing, but it doesn't mean what we used to think it meant. Although these two could be doing it in the old-fashioned sense at Medieval Times. So apparently,
gave a show at
it turned out one of these guys. It may surprise you. He actually did some time, 12 years, in connection with the 2011 killing of a Florida teenager. So I don't. You only get 12 years for that.
Maybe he.
The show
Was
what
it
is it?
accidental?
No, I think it was that somebody else he was with actually. It's the details. A 16-year-old kid. You don't want to hear it. It's just like you only get 12 years for that. I guess he had an accomplice with him, and that guy did more, and maybe he did more time. But if you're around and you're part of killing a 16-year-old, maybe send him to jail for 25 years or so, or you're going to end up with machetes and parking lots.
Right,
all I'm saying is maybe they haven't learned their lesson.
Impeach the judge.
It's a possibility that they have not learned their lesson. But another, after all these years, the Tupac Shakur trial gets going today.
Who's being tried for that?
So there's this guy who was a gangster, and I think he was with the Crips and against the. It wasn't the Bloods. It was like the Little Picas or something. I don't know. And Tupac was associate. And I guess Tupac's people had beaten up somebody from this guy's gang earlier in the evening. So this guy was in the back seat. And for years, the cops were like, we had all the information we were going to have very early on. We just couldn't prosecute it. We didn't have it. So this guy, back in 2018, writes a book, starts going on podcasts. He just couldn't keep his mouth shut. And just started talking about the fact that he was in the car, that somebody else did the shooting, but he was kind of the leader of the gang. So they have him as maybe not the person pulling the trigger, but maybe the person who orchestrated the whole thing as leader of the gang. He got away with it for all these years, but he couldn't keep it to himself. He had to brag to people that he was responsible. So we'll see how that I think the jury selection starts today in Vegas. Alex Williams says 285 is slow both ways on the west side.
Yeah, 285 southbound, the outer loop trying to get down to I-20. It's all crowded up, Eric, from South Cobb Drive down to I-20. It's just volume, no crashes in the way. A lot of that has to do with that transition getting onto I-20 westbound in that work zone. 285 northbound inner loop delays start just before Cascade Road. North side perimeter, 285 eastbound. I'm watching that slow ride from Ashford Dunwoody Road in Waves over to I-85 in the Dorville area. You're going to stay on and off the brakes as you head southbound into Tucker and Clarkston. Traffic brought to you by Reliable Heating and Air. Stop paying for expensive heating and air repairs or home warranties. Get a reliable protection plan for just $14.99 a month and enjoy 100% parts and labor coverage for any age, system, make, or model. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
When someone's AC is on the fritz, drains are clogged, or wall outlets are sparking, Castile Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electrical never asks, how soon do you need it fixed? You know why? Because no one in recorded history has ever said, oh, take your time, just whenever you can get to it. We just assume how fast can you get here will always be the answer. So Castile will be there same day, and we won't leave until you're 100% satisfied. See? Sometimes it's good to assume. It gets your AC fixed fast. Book today at CastileAir.com.
There isn't a room in your house that doesn't need to be organized. Dave Baker here for Artisan Custom Closets. Look around. The master closet, you still have wire racks. The pantry, there's graham crackers in the middle shelf from 2012. Your mud room, why can you only find 3 dirty shoes in there? 3! Your garage? Please. That can all be fixed, though. Simply schedule a free design consultation today with a certified master designer at artisancustomclosets.com. Get organized and reward yourself with affordable luxury.
At Ameris Bank, we know it's never just business when it's your business. So we're here to be your partner. Whether you're launching a startup, expanding locations, or managing daily finances at your company, you can do it all with a committed financial partner on your side. Our expert business bankers are ready to empower you on your financial journey. We're Ameris Bank, and we're fiercely yours. Find your local business banker at amerisbank.com/businessbankers. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-611-2046. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com
or call 800-611-2046. That's 800-611-2046.
Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
So you've got an unused car just taking up space, costing you money for insurance? Hey, it's Shelley Winter for Cars for Kids. You know, 1-877 Cars for Kids. I just can't help singing the jingle. It's stuck in my head, and it's stuck in yours too. So go ahead, donate that old car already. Cars for Kids will take any car, any condition, and make it easy and convenient. You'll even get a vacation voucher and tax deduction. Get started at carsforkids.com. That's cars with a K.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 4:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News sponsored by D. Geller & Son Jewelers. Our top local story, a Metro Atlanta teacher is remembered as a hero after sacrificing his own life to save a young girl caught in a rip current in the ocean off the coast of Myrtle Beach, South Carolina.
He was able to get her to safety, but the rip current did pull him out to the ocean, and he unfortunately drowned due to that rip current.
Myrtle Beach's Meredith Denary says 47-year-old Derek Moore did not know the girl he saved. Moore taught at Rockbridge Elementary School in DeKalb County. It is now 88 degrees in Atlanta. We are seeing more scattered showers popping up around Metro Atlanta this afternoon. Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta's most accurate and dependable forecast coming up. As the conflict in the Middle East continues, military leaders are touting the value of Dobbins Air Reserve Base in Cobb County. Colonel Diane Patton, commander of the 94th Airlift Wing, says the base is a global training powerhouse.
It is one of the most complex, highly utilized, and strategically vital joint service installations in the United States.
Officials say access to the latest equipment is critical as global threats evolve. Georgia airmen are stationed in 5 of the 6 U.S. Joint Military Command regions. President Trump now says the U.S. is semi-negotiating with Iran, even though Iran insists no formal talks are underway. Correspondent Stephen Portnoy reports on what this means.
The sense generally we have here is that the administration believes that with economic pressure, Iran will somehow come around. The president put it this way in his interview with Axios yesterday: it will work out. It always works out. He said it's like a chess game. In an interview over the weekend, Vice President Vance pointed to sky-high inflation in Iran as an example of how that pressure is working. But what's so interesting is the change.
The Trump administration is extending a waiver to a century-old shipping law in an effort to help keep fuel costs down. The White House announces a 90-day extension of the Jones Act waiver, allowing certain foreign ships to transport products between U.S. ports. It applies to commodities including gasoline, diesel, crude oil, natural gas, and fertilizer, as energy prices remain high amid the war in Iran and disruptions in the Strait of Hormuz. The nation's health secretary, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., announces 2 proposals today meant to protect our nation's food supply. One requires manufacturers to notify the FDA when determining a substance added to human or animal food is generally recognized as safe.
The proposal will give the agency greater visibility into the substances that are entering our food supply.
The other is the federal government's first proposed definition of ultra-processed foods. A Griffin man who's already a convicted drug dealer now is sentenced to 2 years in prison for promoting dog fighting. Federal prosecutors in Atlanta say Norman Dixon exploited federal relief programs while breeding, training, and abusing dogs for what U.S. Attorney Theodore Hertzberg calls his barbaric entertainment and monetary gain. At a ceremony today, Joint Base Charleston is officially renamed Joint Base Lindsey Graham in honor of the late South Carolina Senator. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth says Graham dedicated his life to serving his state and the U.S. Armed Forces.
Those gray tails that say Charleston, now when they land in far-flung places, will say Graham. The world will remember that name.
Graham's sister Darlene is now serving out the remainder of his term and is running in the election to keep the seat for a full term. The NCAA and FBI are teaming up to stop a rash of crimes targeting student athletes. They announced a partnership today to educate athletes about keeping their private images safe online and avoid becoming victims of sexploitation. The feds say strong social media presences and the name, image, and likeness money are making student athletes easy targets of bad actors who steal images and then demand money to keep them from going public. New flying vehicles are coming to Florida.
Roads? Where we're going, we don't need roads.
Governor Ron DeSantis introduces the flying vehicle technology today using that quote from Back to the Future. He says the vehicles will take off vertically, fly people or goods to a destination, and then land with no runway necessary. It is now 4:34 and time for live team coverage of traffic and weather. In the 24-hour traffic center, it's Alex Williams.
Hey, Bill, looking at that ride through downtown, it's still packed in. 85 southbound, just below 400. That's where you're really going to hit the brakes, and it's going to stay heavy now on 75, 85 south, pretty much down to I-20 with northbound delays filling in from Highway 166, Langford Parkway up into Midtown. On the south side, 75 southbound, slow between Hateville and Forest Park with volume from Central Avenue down to Forest Parkway. Then another tap of the brakes as you get past Hudson Bridge Road, exit 224 in Stockbridge. Once you get past that little slow zone, you're going to be off to the races into McDonough and Locust Grove. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
I'm WSB meteorologist Christina Edwards. Partly cloudy skies, hot and humid this evening with a few rain showers and thunderstorms rolling through. Lows tonight in the mid-70s. Tomorrow and Wednesday, a mix of sun and clouds with afternoon pop-up thunderstorms, highs in the low to mid-90s.
As we check Storm Tracker radar right now, just a few scattered rain showers around metro Atlanta. It's 86 in Decatur and Kennesaw, 89 in Fayetteville. More news at 5 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
So, how much did they raise the price of your termite bond renewal this time? Switch to Breda Pest Management and your termite rate is locked in for 10 years.
Breda, no need to be afraid of bugs.
Hi, I'm Tom Shane, third-generation owner at Shane Company. As a family jeweler for almost 100 years, we're known for doing right by our customers. Our legacy of integrity depends on it. We stand behind our engagement rings with our all-inclusive free lifetime warranty. We handpick the most beautiful diamonds, then negotiate for the best price. At Shane Company, we put you first because a friend always has your back. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
MyLand has been around for decades, helping homeowners reduce their mortgage expenses. Homeowners like me. This is Scott Slade. The latest trend, homeowners accessing their equity without touching their low rate on their first mortgage. MyLand can help you access the equity with a home equity line of credit. These loans could close quickly and even have options for a low fixed rate. So many homeowners feel trapped with a great rate on their mortgage but have credit card debt that just doesn't seem to go away. These loans are a great tool for this purpose. Call MyLand today. See how a home equity loan can work for you. I've been saying it for years, and I'll keep saying it. The guys and gals at MyLand are the best. Do yourself a favor. Call them today and see for yourself. You'll be glad you did. Call 770-817-2000. That's 770-817-2000. Or online, it's myland.com. Spell it M-I-L-E-N-D. NMLS and Georgia Residential Mortgage Licensee 148769. MyLand's located at 8995 Westside Parkway, Alpharetta, Georgia 30009. MyLand is an equal housing lender.
Monica Pearson for Superior Plumbing. Did you know the water pressure regulator is the heartbeat of every home? It can affect all things in your plumbing system, and when it's not regulated, it is the main cause of most plumbing problems. They only last about 8 years. Have Superior Plumbing check yours.
Freezing Jared out. Literally.
I'm about to have to put my hood on.
Oh, no, don't do that. Laws against that.
Yeah, I'm allowed to stand my ground in this studio.
Yes.
Okay, that's what I thought. You know, there's trending. You know, whenever things are trending, and this isn't new. It probably applied to my generation when I was in my 20s and 30s. But it's always the same old stuff. It just has a new name. And especially now, everything. So there's a new dating thing, and they call it Sabsing. S-A-B-S. Seen and be seen. So basically this new trend of dating is you actually see the people in real life. And you meet them in common spaces and
you go to a coffee shop.
restaurants
Wow.
and
How about
places
that?
like that. This says although you just try to show up, like if you have a crush on somebody, you just keep trying to be in their public space until they recognize
so
you.
stalking.
I think the S is for seen, not stalking.
Okay.
You were supposed to be here yesterday.
Why weren't you there? You always order a vanilla latte.
But I think it's funny that everything just has a name now, but that's, kind of before this whole thing got going with swiping left and right. That's sort of the way that you met people, was you were seen and you were being seen. You were seeing and being seen. So, but apparently it's a whole hot new trend.
I guess because so many people are still using dating apps that they struggle to meet people in the wild, so they had to come up with a term for it.
Well, I guess they could just say, hey, just go back to doing it analog. Analog dating, wouldn't that be a way to go? And at the same time, I'm reading about all these dating things. Don't ask me why. I'm reading about all these.
You planning on getting back
well,
out
I
there?
have some friends, have some questions.
Okay,
They're not the researchy type. So I go in and get all the answers.
Getting a scouting report.
Yeah, exactly. They know that I know my way around the internet, So apparently the people are getting sick and tired of the online dating apps, and which makes sense. They've been around for a long time. So even if there were ever any, it seems like every wedding I go to, somebody talks about how they met on a dating app. So maybe that's run its course. And getting a little more difficult to find the person of your dreams. And so now people are letting artificial intelligence do it. And so I went to, who better to ask about this than AI?
Mm-hmm.
AI should know about it. So it says here, I guess this will be Gemini, artificial intelligence is fundamentally reshaping online romance by transitioning from standard profile filtering to active automated matchmaking. Now, this is the thing. So the first dates, it sounds to me, tell me if I'm wrong here, it sounds to me like your bot talks to their bot before you talk to them.
Oh.
So proxy first dates. Emerging applications like Volar use personalized chatbots to simulate chat interactions with other users' bots to filter out bad matches before humans ever speak. So a bot that knows your personality talks to a bot that knows their personality, and then the AI rates how that conversation went, I suppose.
That sounds more complicated than just dating.
Well, it happens behind the scenes. So if you're part of this, then they only give you, I guess the idea is you're only served up potentials.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Of when your chat bot had a good conversation with their chat bot.
Okay,
I can't say it's not going to work. We have to be getting further and further away from being human here.
Well, I see that we've matched in these categories, so therefore we're a match.
Are people afraid of the awkwardness? I think that's what it is.
Yes, they are.
Here's the thing. If you want to meet the person that you're going to be with, for most part, I mean, some people are just born unbelievably good looking and everything, but most of us aren't. For most of us, if you're going to meet the person that you're going to spend the rest of your life with, you have to make a decision. I am going to allow people to pull my heart out of my chest, to damage my soul. I'm going to be made to be embarrassed, to feel awkward, to feel goofy. Like that's all like the door charge for getting in, and to the point where you suddenly come across someone and it's like, oh, there's a match here. We're having a conversation. Neither of us are trying to get out of the conversation. Like a real thing is happening. Yes?
I don't know if it's so much people are afraid of feeling awkward or the awkward phases of meeting somebody new. It just feels like what I've seen online anyway, because I'm not dating, but that
better not be.
Like, I'm not.
All
I
right.
promise. I'm just doing it for the show, researching. But I've seen online, like people will post like TikToks of going through, their Hinge profile or whatever, and just the stuff that guys post is so poor, like poorly photographed, poorly written, just like not interesting or good, or it's too much, like where the guy is like looks maxing, you know what I mean? Like it was weird. So
but isn't that kind of taking care of that awkwardness? Like you just said, you started it off by saying people don't want awkward, but in the past, the lady had to go out with that guy to go, ooh, he was a goofball. I don't want to date him again. And it sort of avoids that, doesn't it? That whole process of selection, But
what I'm saying is like it feels like maybe this new thing that's happening with the bringing AI into it might help sort of cull the group even more.
Yeah, I know. But I do think that we're losing something. Did a rooster show up in your yard or
I'm
something?
so sorry. There's a storm happening, and so when there's thunder, I have to go put his thunder shirt on.
I figured Baby had a lot to say about this dating.
Yeah, it's
He will not
date,
shut up.
babies.
It's only when I need to talk.
Well, other than that, though, it's fine.
Yeah.
Look at the positives.
Baby the biter.
Look at the positives. I know. I heard rumors. I don't want to be called into
Needs
court.
to go.
I don't know. Well,
Somebody help me.
Find somebody with a farm. That's what you do.
Okay, I'll just find I know
Well, you
farmers.
put a thing out
I
there.
need to get on Farmers Only.
Yeah, get on Farmers
Listen.
Only. You could have your farmer chatbot talk to somebody else's farmer chatbot and figure out whether they love dogs.
Our signal here at WSB gets all the way up to Big Canoe up in the mountains. You can find a farm up there.
Find a good farm. That's
What am I going to do with somebody in Big Canoe?
you're going to
Put it
take
in a canoe and send it down.
Exactly. You'll figure it
Okay,
out.
down like the Potomac.
You can FedEx your dog, right?
Sure.
Just FedEx your dog
Get in there.
down to Big Canoe. You pop a couple of air holes in there. You'll be fine.
Or before, I mean.
Feed him real good before he goes.
Yeah.
Be a couple days without food and water. Be fine.
Really full,
Yeah.
happy, sleepy.
That's all. A little doggy Valium.
Sure.
Be fine.
What do I need to do now?
No, have you? Well, you need to take out an ad somewhere.
did.
Oh,
I have.
okay.
Yep.
Here's the thing. It's like when you're trying to trade a player. You got to get across. This is a great dog. It's just not for me. Hey, this dog's driving me crazy. That's not a good one. That's not a good one.
Oh, yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
let my dog drive you crazy.
The thing
just
is
say
that
it's
the
just not a
people
fit
that-
in lifestyles.
The
That's
people
all.
that have responded have been like, I'm retired and I'm in ill health and I would love to take in this dog. You're like, this is not the dog for you.
Well,
Like,
you're being
hey?
smart then. I mean, you're being
Or,
nice.
this is my I'm a first time pet owner. It's like, okay, no.
Well, I like the fact that even though you've turned a little bit negative in your feelings for the dog, that you're still looking out for the dog and not just sloughing him off on the first person.
Well, yeah,
that
Joe's
comes
like,
along.
hey, you could drive upstate.
Oh, gosh. Oh, my gosh.
I'm just kidding. He would never do that.
I know. Dogs are not like cats. Cats can always find a barn.
Yeah.
Cats could always find a barn and some mice to eat.
See, I don't think my cat would survive out in the wild.
It would figure it out.
I don't think
It
he's
really
dumb.
would.
He's so dumb.
Yeah, well,
he's
'cause
cute, but he's dumb.
He plays dumb so that you'll be like, oh, you're so dumb.
Well,
Wanna
it's
pet you?
working.
I had a
I'll
dumb
feed
cat.
you more because you're so dumb.
I had a dumb cat until it died a few months ago. That's 16 years of stupidity. 16 years of having the dumbest damn cat. Yeah, dumbest damn cat in the world. But we miss old Gracie. Alex Williams says 85 is crowding into Norcross.
Yeah, that afternoon volume really starting to fill in before and after 285, trying to make that drive toward Norcross, Eric. The brake lights find you 85 north just before Chamblee Tucker Road. Stays pretty slow up to Pleasantdale. Then just moderate volume for now. After that, to get up to Steve Reynolds Boulevard, exit 103. Then a secondary slow zone also forming from Sugarloaf Parkway in Duluth up to Highway 317 in Swanee. 400 northbound, you're on the brakes in Sandy Springs. Starting just north of I-285, getting past the North Springs MARTA station. 75 north in Cobb County, just waves of volume the whole way from Windy Hill Road up to Chastain Road in Kennesaw. 575 northbound. I'm also seeing a tap of the brakes there from Bells Ferry Road up to Highway 92 in Woodstock. Next report is in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's Morning News.
Serious trouble brewing in Iran.
The latest news, weather, and traffic.
New crash in Kennesaw. Triple Team Traffic checks I-75 for you.
Don't leave for work without checking in with Atlanta's Morning News.
Dense fog advisory in effect as you wake up.
Tomorrow starting at 5.
95.5 WSB.
How Atlanta starts its day.
At Painting Plus, the commitment to excellence is handed down through generations. Just ask Charlie's dad.
We're a family-run business. Charlie started the business when he was a young teenager.
Hi, I'm Charlie, owner of Painting Plus. My son has worked with me since he was 10 years old. Since he could walk, he's been on the job site.
Painting Plus. The plus means anything and everything exteriors at the highest quality.
Trust the Plus. PaintingPlus.com.
Hi, this is Mark Spain, and our offers are the strongest in the industry. When you receive a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate, there's no showings, no open houses, and no stress. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
Is your septic system out of sight, out of mind? When was the last time it was even inspected? Hi, I'm Shannon, owner of Scorpion Septic. It should be inspected every 3 to 5 years to avoid a costly septic emergency. Our affordable routine maintenance will keep your system running smoothly.
Take the sting out of septic service with Scorpion Septic, where there is never a pump out charge with your repair.
ScorpionSepticServices.com.
The following is a paid commercial announcement.
$2,100. That's 3 months of groceries. $2,100. That's the tax increase Senator Jon Ossoff supported in Washington. Ambitious and liberal, Senator Ossoff voted with national Democrats for a $2,100 tax increase. Senator Ossoff voted to gut the child tax credit for middle-class families. He voted for higher taxes on Social Security recipients earning under $75,000 a year. He even voted to keep taxing tips and overtime pay for hardworking people struggling to get by. A $2,100 tax increase on the average Georgia family? Senator Ossoff's tax hikes would have been devastating. Senator Jon Ossoff is driven by advancing his political ambitions and becoming a Democrat celebrity. He doesn't care about people like you. Call Senator Ossoff today at 202-224-3521 and tell him to stop voting for higher taxes. Paid for by One Nation.
I never thought my closet would be a room I'd find myself sitting in, but I'm basking in the glow of newly installed rods, shelves, and drawers that make up my Artisan Custom Closet. Schedule your free design consultation with a certified master artisan designer at artisancustomclosets.com.
I'm Ultima Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Every time one of my children started driving, it was terrifying. Thousands of accidents happen across the country. We see it every day. If you've been injured in a car accident, call us.
Dial # law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
The following statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
The human brain is truly incredible. It surpasses supercomputers with over 100 billion neurons that control our thoughts, emotions, and movements. Prevagen wants to keep it incredible. Powered by apoaquarin that was originally discovered in jellyfish, Prevagen is designed specifically for the brain to help keep it amazing so you can continue doing what you love with confidence. Try Prevagen for your brain today.
Everywhere you look, things are getting more expensive. But at Consumer Cellular, we're lowering the price for those 50 and up. Now you can get unlimited everything for just $35 a line. That's $35 a month for unlimited talk, text, and data. Switch to the carrier ranked #1 in network coverage and customer satisfaction and get unlimited everything for just $35 a month. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit Consumer Cellular online or in-store today. Price includes $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. Taxes and fees apply. Data speeds reduced after 35 gigabytes. Rankings done by 2025 ACSI survey.
Yeah. I think it's the 26th. Gonna find out. I'll have to go do jury duty. What a pain. I mean, I know it's needed and all that. I'm all for it. I just don't want to do it.
It's your civic duty.
Yeah, well. What has the Civic done for me lately? Yeah, I guess my water works. And
you drove on the road here, didn't you?
People do come pick up my trash. I guess the Civic thing is...
Local government tends to work better than...
Yeah, but I didn't realize that trials are all done by the county. Is that the way it is? Because we don't have them in Roswell. Like I couldn't. If I was being called to jury duty in Roswell, it would take me 4 minutes to get to where I'm going.
Listen,
but
we
everything's
need you
always
down.
Atlanta,
We
North
need
Fulton
you
County,
in downtown. That's where we need you, buddy.
8:30 a.m. So hey, start driving from Roswell, get stuck in the major traffic.
It's so weird that Roswell is considered the same county as Atlanta.
Yeah, I don't know if it was always like that.
No, it was. I think it was something else.
Milton? Was it
Might have
Milton at one point? Things came back together after the Depression. It was a scam. Not a scam. I should say it was a scheme of some kind in the state of Georgia. After the Depression, they made counties really large for some reason. I don't know if it was a way to get money from the federal government or whatever. And then since then, they've been kind of like going back out. So there's a possibility that Roswell was not a part of South Fulton. I don't know.
Apparently,
it was also very rural until,
right.
the 80s.
It does handle some court cases in Roswell, but not jury trials.
See, wouldn't it be easier if we could spread these things out? Why do they all have to have... Hey, make George Stein drive. Make the lawyers drive. That's what it is. That's what's happening here.
The lawyers
don't want to drive. Hey, Blinken used to travel all the way across the state of Illinois. Anybody need some defense?
It took a month.
Yeah.
I slept in all the beds of the men.
That's right.
To
with his
stay
friends.
warm.
To
It was
stay
cold.
warm.
To stay
Cold.
very
Oh,
cold.
I don't know what you're getting at, but these were very, very cold winter evenings. A man had to bunk up with another man.
3 Dog Night.
Share that body heat. Thank you very much. And Abe Lincoln was a cold individual. He needed heat. He
Yeah,
needed,
thin
needed
skin.
men.
Yeah, very
Sleeping
skinny.
all around him.
Well, he's a
He's all
very
stretched out.
Yeah.
He's a very big man. too.
Yes, he got all that. I mean, his toes
He
are
sure
probably
was.
cold. He had to have one. He had to have one guy just lay on his toes.
Everybody knew that about him.
Yeah.
Stretched out.
Yeah. Stretched out man. Just, we talk about Abraham Lincoln all the time, but it really was a guy, who had the experience the way we have the experience. You just happened to be Abraham Lincoln.
Well, what I love is when these
You forget that sometimes. Like it was just some sort of icon. Or, I think it's silly to say things like this, but George Washington never heard of Abraham Lincoln. We put them together all the time.
Yeah, like they're buds.
Yeah.
yeah they celebrate
Washington died with no ever hearing that name.
President's Day celebrates both of them.
Well, President's Day celebrates them all now.
Oh, does it celebrate
Well,
them all?
it used to.
It used to
put
be
them
Lincoln
together.
and Washington's birthday.
Yeah.
Right, but before that, didn't they have separate birthdays? And those
They did.
Those were put together so that we didn't add one for MLK, right? And then Washington Lincoln became President's Day, where you got to celebrate every president.
Yeah.
I mean, not many people.
You
are
got to
into every
celebrate
president.
all of them.
That's right.
I mean, some people got to celebrate Nixon and.
Wow.
Who was the worst president ever?
Grant.
Yeah.
He was the most corrupt, but was he the worst? Just because you're corrupt doesn't mean
I'd say
things don't get
Buchanan
done.
was the worst.
Heavens to
Hoover,
Betsy,
come
the
on. government's going to
Hoover.
collapse. Yeah, there's going to be a war. I better get out of here.
President Hoover was probably the worst.
Not his fault.
Hoover was dealing with the aftermath of stuff that he didn't start. He wasn't the market crashed in '29. Was Hoover president? No, he was. I'm gonna sound like an idiot, but I feel like he was elected.
Yes, he was.
Yes, he was president, and then Roosevelt was elected in '32. But I don't think it was necessarily his policies. The policies of the '20s. The problem with Hoover was that he wouldn't go full socialist the way Roosevelt would.
Right.
Hoover wanted to kind of leg it out, have a bad 2-3 years, and then move on. And the people weren't hearing it because they were hungry. And when people are hungry, you have to feed them. Alex Williams says there's a stall on 285 North in DeKalb.
And DOT says right lane knocked out with this one, 285 North, the outer loop between I-20 and Glenwood Road. Haven't seen it on the jam cam, but I do see the delays. But they pretty much start back around Boulder Crest Road, trying to make that transition on 285 east and north up past I-20 toward Clarkston, so look out for that. 285 southbound, that ride's getting slower as well from I-85 down to Highway 78, the Stone Mountain Freeway. Maybe heading over to Truist Park for the Braves game. 285 westbound, the outer loop. That ride's sluggish between Dunwoody and Sandy Springs from Ashford Dunwoody Road, passing Roswell Road. Traffic brought to you by Mark Spain Real Estate. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing. Next report is in less than 10 minutes from the Trustdale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Looking for a new deck? Simple answer for this. You need Ben Hill Renovations. Dave Baker here. Ben Hill Renovations builds decks. They can also do screened-in porches, outdoor living areas, multi-story wraparound decks, or just your basic wood deck with a set of stairs. They have a wonderful showroom and design center at their office, and financing is available. Schedule a free design consultation at your home today. Go to bhrenovations.com. Ben Hill Renovations, creating raving fans since 1964.
Men, if you're suffering from ED or PE, you're not alone. Most importantly, you don't have to live with it. Priority Men's Medical Center restores men's love lives in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, even when Viagra and Cialis don't work. Here's Dr. Simovitz, specialist in men's health.
Priority Men's Medical Center's painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. 98% of patients see instant results right in the office.
Men are now lasting longer than they ever imagined. And the best part, at Priority Men's Medical Center, your consultation and first treatment are free. Qualified patients even get their testosterone checked free. Call 404-885-8885. 404-885-8885. Take control of your love life. Call now. 404-885-8885.
There comes a moment when you look at your aging parents and think, I just want them safe. I want them at home and I just want them cared for. Maybe your mom wants to stay in the house she lived in for 40 years. Maybe dad just isn't ready to leave his garden, but you know they can't do it alone anymore. It's Belinda Skelton. I recommend Atlanta-based Four Seasons Home Care. They specialize in helping your loved ones age in place in the comfort and dignity of their own homes. With caregivers you can actually trust, every single caregiver is thoroughly background checked and carefully vetted because Four Seasons knows when someone steps into your parents' home, they're stepping into your family. Don't settle for just anyone when it comes to the people you love most. Do what I did when my parents needed help. Choose trusted, compassionate home care. Choose Four Seasons Home Care. Google and then call Four Seasons Home Care today.
Life moves pretty fast, doesn't it? One day you're carrying a baby through the front door for the very first time, and then suddenly you're teaching that same child how to drive. The truth is, those meaningful moments in life don't happen at a stadium, on a stage, or at a five-star resort. They all happen at home. Hi, this is Candace from Excavations, and have I got a tip for you? Did you know the average homeowner stays in their home for at least a decade? So when considering a remodeling project, ask yourself, what will I still love 10 years from now? For nearly 30 years, Excavations has helped Atlanta homeowners create beautiful outdoor living spaces, stunning exteriors, energy-efficient windows, and lasting home improvements designed to make every day a little more enjoyable. Because when your home looks better, works better, and feels better, life feels better too. If you want a remodeling experience that's on time, on budget, and stress-free, visit exovations.com. That's EXOVATIONS.com.
News, weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 5 o'clock, I'm Bill Kayaccio. News is sponsored by Southern Exteriors. Our top local story as the conflict in the Middle East continues, military leaders tout the strategic value of a base right here in metro Atlanta. They call it a global training powerhouse.
With more than 2,000 employees and a $180 million economic impact, Dobbins Air Reserve Base is an asset for Cobb County. But Georgia Air National Guard Major General Kanata Crumley explains it plays a key role in their strategic readiness as well.
Right now, I have airmen in combat in OEF, in CENTCOM, in the Middle East. So that's how our mission has evolved.
He says Dobbins allows them to access operational ready equipment to be better prepared when they're in combat. In Cobb County, Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
It is 89 degrees right now in Atlanta. We are seeing some rain right now in the Stockbridge area. Hot and humid with isolated showers around this evening. Wind has reached the mid to upper 90s. Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast coming up. This is new at 5 o'clock. Atlanta police arrest a couple in connection with the death of an infant. Officers found the infant along Mary George Avenue back in May. The investigation leads to the arrest of 32-year-old James Hayes and 31-year-old Kennedy Ponder. Hayes is charged with second-degree murder and several child cruelty charges. Ponder is also charged with child cruelty. A Metro Atlanta man gives his own life to save a young girl swimming in the ocean.
After spotting the girl struggling against a dangerous rip current at Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, 47-year-old Derek Moore took swift action and helped get her to safety. Tragically, the same rip current then pulled Moore out to sea.
He put his personal safety to the side to save this child. He was able to successfully save her, but unfortunately lost his life in the process.
Myrtle Beach's Meredith Denary says Moore did not know the girl. Moore lived in Loganville and was a teacher with DeKalb County Schools. He leaves behind 4 children. Graham Kill, 95.5 WSB.
An investigation underway after a woman's body is pulled from a lake in DeKalb County. DeKalb police are trying to determine how the woman died. She's identified as 70-year-old Joanne Howell, who was the subject of a Maddie's call last week. She was reported missing on Friday. Fire crews were called to the small private lake in the Misty Lake subdivision this morning after reports of a possible drowning. The death toll now over 100 and significant damage reported after a major earthquake in Colombia. Reporter Patrick Revel says the 7.4 magnitude quake hit in the western part of the South American country.
We know that rescue efforts are underway. We've been seeing these frightening videos showing buildings swaying, walls collapsing, the buildings themselves coming down, people terrified, holding on to each other, just trying not to be thrown to the ground.
The city of Cali's mayor says at least 20 buildings have collapsed there. President Trump signs an executive order today spacing out childhood vaccines into separate doctor's visits and splitting the combined measles, mumps, and rubella vaccine into 3 different shots.
The MMR, we want to have separate visits, separate times. The vaccine being broken into 3 separate single doses and vaccines being administered in separate visits.
The president has long suspected the number or timing of vaccines could play a role in autism spectrum disorder, even as scientific consensus and decades of studies have firmly concluded there is no link. Water bills are going up in Fayetteville.
Customers will notice a 3% increase on September's water bill, that according to a statement from the city. Fayetteville City Council voted in August of last year to approve the rate increases over 5 years for a total of a 5% increase by the fiscal year 2030. So on bills starting in September, customers will see that 3% increase. Fees for bulk and yard waste for sanitation will remain their current $4 monthly fee. Sabrina Cupid, 95.5 WSB.
MARTA's board of directors interviews 3 finalists today to be their next general manager and chief executive. They're expected to announce MARTA's next permanent GM and CEO at its regular board meeting on Thursday. Among the finalists is Jonathan Hunt, who has served as MARTA's interim GM for the past year. It is 5:04, and the Von Hessler Doctrine continues in less than 2 minutes. Right now, live team coverage of traffic and weather in the 24-hour traffic center. It's Alex Williams.
It's all volume through downtown, Bill. It's a slow ride southbound, about 24 minutes to travel from the 85-400 merge down to I-20. That's just all brake lights. 75 southbound delays find you approaching Howell Mill, Northside Drive, exit 252. And 75-85 northbound, that ride's also jam-packed, University Avenue. I'm seeing those delays continue up past Peachtree, Pine Street, but you're going to break free once you get past the Varsity there on your right, approaching 10th Street, exit number 250. And on the east side perimeter, still got trouble in the right lane, 285 north the outer loop between I-20 and Glenwood Road, slowing you before Flat Shoals Parkway. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast, sponsored by Shoemate, the official air conditioning of Atlanta. Here's meteorologist Christina Edwards.
Hot and humid this evening with partly cloudy skies, an isolated rain shower or thunderstorm possible through the late night hours. Then temperatures tonight will fall to the mid-70s. Tomorrow afternoon, partly cloudy, an isolated pop-up shower or thunderstorm possible, highs in the low to mid-90s. Wednesday, partly cloudy skies with a few hit-or-miss rain showers, high around 94. Temperatures will climb to the mid to upper 90s by Friday, with heat index values in the triple digits.
Some rain showers now on Storm Tracker radar showing up in the South Metro area. Also some rain up near Canton at this hour. It is 91 in Conyers, 89 in Peachtree City, and 89 in Alpharetta. More news at 5:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Hour 3 of the Von Hessler Doctrine begins right now. So is this the first Board of Peace thing? They offered up this 15-point.
Frankly, I'm growing very bored of peace.
Gaza plan, and Netanyahu rejected it.
He sure did.
Boy, if only we had some leverage. I mean, he's rejected it, so I guess we'll have to go back to the old drawing board of peace.
That's right.
Finish the job, Mr. President.
And then
I hired you to do.
And then there's the Iran thing. Now where Trump is, the administration is saying we're going to go with we're not going to do this with bombs. We're going to do it with an economic squeeze, which means 6 months, a year. How long is the economic squeeze? But the reality is that we don't have the weapons. Isn't that obviously what's going on here at the bottom of this is that we don't have enough missiles to go do the job the way that we had planned to do the job, because they thought the job would be over in 14 days or something when they started all of this, and they thought they had plenty of munitions, but they don't now. And we don't have enough missiles, and we don't have enough interceptors, and we're using $1 million missiles to shoot down $35,000 drones, and it's not difficult to figure out how that's not sustainable. By the way, from the Pentagon and the suppliers, how long were they still taking our millions of dollars and making missiles when they are the experts that knew that the $35,000 drones are going? We don't want to switch over to $35,000 drones. We like the $1 million. How much of that was going on with Raytheon and these companies. It's just the way human beings are. I'd rather have $1 million per missile. I get a bigger chunk of that money, and I get a bigger bonus. I don't know. I'm not in there, but I'm wondering, it's a company. They're probably their first priority, even though they make defensive weapons, is make money. And $1 million per missile, I think, makes more sense if you're trying to make money. And just the rank incompetence, of starting something like this when you know that you don't have, or they thought it'd be over in 14 days and they would have enough. We started giving all these missiles and interceptors to Ukraine years ago, and then we start this. And Iran doesn't have the missiles or the equipment either. But they just have the leverage because they got the Strait of Hormuz, and as long as they have one drone that can knock out one ship at any given time, and again, this is rank incompetence on our part. This is stuff that should have been understood, probably was understood, maybe even was argued to the right people and just fell on deaf ears. I don't know. But if you're buying any other explanation as to why we're going the route that we're going, then we don't have the munitions, then, good for you. You're a hopeful sort, I guess. You see the glass is half empty, and who am I to yell at you for that? But as for me, I like clear eyes and seeing the real world. And I don't live in a fantasy world. And this is just rank incompetence. All those years when we're paying $800 billion a year in our military budgets, didn't you think that they were using that money to build, it's keeping your supply and then making your plans for war. And remember this, both for all of these missiles, these are both wars of choice. We don't have to be involved in Ukraine, and we don't have to be involved in Iran. Now, you can make your argument. I'm not even settled on it. It is arguable that we should, and there's an argument that we shouldn't for both of them. But the reason there are arguments is because they were wars of choice. Maybe you think that they were a good choice, but you've got to do it the proper way. So we didn't have to give one missile to Ukraine, and we didn't have to invade Iran. We decided to do both of those things. Again, you can argue about good or bad, but if you're going to do these things, then you need to have the munitions. And you can't just walk around with a big set dangling there and be like, well, we big guys, so we come crush you, because we've got 9,000 examples of that not working in our past. So that example was there of smaller countries being able to prolong or defeat us. Vietnam, anyone? Korea, still a truce. That was never ended. So you just have incompetence here. I'm not even talking about being anti-war or pro-war or thinking it's good or thinking it's bad. You don't get in your car, decide to drive 400 miles with 1 gallon of fuel in your tank. You don't get any points for wanting to drive 400 miles or 200 miles. If you decide you want to drive that far, you got to fill the tank first. And they decided to get involved in this stuff with a half-empty tank. And it's just incompetence. It's just incompetence. Before you even get to the point of arguing whether we should be there and whether we shouldn't be there. And of course, there are good arguments that can be made on both sides with Ukraine and Iran, I suppose. But if you're going to do something, you have to have the ability to do it. And it's just rank incompetence to be in this situation that we're in. And now they want a $1.5 trillion budget for the Pentagon. Hey, I'm going to assume you're building the weapons that are needed to do the things that you want to do if I'm giving you $1 trillion a year. Am I asking too much? Oh, war's not covered. Really? War is not covered in your $1.5 trillion annual budget. That's interesting. What do you have, 3 secretaries when you could use 1? Where is it's not anti-patriotic to say these people are incompetent. Because the assumption is that within this country, there are people who are competent. And my guess is it ain't anybody running against them either. It's the whole political class. No matter what side, the things that we're arguing about are ridiculous. Hey, if you're going to be a warmonger, have the munitions. That's just incompetent. They don't have enough either, but they've got the leverage with the Strait of Hormuz and their ability just to knock out a ship here or there. And people are like, well, what if we get 90% of them through? Do you understand the concept of insurance? If you're going to run oil through here on ships, that it has to be insured.
Yeah, it's millions of dollars on each one of those tankers.
And if Iran takes one out, then
Yeah.
it goes up every single time. That's not something that you can do anything about as President of the United States. Although we tried. Remember, we were going to do our own insurance? Where the hell that went? Nowhere, because it was a stupid idea.
Well, I think everybody.
The better idea is don't start a war if you don't have the munitions to end the war, or be competent enough to know that it's probably going to last longer than 14 days. That's all competence.
Do you think that they're saying this to try to up the military budget from basically $1 trillion to $1.5 trillion? That's where my antennas go up.
No,
a
I
little bit.
think he would end this if he could, because it's not helping with the midterms. No matter what he says, Trump would end this if he could. It's not going to be a good idea. It's not going to be a good thing to have $4 plus gas and the forever war continuing. It hasn't been
every
forever
grocery
yet.
being expensive.
Yeah, it's incredibly expensive.
So, no matter what his public rhetoric is, he knows inside that if the war was over and you had relief on these different areas, they'd have a better shot for the midterms. No, I think it was incompetence. We got ourselves into something we don't, we have a very difficult way to get out of. There's only one way to get out. Leave. And that never happens. It never happens. This is why we have forever wars. I'll tell you something about billionaires. They're very good at just cutting and running when it's their own money. Like if they put a lot of money into something, the reason billionaires, they just move on. If they waste a bunch of money, like Zuckerberg, he wasted $85 billion on the metaverse. But it's not, you'd think something like that would weigh on you. Okay, now that's gone, kill it. All right, I need $80 billion for this other thing. Billionaires are very good at doing that when it comes to money. But military people, politicians, billionaires/politicians, these forever wars happen because they come to the conclusion that we can't win it in the way that we wanted to win it. And then it's about, well, we gotta save face. I've been on this planet 62 years. I've lived in this country the whole time. The proof is in the pudding. You do not have to save face. You cut, you run, you get made fun of, life goes on. Before you know it, you're in some other thing, and you're the United States of America. The bicentennial happened a couple of years after we were humiliated in Vietnam. You go back to 1976. Everybody was proud to be an American. Everybody, it was a big it was a celebration that went better than the one that we just went through. Everybody was on board.
Nobody remembers it. The most recent one.
Because it wasn't a celebration of the country. Everybody understands that what it was a celebration of. But, listen, you're going to agree and disagree with anything, any administration on things. But the bottom line is you have to be competent. And the reason that we're not doing this the way that we thought we were going to be doing this is because we don't have the munitions. And that's because of rank incompetence. We're in a situation where the only way to end it quickly is to get involved with war crimes. And thankfully, there have been voices high enough that have said that's not the way to go. Alex Williams says there's trouble on 285 South in Clarkston.
That's right, Eric. Tow truck trying to get a stall out of the second left lane, 285 southbound, the inner loop right at East Ponce, exit number 40. That is slowing the ride pretty heavily back up to I-85, and delays start even before that on 285 east, the inner loop through Dorville. In northwest Atlanta, just found a new crash, 75 northbound at West Paces Ferry. That's knocking out a center lane. You're slowing back before Moores Mill. Traffic brought to you by CummonsRecall.com. Recall 67A mobile appointments are now available in your area. They come quick to you, quick in under an hour. Complete the recall to get $500 plus a warranty worth thousands. Schedule at CummonsRecall.com. Next report is in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Start your workday.
This isn't a black and white story, and there are a lot of unanswered questions. That's my initial take.
Mark Arum.
Leaned over because I can't see out of the icy window.
Getting you through your morning.
It might be the end of the day. A question of, do the ends justify the means?
Mark Arum.
Tomorrow at 9 a.m.
95.5 WSB. Atlanta's News and Talk.
You fell in love with her because she's unlike any other woman in the world, so why settle for an ordinary engagement ring you could find almost anywhere? Well, I know a place where you can design your own custom engagement ring. Terra Fine Jewelry Company. At Terra, the styles and designs are endless, and their expert jewelers make it easy to bring your personally designed engagement ring to life. Your bride-to-be deserves more than a cookie-cutter engagement ring, so explore the vast options of custom design rings at Terra Fine Jewelry Company in Beaufort, Georgia. Terra Fine Jewelry Company.
WSB Atlanta, WSB BFM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's news and talk.
You don't need to tell me budgets are tight. Economic uncertainty, global politics, AI taking jobs we used to think were safe. Nobody wants to spend money they don't have to. But you've got to do something nice for your family, don't you? A cookie for the dog, nice dinner for you and your better half. Wouldn't it be nice to do something special for the house you love without breaking the bank just to do it? At Mo Better Garage, we make that way mo better. A new garage door can completely transform the look of your property. For way less than a major renovation or landscaping project, modern designs, whisper quiet, connects with your phone and your fancy new car, a few $1,000s can literally change the appearance of your whole house. How do I know? Because I'm Mo. Call Mo Better Garage and we'll come show you the difference we can make. And that part won't cost you a dime.
Mo Better Garage, we make it way more better.
MoBetterGarage.com.
Palmetto bugs, water bugs, smoky browns, they're all roaches and you want them gone.
Mark Aram with Matt Breda for Breda Pest Management.
A truly healthy home needs protection inside and out. Most roaches do enter from the outside, but once they're in, they nest, thrive, and multiply. Our precise protection targets roaches at the source.
Breda, no need to be afraid of bugs.
This kitchen is insane. New counters, new floors. Who did this?
My house.
Your house did your kitchen?
Yep. I used a HomeTap home equity investment to get cash from the equity I already had, with no monthly payments or impact on my mortgage rate.
So your home paid for itself. That's genius.
Huh. I guess I am a genius.
All right. Easy there.
HomeTap lets you turn your home equity into cash with no monthly payments. It's your home. Tap into it. See how much you could get at HomeTap.com.
There comes a moment when you look at your aging parents and think, I just want them safe. I want them at home, and I just want them cared for. Maybe your mom wants to stay in the house she lived in for 40 years. Maybe dad just isn't ready to leave his garden, but you know they can't do it alone anymore. It's Belinda Skelton. I recommend Atlanta-based Four Seasons Home Care. They specialize in helping your loved ones age in place in the comfort and dignity of their own homes. With caregivers you can actually trust, every single caregiver is thoroughly background checked and carefully vetted, because Four Seasons knows when someone steps into your parents' home, they're stepping into your family. Don't settle for just anyone when it comes to the people you love most. Do what I did when my parents needed help. Choose trusted, compassionate home care. Choose Four Seasons Home Care. Google and then call Four Seasons Home Care today.
So there's a lot of like transgender WNBA news, but I don't know. Two of them are performative, right?
Yeah, Royce White and Agnes Cantor. They're the ones that are performative. They were former NBA players that have announced.
So they're trying to make like a political point or a comical point or something like that. But then there is a transgender player in where? France?
Yes, her name is Julie Tetart, I think is how you say her last name. And
she is being allowed to play in female basketball in France right now.
And she transitioned from being a man.
And if anything is like the NBA, then you're just going to go for the best players in the world. Right?
Oh yeah, she's 6'3", and I mean she would dominate if she.
So that would be the real deal if they, you know. Well, I'm going to leave that argument to everybody else. I don't even, I don't even watch the WNBA. Why? This is the whole thing. But this is my new thing. I don't have to weigh in on everything. I mean, I don't watch the WNBA, so I think it's outrageous. I don't even watch the WNBA. And the WNBA now, just on the periphery of news stories, I see the headlines. Are they like actively trying to become get like WWE headlines or something? It seems like there's always there's hey, we're the fighting tough. And look, it gets people talking about you as a league. I suppose that's That's true. Well, you would want them talking about highlights, probably.
Sophie Cunningham did take a massively hard foul, and then that started the whole race thing.
Once I start looking at it, it's racial. I'm like, okay, I'm out.
Yep.
Sorry, man. If you want fans, you can't have, it's a whole racial thing every 3 months, because people just are like, okay, don't want to deal with them. No, thank you. Not taking a side.
Hey.
Plenty of other things in the entertainment arena that I could be focusing on, Look at how people, the whole NFL, we're not going to stand for the national anthem thing, Fans were just like, we're going to pretend we're not seeing it. Really, for the most part. Fans were just like, this will go away someday. I'm just going to – I love this sport too much. I'm just not even going to get involved.
Woke One was crazy.
What's what?
Woke One was crazy.
Woke One. I don't even know what that is.
It's like AOC said that on her ABC interview recently, and was kind of like she was –
woke one, but what is considered
like
woke
one? Wave one.
Oh, the first wave of woke.
Yes.
Was she saying it went too far?
Yes.
I see. So they have a better version. But a lot of people on the left say that there's no such thing as woke, and it's just something that's just made up by right-wingers.
Well, when it turns out to be unpopular, sometimes you
just act like it's
have
not.
To recognize that it did happen, and then
I just
kind of like affordability.
I've just gotten to the like that. They just made up that.
Never
word.
heard of it.
I've just gotten to the point now where it's like, does this really affect me? I'm not being sucked into people's social nonsense and society nonsense. I'm smart enough to know that we're all being screwed by the same 200 people.
Yeah.
And without getting redress for those grievances, I'm not interested in the cultural grievance. I'm not saying that they're not real. I'm not saying that they aren't arguments that, have some substance to them. But when you put in the bucket of the 200 people who are draining the resources of all the rest of us, I'd like redress of that grievance first, and then I'll get to your, he likes it hot, I like it cold arguments of the whole culture.
You're not going to bring
culture arguments.
You're not going to bring your big political sign when the Indiana Fever play the Dream this Sunday.
No. I wouldn't even
Go
know.
Dream, by the way.
I would never even know that the Dream were playing the Fever if you didn't tell me that. So and that's my point. Is people become experts on stuff, really fast because everybody just wants to have their cultural point when really most of us don't even understand the underlying thing.
Can I tell you the coolest WNBA news story I've heard in the past 2 weeks?
What's that?
Angela Reese is on Atlanta, right?
Yes.
Angel Reese.
Angel Reese. She spent a lot of money buying thousands of kids' school supplies.
Yeah, but who wants to talk about that?
I know, but that is a cool story, and it gets no coverage.
Yeah, but it's boring. She did something nice. That's what.
Hey,
who wants to talk about that?
She's my superstar because she's part of the Atlanta Dream. She's my superstar.
Because you're a mindless fan.
Screw Caitlin Clark.
You love anything.
Screw the rest of the league. I'm an Angel Reese fan
swear to
through
you.
and through. She knows what she's talking
Stephen Miller put on a Falcons uniform. This guy would be a fan.
Let's go, Miller. He loves him anyway.
Alex Williams has better news on 75 in Northwest Atlanta.
Yeah, Hero was quick to the scene to clear this center lane crash. Eric 75 northbound West Paces Ferry. It slowed the ride behind it, though, leaving Northside Drive up to Moores Mill, but I expect that to improve. Also better news on 285 South in Clarkston. They cleared up that stall that was in the second left lane, right around East Ponce, exit number 40. We've still been dealing with trouble in at least a right lane, 285 north, the outer loop into Cabot, Glenwood Road. It's just really caused it a rough ride trying to leave I-675. Not much better if you hop on 20 eastbound from 285. You're going to be on the brakes from Wesley Chapel Road out to Panola Road, exit 71 as you make that drive towards Stonecrest and Lithonia. Traffic brought to you by Reliable Heating and Air. Stop paying for expensive heating and air repairs or home warranties. Get a reliable protection plan for just $14.99 a month and enjoy 100% parts and labor coverage for any age, system, make, or model. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Georgia's growing fast. That includes more large energy users like data centers choosing to do business here. The good news? Georgia Power says residential customers won't pay more because of it. Large load customers are required to fully fund the infrastructure needed to serve them, helping protect homeowners and small businesses from added costs. In fact, Georgia Power has frozen base rates through 2028, and beginning 2029, the typical residential customer could see annual savings in their bill averaging more than $100. Learn more at georgiapower.com/data centers.
Every year, summer ends and the kids go back to school. This year, I'm going back too, at My Computer Career. They'll help me get the skills and certifications that can get me noticed by top employers in months, not years. Now I'm on a fast track to a high-demand IT career where the rewards can finally match my value. Visit mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation today. That's mycomputercareer.edu. It's never too late to go back to school.
Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
On BritBox, your next hidden gem is right around the corner.
If you're going to be bold, here is the place to do it.
Get ready for Britain's most anticipated series, streaming exclusively on BritBox. Catch new seasons of favourites, including Ludwig, starring David Mitchell.
You want someone to get murdered?
And the eagerly awaited new adaptation of Agatha Christie's iconic detective duo, Tommy and Tuppence.
Do you think we're actually really good at this?
Stream the best of British TV on BritBox. Watch with a free trial.
Back to school time, which means it's a great reminder to tell you that your roof protects everything you love and cherish, including your kids. Most importantly, your kids. Hey, it's Mark Aaron back from my pals at Dr. Roof. Price match guarantee, up to a 50-year workmanship warranty. Coupons online at drroof.com. Make sure your most precious kids are protected with the best roof possible. Be ready before the storm hits. All the details online at drroof.com. That's drroof.com.
Cancer. One small cell can change everything. Beating it takes something big. Northside Hospital Cancer Institute is built for it. Built for breakthroughs. Pioneering clinical research, treatment, and surgical innovation. With the most cancer centers and board-certified oncologists in Georgia. We're built around you, with personalized care from screening through survival. Northside Hospital Cancer Institute, built to beat cancer.
Hi, I'm Chuck Gemmel, Service Manager of Butler Lexus of South Atlanta. I make sure you get complete transparency every time you get your Lexus service at Butler Lexus of South Atlanta. Come and visit us today and see for yourself, or give us a call at 800-NEW-LEXUS.
Hey, it's Shelley Winter for Superior Plumbing. Your time is very valuable, and Superior Plumbing knows this, so they won't have you waiting all day for an appointment. Superior Plumbing arrives on time or oftentimes early. They explain a solution to the problem, give you a fair and reasonable quote, and the job is done professionally and with certainty. They're the experts, so do what I did when I needed a plumber. Book your appointment at SuperiorPlumbing.com. That's SuperiorPlumbing.com.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 5:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News sponsored by A1 Garage Door Service. Our top local story, a Loganville man is remembered as a hero after sacrificing his own life to save a young girl in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina.
A young girl was unfortunately pulled out to the ocean by a rip current, and a very brave man, who we now know was Derek Moore, rushed to save her. It's my understanding he was also in the water at the time.
Myrtle Beach's Meredith Denary says the 47-year-old did not know the girl he saved. The father of four was pulled out by the rip current. His body was found the next day. Moore taught at Rockbridge Elementary School in DeKalb County. DeKalb Superintendent of Schools Dr. Norman Sauce calls Moore a hero and says this is not the first time he dove into the water to save someone's life. He also saved his mother years ago. It is 89 degrees in Atlanta. Isolated showers around tonight. Will this trend continue tomorrow? And what day will see a heat index value in the triple digits? Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast coming up. As the conflict in the Middle East continues, military leaders tout the strategic value of Dobbins Air Reserve Base in Cobb County.
Because if you watch the news in the last year or so, you see that the wars haven't stopped, and we're stamping out evil wherever we can find it, and you all are making that possible.
Georgia Air National Guard Major General Kenoda Crumley says Dobbins allows them to access operational-ready equipment to be better prepared when they are in combat. Conyers police say they are investigating a shooting at the AutoZone on the south side of the city today. Officers say the injured person is an employee who was accidentally shot by another employee. The victim was taken to the hospital for medical care. The employee responsible for the shooting is charged with reckless conduct. New sheriff's deputies hit the streets of Fulton County. The basic law enforcement class of 2026 is made up of 19 new deputies. The sheriff's office says this class received the highest number of awards presented during graduation. Two new proposals are meant to protect our nation's food supply.
These two actions will change how the federal government oversees what's in our food
and how we understand the foods that Americans eat.
Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. says one requires manufacturers to notify the FDA when determining a substance added to human or animal food is generally recognized as safe, and the other is the federal government's first proposed definition of ultra-processed foods. At a ceremony today, Joint Base Charleston is officially renamed.
So my fellow Americans, it is my honor to say welcome to Joint Base Lindsey Graham. May God bless the United States of America. Thank you.
Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth is part of the ceremony renaming the base after South Carolina's late senator who passed away last month at the age of 71. The nation's strategic petroleum reserve drops below 300 million barrels for the first time since the early 1980s. New data from the Energy Department shows the reserve held about 298 million barrels as of Friday. The reserve can hold more than 700 million barrels, but officials say current levels are expected to fall even more in the coming weeks before the latest authorized release is complete. Over 100 people are dead. Dozens of buildings have collapsed in a major earthquake in western Colombia. The 7.4 magnitude quake led to evacuations as far away as Bogota. The earthquake was also felt in neighboring Ecuador. After a slow start to the Atlantic hurricane season, Jim Ryan reports things are picking up between Africa and the Americas.
The Atlantic map at the National Hurricane Center features two areas of disorganized showers and thunderstorms that forecasters are watching. Models suggest the two may merge toward the middle of the week and give birth to a tropical depression by the weekend. Where it's headed is anyone's guess.
New flying vehicles are coming to the Sunshine State.
By the end of the year, Florida will be actively testing eVTOL aircraft throughout Central Florida aerospace region.
Governor Ron DeSantis says the vehicles will take off vertically, fly people or goods to a destination, and then land with no runway necessary. It is 5:34 and time for live team coverage of traffic and weather. In the 24-hour traffic center, here is Alex Williams.
Unfortunately, going to have to sound a quick traffic red alert here, Bill. This is up in Jackson County and Pendergrass. Traffic troopers just called and told me about this one, and I see it. 85 northbound is completely shut down at Highway 137. Highway 129, exit 137. Use Highway 124 as an alternate. Now, before that, if you're leaving DeKalb toward Gwinnett County, 85 northbound, those brake lights grab you just north of Shallowford Road. You're going to stay on and off the brakes all the way up through Norcross toward Beaver Ruin, then jam up again between Duluth and Suwanee, right around Highway 120 Duluth Highway up to the 985 split. 400 northbound, that ride's still packed in Sandy Springs, just north of 285, up past the North Springs MARTA station. And 75 north has gotten slower between Marietta and Kennesaw from Delk Road, and not going to find much relief till you clear Barrett Parkway. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast with meteorologist Christina Edwards.
Hot and humid this evening with partly cloudy skies, an isolated rain shower or thunderstorm possible through the late night hours. Then temperatures tonight will fall to the mid-70s. Tomorrow afternoon, partly cloudy, an isolated pop-up shower or thunderstorm possible, highs in the low to mid-90s. Wednesday, partly cloudy skies with a few hit-or-miss rain showers, high around 94. Temperatures will climb to the mid to upper 90s by Friday with heat index values in the triple digits.
Spotty rain showers are showing up now on Storm Tracker radar. Some heavy rain right now in the Stockbridge-McDonough region of Metro Atlanta. It is 92 in Woodstock, 90 in Chamblee, and 86 in Union City. More news at 6 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Hi, I'm Jacob, your friend and an actual jeweler craftsman at Shane Company. I'm proud to work for a family business that's been committed to the highest quality standards for nearly 100 years. Your dream engagement ring is designed for quality every step of the way. We set your diamond by hand, not with machines. Prong tips are beautiful and secure, and intricate details are thoughtfully crafted. At Shane Company, there's no shortcuts, just craftsmanship. Because a friend knows true love deserves the highest quality. Visit us in store or at shaneco.com. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
Know your rights before you're stopped. Print your free DUI rights card at georgestein.com.
Life moves pretty fast, doesn't it? One day you're carrying a baby through the front door for the very first time, and then suddenly you're teaching that same child how to drive. The truth is, those meaningful moments in life don't happen at a stadium, on a stage, or at a five-star resort. They all happen at home. Hi, this is Candace from Excavations, and have I got a tip for you. Did you know the average homeowner stays in their home for at least a decade? So when considering a remodeling project, ask yourself, what will I still love 10 years from now? For nearly 30 years, Exovations has helped Atlanta homeowners create beautiful outdoor living spaces, stunning exteriors, energy-efficient windows, and lasting home improvements designed to make every day a little more enjoyable. Because when your home looks better, works better, and feels better, life feels better too. If you want a remodeling experience that's on time, on budget, and stress-free, visit exovations.com. That's EXOVATIONS.com.
Coolray is celebrating 60 years of bringing home comfort to Atlanta, and they're making this month unforgettable. Right now, you can upgrade your home comfort with a new Carrier cooling system starting at just $60 a month. The Georgia heat is here, and if your AC struggled last summer or you're worried about rising repair costs, now is the time to replace. For 60 years, Atlanta homeowners have trusted Coolray to keep their homes comfortable. To set an appointment today, simply go to Coolray.com. Coolray and Carrier. Turn to the experts.
Yeah. That's what I say to that. But Newsmax 2, you say, oh, they have a new slogan?
It looks like their new slogan is real news for real people.
Yeah. Like I'm supposed to believe that there'll be absolutely no AI influence whatsoever. It will never know. It's real. What does real mean anymore? Surreal?
Nothing is real.
Nothing is real.
Well, Newsmax 1 is still independent American.
Is that with periods?
Yes.
Okay, very good. Boy, I know I can rely on nothing. There's nothing. I know for a fact. It is good to know what you know, right?
Mm-hmm.
I know for a fact I should question everything. Although that gets exhausting. So sometimes maybe I can get duped into thinking something's not quite as evil as it turns out to be. I mean, just all of the corporate speak in this country. Everybody is tuned out. Everyone is tuned out. They just know it. They can feel it. It's shallow. It's just thin. It's, it's everything that corporate speak where you put like a positive spin on the worst news ever kind of stuff. It's like, it used to always be there, but it was something you dealt with when you went to work. Your boss going on and on about some kind of stupid corporate nonsense. But then you could go home. But it's just everywhere now. People just speak in these, just ridiculous nonsense. Hey, never give up. Well, sometimes it's wise. I hate to be the person to say this, but sometimes really what you need to be is, kind of tuned into reality, and then you would know when not to give up and when, you know what? They don't keep boxing matches going forever. At some point, you throw in the towel, At some point, the guy who is your manager says, hey, he's done. Is that not giving up? Sometimes people just live by these weird kind of like one-size-fits-all sort of philosophy viewpoints, when in reality, life is about nuance. You got to read the situation. You got to read the room. You got to read the people that are around you. And in any given situation, you might have 2 or 3 different ways you can go. And the smarter you are about reading the room and the situation and the other people around, the better off you're going to be. This idea that everything is, that's why, nobody watches American Idol anymore because everyone, not nobody. Enough
it got
to be
renewed?
Around. It gets renewed. But I mean, it's not what the phenomenon that it was because you don't have Simon Cowell telling people to give up on their dreams. Now it's, no, hang in there.
Yeah.
And then you just know people aren't going to win. But your dream is worth nothing. Your dream is worth nothing if you don't have, if you're not the person that needs to fulfill it. Maybe you should go look at something else that maybe you can do. I'm not trying to crush people's dreams. That's not what I'm trying to do.
Where are you going with this?
I know. Even to me, as I'm saying this,
get close to the radio, kids.
It does sound like I'm saying that. I'm just saying you just want to live in a reality. Life is not a journey. Life is life, and it's been around so long before you started journaling.
And we don't get pants on the ground moments anymore.
No. You go back to
or she bang.
Yeah,
because with your pants on the ground.
Yeah, because people used to like to make fun of, and then the goofballs showed up to be made fun of.
Yeah,
right.
Sure, you do. You get the on Bachelor and Bachelorette. You always get the people that show up that are like dressed up as bananas and stuff like that.
Yeah. Okay, seems a little performative.
They're like, I dress up as a banana because I know that this is the way to get your attention, babe.
And what they really know is that they'll get on TV once, and everybody at work will laugh, and it'll be it's kind of fun. Nothing wrong with that. But people liked American Idol at first because Simon Cowell would tell people the time has come to give up on this dream.
The thing is that again, it's just another example of things not being able to end.
Yes. Well, there you go.
Can we just let some things end?
And you're talking about dreams now. What else would you like to end?
The Simpsons.
The Simpsons.
The
There's a
Simpsons
good
needs
one.
to end. Just in general, shows like that go on for too long. And
South Park.
People
perhaps.
over.
Maybe like
people
movies,
over 80 who are
movie
still
concepts.
Yes. I was going to say people over 80 who are in power. Maybe they ought to
Absolutely
walk away.
That doesn't mean they have to
Enjoy
die.
those.
They
By
could
the
just
way,
end their career. Their career
just
could
walk
come
away.
to an end so that because I don't know anybody that is above the age of 70 that understands what people who are in their 30s, their 20s, their 40s are going through.
I'll tell you this: just being in my 60s, I could tell you, they're full of nonsense. Those youngsters.
Exactly, and that's fine. You know what I mean? Like at some point, maybe that's where you get to, and that's where you can go, and that's whatever. But when you're in charge of stuff that has to do with me, and you have nothing to do, you have like no connection with me.
Well, let's get to the difficult question here, because I've been, seeing. I don't know, independent media that's going right for this, so I don't know that I can trust it. And then legacy media that seems to be dancing around it. Has the president been soiling himself while people are around him? Because
That's what they've said. They've said for a long time.
I mean, now just lately now, I'm seeing it's almost like Zapruder film on YouTube. It's like, okay, look at the person behind him, and you see them like, ugh.
They do seem to make little faces. I don't want to believe
Back
that.
and to the left.
It seems like such a.
It seems so easily to be duped, these days with any kind of presentation that has photos or video, or I just never know whether to believe it or
it's
not.
been happening before.
No, I've heard of it. I've heard of
only
it.
evidence?
But supposedly last week or something, there was a moment in the Oval
There
Office.
was a second farter.
Where it's like, they said they had to clear the room. Now, I don't know. I see these headlines.
It was on the gassy knoll.
Hey, you win.
We showed up for work today, ladies and gentlemen.
That's right.
Quite obvious. We came here to entertain you. Thank you.
The evidence is people behind him pulling faces.
Yeah, and they do it at the same time. And I've seen a couple, but they really do come across as like this Zapruder film. Now, if you watch this man's face, you will see. But then again, I don't know what's going on. I mean, there could be a stink bug could have landed somewhere.
Yeah, are they pulling out the coffee grinds? Apparently, that's what they do. Like when somebody uses the bathroom in the hospitals, they pull out the coffee.
Really?
Yeah, that's what they do to
coffee grinds
grounds.
absorb
Coffee
grounds.
grounds. Excuse me. Yes, and then what they do is they put it in the room and it helps absorb the stink and also smells better when you have an accident like that.
Oh, fresh coffee. Oh.
I also read. I knew, number one, Melania doesn't stay there many nights, but when she does, they have separate bedrooms. But now I heard that she has the real bedroom, and he sleeps in what's considered the living room of the.
That's right. I sleep
quarters.
in an easy chair.
Some old people do that because
That's comfortable.
Yeah.
You're not rolling around.
Well, yeah, you get to the point where you could break your ribs if you just sleep on your side. I guess. I don't know. I got to make sure I don't roll over in the middle of the night. Well, I don't know if it's true or not, but given the age, maybe it's possible.
Just stop, everybody. Just stop.
Well, what am I supposed to do? I got a third term coming.
Yeah, he's got to run again in 28. Alex Williams says there's a stall still lingering on 285 in DeKalb.
That's right, and now we got all lanes shut down to clear this one. Eric, 285 northbound, the outer loop, Glenwood Road, exit 44. Hero finally got to the scene. They don't have a shoulder to move this to because it's in one of those construction zones, so with no shoulder, they got to get it out of there. They're going to hold all lanes to do so, and until it's cleared, that heavy delay stretching back to I-675 is going to remain in place. Looks like new trouble in West Atlanta I'm looking for. I-20 westbound at I-285, exit 51. Delay is already stacking back up toward Martin Luther King Jr. Drive. It's about a 3-mile delay there so far. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center. Triple T and Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's morning begins at 95.5 WSB.
Lawmakers gathering in downtown Atlanta to talk about new legislation.
Make your morning commute a lot more tolerable.
Well, the search is on for a suspect after a shooting inside a Family Dollar store in Decatur.
Everything you need to know before you start your day.
Think about whatever you're doing in life, if you can, living on less than what you make.
Tomorrow starting at 5. Wake up with 95.5 WSB.
How Atlanta starts its day.
Summer's a time to feel and look your best, but I'm not talking about your abs or your tan. Hey guys, it's Mark Aram here. I'm talking about your hair. Restore that bald spot, reverse your receding hairline, or add volume to thinning during Advanced Hair's once yearly summer savings event. Advanced Hair's simple one-day treatment begins to regrow your own natural hair the very next day, and they guarantee your new hair will grow. There's absolutely no one in hair restoration I trust more than Advanced Hair. Take advantage of your flexible summer calendar and get the most hair for your dollar. Advanced Hair summer sales event on for a limited time, so get the details and schedule your free consultation today. 470-660-HAIR. One-day treatment, life-changing results. With Advanced Hair, your new hair is guaranteed to grow. Check out the incredible before and afters and take advantage of their best offer ever. That's 470-660-HAIR or advancedhair.com. 470-660-HAIR or advancedhair.com.
The garage door springs that come standard with most homes don't last. And when they fail, it's not just inconvenient, it's dangerous. Hi, I'm Tommy Mello at A1 Garage Door Service. Our springs are the toughest in the industry, backed by our lifetime warranty. That's right. Fix them once and you're covered for life. Don't risk your family's safety or your peace of mind. Let A1 replace your springs before they become a problem. From repairs to upgrades, it's A1 from day one.
A1 from day one. Think you can't afford a new roof, windows, and doors? You can. The Roof Guys at Finley make it affordable with 0% financing and payments starting at just $139 a month. Get started at finleyroofing.com.
You finally got that dream home. Then a pipe burst. Now you're draining your savings to drain the basement, and your other bills keep flooding in. But with HomeTap, you could tap into your home equity to cover renovations, debt, or whatever comes next. And unlike other home equity products, a HomeTap home equity investment has no monthly payments or impact on your mortgage rate. So consider using what you've already built. After all, it's your home. Tap into it. See how much you could get at HomeTap.com.
This is Scott Slade. Thinking about security? Most people stop at a video doorbell so you can watch a package get stolen after it happens. That's not protection. With Loud Security Systems, security means prevention. Add cameras around your home or business, door and window sensors that alert you when someone tries to get in. Monitored fire protection, water leak detection when you sleep or travel. Security is more than a video doorbell. Visit loudsecurity.com because it's time to get loud.
Loud Security Systems. Call 678. Get loud.
The following statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
The human brain is truly incredible. It surpasses supercomputers with over 100 billion neurons that control our thoughts, emotions, and movements. Prevagen wants to keep it incredible. Powered by apoaquarin that was originally discovered in jellyfish, Prevagen is designed specifically for the brain to help keep it amazing so you can continue doing what you love with confidence. Try Prevagen for your brain today.
Everywhere you look, things are getting more expensive. But at Consumer Cellular, we're lowering the price for those 50 and up. Now you can get unlimited everything for just $35 a line. That's $35 a month for unlimited talk, text, and data. Switch to the carrier ranked #1 in network coverage and customer satisfaction and get unlimited everything for just $35 a month. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit Consumer Cellular online or in-store today. Price includes $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. Taxes and fees apply. Data speeds reduced after 35 gigabytes. Rankings done by 2025 ACSI survey.
One more thing on Iran. I would say to people, keep your eyes on the neocons. Because they are going to, I'm sure it's already started. I do the best I can to not pay attention to these things. But they know that we can't win the war this way. And they see what's up. And so publicly and behind the scenes, more importantly, because there's, they got a lot of access to the administration. And, our intelligence agencies and Pentagon are chock full of neocons. they are going to be pushing for boots on the ground. They are going to be pushing for boots on the ground in the next few months in a way, because that's ultimately, to be a neocon, you have to absolutely fail at these things. And with this forever war and a stalemate, they haven't gone to the next logical stage, complete and total failure. That's when you have to put boots on the ground and caskets have to start coming home with American flags on them. And the American people get that feeling after 6 months of dead soldiers coming home. Why are we doing this? And we have to go through that whole thing before every neocon war plan comes to its actual end, its fruition, which is the American people going, I don't know why we followed you again, but let's put an end to this. And the neocons know that this stalemate is just going to go on. And even if the economic pressure or whatever that Trump's talking about now, even if that does happen in 6 months or something like that, it's still going to be a deal. And in a deal is a deal. And each side is going to come out with something. And obviously the neocons don't want that to happen. So I would just say this, keep your eyes on the neocons publicly on the airwaves and on Fox News and CNN. They're going to be pushing for it. More dangerous is the access they have to the Oval Office. And, with this president, who knows, a whim, a mood, the right voice gets into his ear. And, we can end this in a couple of months if we do it this way, which is the sure sign that it won't end that way because neocons always lose wars. I don't know. And the reason they always lose is they have this thing of getting us involved in things that we can't win. And so they're not quite at their end stage, which is all of us being humiliated. And we're not quite there yet because the neocons have not gotten their caskets of heroes, which is always the last stage of realizing that the neocons have yet done it again and gotten us involved in something that we cannot win. And so I'm just saying, just as a warning, watch out, because neocons don't like stalemates. They like us to be humiliated and absolutely lose. And we haven't gotten to that stage yet. And also lose and anybody you hear. Now, there are some people who are such believers, they will do this, but I think it would be the rare thing. Any voice you hear saying boots on the ground, where are your kids and grandchildren? Right there. Are you willing? Not even willing. Are you going to shun your child or grandchild that won't go fight for it? Let's see your children and your grandchildren. Now, some people will do that because sometimes people are in military families and they believe these things need to be done. I'm not saying no one will. But I'm saying most of the voices on Fox News or CNN or radio or podcast, that should be your first thing. Before you send my child or grandchild, let's see yours. Let's see you ponying up your family if this is so important. Because it's another neocon thing, and if we put boots on the ground, there's a 99.9% chance we're going to get a lot of caskets back with American flags draped over them. And at some point in it, we're going to realize this is unwinnable. And we've got to get out of here because that just seems to be the way neocon wars go. And
that'll be the end. Well, that'll be the last one. It'll have to be. We're not going to put up with it anymore.
Well, we just put up with it in Afghanistan for 20 years. They've known since, 2006 that was unwinnable.
I wonder if we don't see a blue wave in November like everybody's predicting is going to happen, then I wonder if that's inevitable, what you're talking about.
Boots on the ground
in Iran.
Probably. It may already be inevitable. The president's the commander-in-chief. And this president, if you come in, the last voice that he liked that he heard and whatever mood he was in. So keep your eye on the neocons because 24/7, that's what they're going to be working on, convincing the president that that's what needs to be done. Alex Williams says there's a crash on I-20 in West Atlanta.
Yeah, that's right, Eric. It's been blocking at least one lane. Tough to see around this corner here, right at I-285, exit 51 on I-20 westbound. They might be getting it off to the side because some of that stacked up traffic's trying to shake itself out, but you're going to be slow as you leave Martin Luther King Jr. Drive. Good news is once you get past that, it's a great ride out into Cobb County, Lithia Springs, and Douglasville. Better news also into Cab. they just cleared that stall. All lanes are now open. 285 northbound, the outer loop at Glenwood Road. Still slow back before Flat Shoals Parkway, and 20 eastbound. You're going to be on and off the brakes through the work zone the whole way into cab from Wesley Chapel Road out to Panola Road, exit 71. Traffic brought to you by Mark Spain Real Estate. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing. Next report in less than 10 minutes from TrustDale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Just call Sweet James at 1-800-9-million. Just call Sweet James, your accident attorneys.
Hurt in a crash? Call the attorneys at Sweet James, 800-9-million and sweetjames.com.
Are you planning a fall wedding? With a venue to book, cakes to taste, and decorations to pick, the expenses can stack up. This month, D. Geller & Son is taking one expense off your plate: the rings. How? For the month of August, D. Geller & Son is offering 0% APR financing for 5 years. Find the perfect match to her engagement ring or dream up something totally one of a kind. Surprise her with something that will take her breath away on your wedding day. And just the same, get 60 months to pay with no interest. Only at D. Geller & Son in Kennesaw and Sandy Springs, and online at dgeller.com.
If you've been thinking about selling your home, now is the time. With a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate, you can sell your home fast and for more than you expect. Choose when you want to move with the Mark Spain Real Estate guaranteed offer. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today and start packing.
If you've been taught that all bread is unhealthy, I'm here to tell you not if it's real bread. Hi, I'm Sue Becker from Bread Beckers with Sue's Healthy Minute. If you're struggling with weight gain, high cholesterol, constipation, even warts, or kids who seem to be constantly sick, come visit us at the Bread Becker store in Woodstock, where we have taught thousands of customers that real bread might be their healthy solution. I have a degree in food science, and for more than 30 years, I've studied the incredible health benefits of real whole grains and bread. I discovered that store-bought bread has had most of the nutrients in the grain removed during milling, and yes, even packages labeled 100% whole wheat. Make a healthy eating change in your life at Bread Beckers in Woodstock. We'll show you how bread, but only real bread, might be the answer to your family's physical ills. The Bread Beckers. Visit breadbeckers.com or our Bread Beckers store in Woodstock.
You could cut the humidity with a knife. This is Scott Slade, and that's August in Georgia for you. Even the national news came to Ragsdale Heating and Air recently and asked them for their thoughts on how AC units are struggling to keep up lately. So, with the humidity combined with high prices of everything, they've decided to extend their biggest specials of the summer off a new Carrier system. And that comes with Ragsdale's trusted 15-year parts and labor warranty. This isn't a third-party warranty. This is Ragsdale's own warranty that's completely bonded in the state of Georgia. You know, things get busy this time of the year with back to school and everything else. So it's good to know you can trust Ragsdale for electrical, plumbing, and insulation services all under one roof. How do I know? I'm one of those over 14,000 five-star reviews, so I know you can depend on them too. I'm still enjoying the benefits from my insulation upgrade years ago. These are great people. Many of their employees have been with them 10, 20, even 30 years. Schedule online at ragsdaleair.com or give one of their friendly customer service reps a call. Ragsdale is the name I know you can trust.
WSB Atlanta, WSBB FM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's news and talk.
News, weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's news and talk.
At 6 o'clock, I'm Bill Caiaccio, news sponsored by the Lloyd Advisory Group. Our top local story, a Metro Atlanta base helps gives the U.S. a strategic advantage during the ongoing Middle East conflict.
In his decades with the Georgia Air National Guard, Major General Konata Crumley says he's seen firsthand how the Guard's role has changed.
We were called a strategic reserve. When the war on terror happened, strategic reserve became an operational reserve.
That change meant their training had to be adjusted with a focus on using the most current battlefield-ready equipment. He says Dobbins plays a key role in preparing soldiers because of the access to that equipment. Right now, airmen from Georgia are in 5 of the 6 U.S. combatant commands. In Cobb County, Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
89 degrees in Atlanta, hot and humid with isolated showers around tonight. When do we hit the mid to upper 90s? Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast coming up. This is happening now. Atlanta police investigating 2 shootings near each other in southeast Atlanta. Captain Jermaine Dearlove says an elderly woman was caught in the crossfire.
Although this appears to be a targeted shooting, the 85-year-old victim is going to be an unintended target that was here at the wrong place. during the incident.
The other victim, 21 years old. The first shooting happened off Browns Mill Road. Then another person was found shot off Lindsay Drive. The victims were both alert and conscious when they were taken to the hospital. A Gwinnett County man is remembered as a hero after drowning while rescuing a young girl caught in a rip current in Myrtle Beach.
Officials say 47-year-old Derek Moore of Loganville went in and was able to get the girl to safety before he was pulled underwater. An extensive search followed, but ultimately his body washed ashore hours later. The father of 4 did not know the girl, and Myrtle Beach's Meredith Denari says he was selfless in a crisis moment.
He's totally a hero. He's a good Samaritan. He went out of his way to save a stranger.
DeKalb County Schools released a statement saying Moore taught at Rockbridge Elementary School and previously at Jolly Elementary. Grief counselors are on hand at both facilities today. Graham Kell, 95.5 WSB.
Atlanta police arrest a couple in connection with the death of an infant. Officers found the infant along Mary George Avenue back in May. The investigation leads to the arrest of 32-year-old James Hayes and 31-year-old Kennedy Ponder. Hayes is charged with second-degree murder and several child cruelty charges. Ponder is also charged with child cruelty. The death toll now tops 100 after a massive earthquake in Colombia. Reporter Lama Hassan says the magnitude 7.4 quake hit about 150 miles west of the capital city of Bogota.
Posting on social media, the governor of Choco region, where the epicenter of the quake is, she says that there are injuries and severe damage to some buildings, adding that they are now concerned about aftershocks. And of course, don't forget that this comes after those recent deadly twin earthquakes that hit neighboring Venezuela that has killed more than 6,100 people.
President Trump today signs an executive order spacing out the childhood measles and mumps and rubella vaccine into 3 separate shots. Medical correspondent Dr. Darian Sutton says this could lead to an increased risk of children missing the shots.
We're seeing the highest number of cases of measles that we've seen in the United States in over 35 years, as the rate of vaccinations among children continues to decline in the United States. More than 280,000 children are currently in kindergarten, not up to date on their vaccination.
The president has long suspected the number or timing of vaccines could play a role in autism spectrum disorder, but major medical groups say no studies show a link between vaccines and autism. Residents in Fayetteville will be paying a little bit more for their water.
The city of Fayetteville announced increases to its water and sewage rates effective August 1st, so customers may notice next month's bill will be higher. In a statement from the city, it says the money from the increase will be used to cover cost of upgrading and maintaining Fayetteville's aging water system. Customers will see a 3% increase.
WSB's Sabrina Cupid reports fees for bulk and yard waste for sanitation will remain at their current $4 monthly fee. It is now 6:04 and the Von Hessler Doctrine continues in less than 2 minutes. Right now it's live team coverage of traffic and weather in the 24-hour traffic center. Here is Alex Williams.
Checking the ride to the northern suburbs, Bill. 75 northbound. It is not too bad. We like to see this through Marietta and Kennesaw into Ackworth. Just some scattered brake lights there. Looks like trouble on 400, Georgia 400 southbound near Abernathy Road. Before you get to Abernathy, right near the North Springs MARTA station, DOT just says they're holding all lanes to clear some debris, so hopefully just a temporary backup there. 85 northbound, on and off the brakes, still out of DeKalb in Gwinnett from 285 up past Jimmy Carter Boulevard. And that red alert continues up in Pendergrass. All lanes completely shut down. 85 northbound before Highway 129, exit 137. Last chance to exit off is at Highway 53, and you can use Highway 124 as your alternate. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast, sponsored by Shoemate, the official air conditioning of Atlanta. Here's meteorologist Christina Edwards.
Hot and humid this evening with partly cloudy skies, an isolated rain shower or thunderstorm possible through the late night hours. Then temperatures tonight will fall to the mid-70s. Tomorrow afternoon, partly cloudy, an isolated pop-up shower or thunderstorm possible, highs in the low to mid-90s. Wednesday, partly cloudy skies with a few hit or miss rain showers, high around 94. Temperatures will climb to the mid to upper 90s by Friday with heat index values in the triple digits.
As we check out Storm Tracker radar right now, a little bit of rain moving off to the east of McDonough. Also some rain on 316 between Lawrenceville and Winder. It is 90 in Sandy Springs, 88 in Douglasville, 90 in Locust Grove. More news at 6:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Correctamundo, Caiaccio. Hour 4 of the Von Hessler Doctrine begins right now. We're joined by Greg Russ.
Hello.
From New York City. I believe that is a communist country now. That's what I've heard. New York City is being run by communists who. So you guys don't have to pay for anything at this point, right? You just go to the store, you pick things up, you go home with it, and it's just what is it from each? How much you can to each, as much as they need, or some kind of.
That's close enough.
What's the communist?
Each according to his need or ability or something.
Each according to his need, and then and each according to their ability, something like that. So are you
It's
out
also
there?
very warm. The collective warmth.
Yeah, well, that's
I'm
because
always
of
warm now.
communism. Yes. So now, do you go out and because you are an able-bodied 40-something dude? I always forget your age. 44. You are an able-bodied 44-year-old. Now, do you go out because from each according to their ability? You need to be out there helping those.
But
are you a good
I have
communist?
Anxiety. I have anxiety and I have gout.
Okay.
So I put in what I can.
Okay, all right.
But this system really works for me.
Yes.
Because I can lay back and be taken care of.
I don't know. You're doing your part. The gout, you just change your diet. How often does the gout actually show up? Because I was wondering that with Shelly. He gets the gout. Shelly sometimes starts taking ibuprofen before he eats something that he knows is going to cause gout. He's got it down.
Oh, he's a shellfish lover.
Oh, is that it? So it's shellfish and meat, right?
Meat, beer, sugar.
All the good
That's
stuff.
my downfall, sugar. But if I don't stay hydrated, that's really the main thing. I just don't like water. I mention it a lot on the show.
Ridiculous.
It's boring.
This
boring.
is ridiculous.
So
Water
boring.
is life. You have to learn to fall in love with water.
Nothing appealing. Even when I'm really, really, really
Come
thirsty,
on.
I don't think.
Oh man, you're making me thirsty. I love water. You
Drink
make me wanna-
Kool-Aid or something.
You really don't like an ice cold glass of just ice
on
water?
a hot summer day? Are you
I
kidding
don't like
me?
ice cold anything. I like a room temp water. I
Even
mean,
when
like
it's
a-
hot in hell?
What a
With
Nazi.
Yeah, no.
Talk about Nazi.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious.
I don't know that I tossed that around.
That's a little harsh.
These
I
are
like
water.
room temperature,
cold water. These are water Nazis. No, I don't know that I would go that far.
Maoist.
But maybe. Yeah, even on a hot day, I was just nothing like nice.
Now, seltzer's even better warm because the bubbles are bigger and there are more of them.
Well, listen, I think that this is like picking a fight with the sun. You're going to lose. Picking a fight with water, you're going to lose. Wouldn't it be better just to kind of have water every day, and then never have the gout? Do you know that it's coming? Like, can you
I
feel
do agree with that,
what,
yes.
do you get like one little ooh, the big toe? Oh, here it comes. And when that happens, can you do something to keep the worst part of it from coming? Or once you feel a little bit of the gout in the big toe or whatever, there's going to be something.
It's a very fine line. It's a very fine line. There's a bit of a tingle at first. Like, maybe I can cut this off. I've got some prednisone. I've got some ibuprofen. Maybe I can stop this. But sometimes it's just too late.
Yeah. So maybe you just stop eating ice cream for breakfast. Maybe.
I just stay hydrated. That's the trade-off. Just
Look,
because I find water to be boring doesn't mean I'm not drinking
He doesn't hate water more than he loves having ice cream for breakfast.
Right.
That's for sure. Are you telling me if I drink some water every day, I can still have ice cream for breakfast?
Correct.
So what does it start in one toe, or do you get it in both?
No, it's usually one.
Okay.
But I had it in the ankle before.
And that feels like ice, not ice, like shards of glass. That's my
It just
understanding.
hurts. It just hurts.
But I mean, is
they
it a
say that. It
throbbing
doesn't
hurt? Is it a
necessarily-
throbbing hurt, or is it like a sharp, glassy, kind of hurt?
It can be both because if you touch it at all, then it becomes very sharp, stabby pain. But otherwise, it's kind of just this.
I don't feel like
throbbing
I have a great diet, and I've never had it. And I drink water every day, but
It's
I'm not.
genetics.
It's not as much as I should. So a lot of it is genetic.
Yeah,
Are you and
I've been on
Shelley
my
related to
grandfather.
each other? Are you cousins with
my
Shelley Winter? Are you in the same
Yeah, Greg,
family tree?
Greg and I are cousins.
You share the gout. But
The
I mean,
gout bros.
It
The gout
seems to
gang.
me like this is something.
That's why I can run for Congress as a black man.
That's right. You're related.
to Shelley.
That's right. You could use it. You could use it in your campaign. It seems to me, talking to you and Shelley about the gout, and I'm not an expert. I'm no gout expert, but it seems to me that lifestyle changes could go a long, long way to making sure that this
Staying
pain-
hydrated. That's the lifestyle change. It's the
and
you bring up
not
the
eating
cream
ice.
for
Come on,
breakfast.
and not eating ice
Well,
cream
the
for
sugar.
breakfast.
So
I've
lower
already
the
cut a lot of
sugar.
the sugar out. Yeah, so the ice cream can stay. The gummy bears, they're not consumed as often.
We
the
did it.
Rolos that
We-
pre-unwrapped, so I don't have to take the foil off.
Oh, man.
Not eating
Oh.
those as much.
Are you beginning to recognize that you came on the show and didn't know that you would be involved in an intervention? Everybody here loves the hell out of you, Greg.
sure do.
But we just feel like your lifestyle. You need to, ice cream at night, maybe once a week. How often do you eat ice cream?
Every day.
Every day.
No, see, you
Okay,
deserve
that's terrible.
anything that you get, and then you come on
not
here.
terrible.
No, you come on here and talk about, I have this fear of death, and at night, and you're eating ice cream every day.
Ice cream by default doesn't kill you.
No, but surely every day it builds. It's not good. It doesn't make it
Builds up
more
like a
likely
toxin
that
in
you're
your
gonna.
body. Just slow poisoning.
I just think that in the
It's like
moment,
taking too much silver when your skin eventually turns blue.
is that what
well,
you're
that
doing?
ice cream. No,
Yeah.
but you've heard of those people who take that.
No, I
liquid
have.
silver.
Colloidal silver.
Colloidal
Yeah.
silver. Does it work?
It keeps germs away.
I mean, as long as I'm turning blue, does it work?
Yeah, well, hey, there's trade-offs.
Is there
bluer the
something
better.
else that can get rid of the blue?
No,
You
you're
can take
done.
Oh well, what's the opposite of blue? Is it yellow or orange?
Well, blue is the mixture of
No, blue
yellow.
is a base color.
Is blue?
Yeah.
Yes, it is. RGB.
So yeah. So
But I've
what's
said a
the-
lot of dumb things today.
The opposite.
Get it out of the way
color
on a
wheel
Monday.
Is what
Yeah.
will cancel that out.
Hold on, just 1 second. I have to let people know that I know how dumb I've been today. Thank you very much. It's important to me. Self-awareness is important to me.
What other things do you want to address?
A yellow is kind of
Okay.
directly.
I was thinking
across
of
from
what
blue.
is yellow? Blue and green?
No, green is yellow and blue. Yellow is a primary color.
Yeah,
Oh,
yellow,
man.
red, and blue are
Have I
primary.
mentioned how stupid I have been today? Have I mentioned
No,
just
if you
how
look at
dumb
if
I
you look
am
at
on the
the-
major? How come there's two different things with colors? There's RGB and there's another one.
That's more
C-
electronics.
Cyan.
CMYK.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
That's
Magenta.
cyan, magenta.
I might as
yellow,
well.
black.
I might as well learn things today because I obviously brought nothing to the table as far as having any facts or knowledge about anything.
Don't forget Roy G. Biv.
Yeah, well, I get confused, obviously, when it comes to the colors. You know what? I'm done with it. They're all primary colors as far as I'm concerned.
You know, I like that. What a stance.
They're all
What a
equally
stance.
important. I'm not prejudiced against the lesser colors like the rest of you.
It is unfair.
But
to some of those-
RGB is red, green, and blue, and the red and the green go together. That gives
Yeah.
you the yellow, and that's directly across from the blue.
Red and green don't make yellow.
Yeah,
What
it
is it?
does.
Red and green?
I'm looking on the
Well,
chart
you
right
said
now.
that laughing, but did you know that for a fact? What
Red
does
and
make
green do
yellow?
not make yellow.
Right. Yellow and blue make green.
Okay.
Yellow and red make orange.
Well, you're an expert.
Red
Is
and
this-
blue make purple.
This sounds like a Schoolhouse Rock.
Well,
song.
that makes sense because of the political thing. A purple state, red state, blue state,
Yeah.
purple state is the one that has.
Hey, are you just figuring that out? Good job.
Yeah, I'm a teachable monkey. I think that's
Well,
one of
what
the.
is this model I'm looking at?
I don't know. It might be an expanded Pantone thing. I don't know.
AI says
That's what
yes,
I'm saying. When it
red
com-
and green make yellow.
See, when it comes to the colors,
What are you
strangely
talking
enough,
about?
there are a lot
In
of
RGB,
disagreements.
The additive
No,
color
it makes
model.
brown.
It says here, yes,
All right.
red and green make
What did
yellow.
you write? What was
Although-
your prompt?
Although there's no doubt that this is some of the most fascinating radio in the history of the medium. I think we're just going to have to just say we don't know.
It's
Red and green do
light.
not
It only happens if it's light.
Okay, so that's the light spectrum.
Yes.
Yeah, you
As
have to know there's
opposed
a
to
difference
the-
between light and actual color theory.
As Autumn did, and if we all would have just shut up, she could have taught us all
I
this.
could have taught
I feel
you,
like
but
a
right off
fool.
the top.
I'm sorry, Greg.
don't listen to the dame.
Oh, look, we were all right.
No, we didn't
and
listen
we
to
were all
Greg
wrong.
either. Yes. You know what?
I was
Isn't that the way
correct in
life
the light
is?
model.
Yes, that is how life
I think
is.
Monday is too early of a show for everything to go sideways at 6 o'clock. We still have 45 minutes left.
We
This
can
is when
rebound.
it does go sideways.
All right,
isn't
I'm
it?
going to go get a cup of coffee, and we're
These
going
are
to
the
bring
real conversations
No, I'm
people
here.
have at the bars. They sit there and they talk about
I
the different
tell you,
colors.
red and orange make green. I don't know.
Let's talk about
Only
brown, you
on the light
dumbass.
model, you idiot.
more color talk when we come back, guys.
Of course, this is
Color
fascinating.
commentary.
Alex Williams says 20 West is slow through West Atlanta.
Yeah, Eric, all due to a lingering crash on I-20 westbound, right at I-285, exit number 51. At least one lane has been blocked, and that is the reason for that rough ride back in Martin Luther King Jr. Drive, exit number 53. We got to turn our attention to the south side. Brand new travel advisory. A car is on its roof. It's flipped over. I-75 southbound travel advisory. This is at Central Avenue, exit 239. Only one right lane is open. That ride is going to get real bad real quick. So I'd go ahead and consider using I-85 southbound or Highway 54 to get you down to 285 and south toward Forest Park. This report brought to you by the Georgia Aquarium. From incredible animals to an iconic brand, explore it all at Georgia Aquarium and World of Coca-Cola. Just steps apart and under one deal. Get your combo tickets at AtlantaIcons.com. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
You can count on it.
You can try and plan for it.
But sometimes it gets the best of you.
Multiple left lanes blocked, quickly impacting you as you leave the airport.
When it stops you from getting where you need to be.
Atlanta's most trusted traffic team gets you there.
Now we've got our second crash of the morning on I-85.
The most up-to-date traffic reports from Atlanta's most trusted traffic team.
Only a right lane open.
Every time you listen. Triple Team Traffic.
95.5 WSB. How Atlanta gets there.
Your time is important, and my friends at Cars for Kids respect your time. Hey, it's Shelley Winter. Cars for Kids offers quick, hassle-free pickup of your old vehicle. Just fill out the easy online form in minutes, and they'll send someone to tow away your unused car. You've heard the jingle. You know these good folks. Cars for Kids is hands down the fastest and easiest way to get rid of your old car. Do a good deed without wasting time. Go to carsforkids.org today. That's cars with a K.
Georgia Power is here to help businesses save with quick efficiency tips, like converting exit signs and other lights to LEDs and scheduling yearly building inspections now so you can find ways to save right away. We're here for you so you can be there for your community. Visit georgiapower.com to get started.
Hair Volume from New Nordic will make your hair look thick and healthy. Available as a tablet or a delicious gummy, Hair Volume is available online at Amazon and NewNordicUSA.com or in the hair care aisle at your local CVS.
When it comes to defending your rights, experience counts. George Stein, the DUI lawyer, has a winning track record over 3 decades with hundreds of contested jury trials and complicated cases. Make the smart choice. GeorgeStein.com.
Life moves pretty fast, doesn't it? One day you're carrying a baby through the front door for the very first time, and then suddenly you're teaching that same child how to drive. The truth is, those meaningful moments in life don't happen at a stadium, on a stage, or at a 5-star resort. They all happen at home. Hi, this is Candace from Excavations, and have I got a tip for you. Did you know the average homeowner stays in their home for at least a decade? So when considering a remodeling project, ask yourself, what will I still love 10 years from now? For nearly 30 years, Excavations has helped Atlanta homeowners create beautiful outdoor living spaces, stunning exteriors, energy-efficient windows, and lasting home improvements designed to make every day a little more enjoyable. Because when your home looks better, works better, and feels better, life feels better too. If you want a remodeling experience that's on time, on budget, and stress-free, visit exovations.com. That's EXOVATIONS.com.
Tim went to the movies, and you were telling me that they have, it is interesting to me that all of these celebrities declare themselves as environmentalists and they love the earth and everything. But exactly what are we going to do with all of the Moana and Supergirl popcorn buckets? The bespoke popcorn buckets that were made, and there was Supergirl. They made one for Lobo as well, right? With a big
he's riding his motorcycle.
Yeah, and so
you can
nobody
send
goes
them to Africa, like the team that loses the World Series, but they make the shirts that say they won. They just send them to.
Well, they need to because they he went to see Paw Patrol.
Paw Patrol, the Dino movie.
And not alone. He brought his 5-year-old.
Thank you for clarifying. Trouble.
But you said that they still have them there, like that people are going to request that popcorn bucket.
Yeah, and my son reached out and grabbed the Supergirl and goes, I like Supergirl. I want that. I go, no, you're not getting that.
All the stuff.
Hey, it's not from the movie. He likes the cartoon.
Can't be heroes?
He likes the
Interested
cartoon.
in that.
All this stuff. Going to my point with all these celebrities and Hollywood people who love the planet. All of this stuff is going to end up in landfills.
Yeah,
it's what's going to happen.
You can't recycle.
You're just recreating all this stuff, bespoke for each individual movie that comes along, popcorn buckets. Well, guess what? If it's not Dune or something like that, they're not all going to sell, and they're going to end up in landfills.
I still don't understand the collectible popcorn bucket. I don't get that.
Yeah, you're going to use that at home.
It's
I'm not going to use that.
It's selling. I
put it on a
Keep
shelf.
your old bones in it.
Every day. every show, it seems like I point out, you got to be able to make money off of dumb people. Like you're there. Like, let's say you're really excited because the second part of Dune came out or whatever, and in the moment you convince yourself that you want to pay extra for this stupid Dune bespoke popcorn bucket. And then, what do you ever do with it? Maybe if you've got a green thumb, you plant something in it.
No, it's part of your podcast set.
Ah,
movies.
That's right.
And you got the shelf behind you. And, that
And you
gives
put
you
all
cred.
your little popcorn bucket. Yeah, because he's seen
And
all
all
these
three
movies.
listeners say, man, this guy knows what he's talking
knows what he's
about.
talking about.
Legit. Or she's legit.
He's had the popcorn.
Thank you, Jared.
Hey, you're welcome, Autumn. I got you.
Should
It's
we
got
just
the
say
giant worm
they're
from
legit?
Dune.
They're all legit.
They're all legit.
Yes, that would be
They're
correct.
all God's children, and they're all legitimate. You know, if somebody ever, I believe that if someone makes you feel less than legitimate, whether you do it physically or in your mind, you just kind of give them the middle finger and move on with your life. And there's
I
somebody.
think they should be jailed.
Yeah.
That's my take on
Thought
it.
crimes.
Going through your whole
Punishable
life
by
trying to get people to kind of play along with your thing. It just seems exhausting.
Yeah, it is.
Exhausting. It's like, hey, okay, so you're just not somebody I'm. It used to be how we found out if we wanted to hang out with somebody. Their rhetoric. It doesn't seem like somebody I'd like to hang out with. It never occurred to us to educate that person. Like, hey, you might be. Hey, you could have the stuff that I might want to hang out with you someday, but there's some changes you need to make. Let me give you some.
I got some feedback.
Number one. Stop assuming everybody's a man. They're not,
I have problems with who you vote for.
Yeah. Change your voting patterns.
Yes.
And also some other things. It used to be just like, that guy's got bad breath. I don't think I'll go around him anymore. We didn't go over and say, hey, you need an Altoid. We just said,
But you would offer one.
Yeah, well, even then, that's kind of aggressive.
Yeah.
Well, you find a way to do it. Like you take one and you just say, hey,
Hey, anybody here? Yeah.
Like the Bosnian guy that used to work at Bob Evans, that just one day he miraculously had deodorant in his locker.
Oh, yeah, because it was a new culture.
Yeah.
It was a new culture, and they probably been through
Did
the
he use
ravages of war for the preceding 10 years.
I think he got the message.
Cultures are different about things
Yeah.
like that. Some people find that stinks. Like all the stuff that we put on our bodies.
Of
I'm
course.
sure
I love
we walk
fragrance.
around smelling like chemicals to other people.
Yeah, I love chemical fragrance.
Are you a cologne man? You put on cologne?
I have some. But do I
Well,
wear it?
I have none, but you do. How often, like, if you're going out to say, like, if you and your future wife, maybe one day, go to like an
Yeah, it's
opera
not
night.
for her.
When you're going out for the opera, like, do you put a little
It's for other
dab,
people.
dab of
People I don't
cologne?
know.
Will you answer me on opera nights when you're going to the
Oh
opera?
yeah,
Do
for
you-
opera night I would, yes, because I would put on a nicer clothes.
Yeah.
And I would put on a dab. Or
Have
two.
you ever been to an opera in your life?
I have.
And-
a magic flute.
Now, was this like when you were a kid and it was like school trip kind of thing?
It was in college.
And
at the
did you
Fox Theater?
Did you enjoy the magic flute?
Yeah, because I had.
Hey, you have a dirty
good
mind.
teacher.
Yeah, so
I'm asking Greg a question. Did you enjoy the magic flute?
I did. I
Thank
did.
you.
he sure did.
What is the magic flute? Is that what's that about?
Isn't it Mozart?
It is. It's his only opera.
Okay, and what? So a flute is magical and it makes magical noises and everybody's happy. Is that what
Yes.
happens? Is this the
Yes,
magic
there's,
flute?
There's princesses and princes, from what I recall.
Is it like the Nutcracker, but not around Christmas?
I think there was a bird catcher. I don't remember I really don't remember the story.
Did you like the
I don't know what
songs
plot
when
is.
people were singing, about, directions to the nearest place and song? Did you like that?
That's not what opera does. That's a Broadway musical.
No, they sing everything, don't they? In an opera, everything is sung.
Yes, but
That's the
Depends.
difference between a musical and an opera.
Yeah,
Musicals
but
have that
the subject
awkward
matter also.
there's also
musicals.
something called recitative.
Yeah, I knew that. musicals always have that awkward moment where the song ends and just for a moment people don't know how to act. Like the song's over, so a lot of times they'll do this big song, like a West Side Story, and then the way they end it is everybody goes, hey! They don't know what to do because it's weird to break out in song while you're talking to somebody.
Or they pose. They know how to pose. They put their hands on their hips
And do that
puff out
breathing.
their chest.
But with opera, everything is sung. So even if there was an opera where you had to tell me directions to the nearest bank, you would sing it to me, right? Thank you.
You will take a left.
Yeah, but the subject matter is much deeper. The magic flute, I
That's
think, had a
true.
giant snake in it.
Oh,
They weren't singing about the
that's what Tim was.
directions to the bank.
That's what Tim was laughing
That was
about.
my favorite.
Yeah, they were
The
dealing with
magic.
the giant snake.
Yeah, and the flute.
Sometimes in the middle of the play or opera,
Yeah.
you couldn't tell the two apart. Alex Williams says there's a rollover. Wow. Oh, a rollover crash on 75 South in Hapeville.
Yeah, unfortunately so, Eric, and only one right lane getting by where they're trying to clean up this car that's still on its roof, 75 southbound. Right at Central Avenue, exit 239. You're already stacking back up toward Cleveland Avenue. I-85 South, getting past the airport, is going to be your best alternate. Unfortunately, looking for trouble even south of that on 75 southbound. Below Forest Parkway, might have some new trouble there. And it's been a left lane crash bogging you down in West Atlanta, 20 westbound at I-285, exit 51. Traffic brought to you by Reliable Heating and Air. Stop paying for expensive heating and air repairs or home warranties. Get a reliable protection plan for just $14.99 a month and enjoy 100% parts and labor coverage for any age, system, make, or model. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Summer's a time to feel and look your best, but I'm not talking about your abs or your tan. Hey guys, it's Mark Aram here. I'm talking about your hair. Restore that bald spot, reverse your receding hairline, or add volume to thinning during Advanced Hair's once yearly summer savings event. Advanced Hair's simple one-day treatment begins to regrow your own natural hair the very next day, and they guarantee your new hair will grow. There's absolutely no one in hair restoration I trust more than Advanced Hair. Take advantage of your flexible summer calendar and get the most hair for your dollar. Advanced Hair summer sales event on for a limited time, so get the details and schedule your free consultation today. 470-660-HAIR. One-day treatment, life-changing results. With Advanced Hair, your new hair is guaranteed to grow. Check out the incredible before and afters and take advantage of their best offer ever. That's 470-660-HAIR or advancedhair.com. 470-660-HAIR or advancedhair.com.
Want to hear a shocking statistic? Medical malpractice is the third leading cause of death in America. Don't believe it? Google it. And that doesn't count serious injuries like birth injuries to perfectly healthy children. All doctors wear white jackets, but it doesn't make them all the same. Most medical errors are committed by the same quacks over and over again. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Many hospitals looking for more profits are forcing doctors and their groups to be employees of the hospital or be forced out of their system. It's a troubling trend in medicine. People make mistakes, but medical mistakes are huge and often forever. If you believe your child suffered a birth injury or a misdiagnosis or mistake led to a loved one's death or injury, let our team of medical malpractice lawyers examine your case for free. No recovery, no fee. Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com.
Morgan & Morgan, Atlanta, 191 Peach Street, Atlanta, Georgia. Thou pound law. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.
When it comes to your roof, think of Finley first. Finley Roofing, the roof guys. Hard to forget, right? That cute dog Rufus, yeah, always roofing about 0% financing. But here's what really matters when it comes to your roof. Dave Baker here. Behind the roof is Georgia's highest quality, highly rated, most trusted roofing company. Finley has thousands of 5-star reviews. They've truly mastered the roof replacement process. Schedule your free roof analysis right now at finleyroofing.com.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic. 95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 6:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News sponsored by Mark Spain Real Estate. Our top local story: an elderly woman is in the wrong place at the wrong time after a shooting in southeast Atlanta. Police say she was an innocent bystander.
The shooting happened off Browns Mill Road. Officers responding there, they found a woman in her 80s with a gunshot wound, and nearby a 21-year-old was also shot.
Although this appears to be a targeted shooting, the 85-year-old victim
is going to be an unintended target. I was here at the wrong place during the incident.
Atlanta Police Captain Jermaine Dearlove says both victims were taken to the hospital and were alert. Police are still looking for suspects as the investigation continues. Keith Gromo, 95.5 WSB.
90 degrees in Atlanta. Isolated showers around the next few days. Wind to heat index values top 100. Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast with meteorologist Christina Edwards is coming up. A Metro Atlanta school teacher is remembered as a hero after sacrificing his own life to save a young girl caught in a rip current in the ocean off the coast of Myrtle Beach, South Carolina.
He was able to get her to safety, but the rip current did pull him out to the ocean, and he unfortunately drowned due to that rip current.
Myrtle Beach's Meredith Denary says 47-year-old Derek Moore did not know the girl he saved. Moore taught at Rockbridge Elementary School in DeKalb County. DeKalb police are investigating after the body of a 70-year-old woman is pulled from a small lake in Ellenwood. She's identified as 70-year-old Joanne Howell, who was the subject of a Maddie's call last week. She was reported missing on Friday. Investigators are trying to determine how the woman died. Fire crews were called to the small private lake in the Misty Lake subdivision early this morning after reports of a possible drowning. As the conflict in the Middle East continues, military leaders are touting the value of Dobbins Air Reserve Base in Cobb County. Colonel Diane Patton, commander of the 94th Airlift Wing, says the base is a global training powerhouse.
It is one of the most complex, highly utilized, and strategically vital joint service installations in the United States.
Officials say access to the latest equipment is critical as global threats evolve. Georgia airmen are stationed in 5 of the 6 U.S. Joint Military Command regions. One person's in the hospital, another is arrested after an accidental shooting today at the AutoZone on the south side of Conyers. Police say both are employees at the store. The employee responsible for the shooting is charged with reckless conduct. An ambitious artificial intelligence project from the most valuable company in the world.
The AI chip maker NVIDIA partnering up with some of Wall Street's giants, Goldman Sachs, BlackRock, Keystone, KKR, Brookfield Asset Management, and Apollo Global Management, which will invest a collective $500 billion to build new AI infrastructure projects. NVIDIA says the venture will offer computing power to every industry and to every country. I'm Bloomberg's Tom Busby for 95.5 WSB.
The Trump administration is extending a waiver to a century-old shipping law in an effort to keep fuel costs down. The White House announces a 90-day extension of the Jones Act waiver, allowing certain foreign ships to transport products between U.S. ports. It applies to commodities including gasoline, diesel, crude oil, natural gas, and fertilizer, as energy prices remain high amid the war in Iran and disruptions in the Strait of Hormuz. The nation's health secretary, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., announces today 2 proposals meant to protect our food supply. One requires manufacturers to notify the FDA when determining a substance added to a human or animal food is generally recognized as safe.
The proposal will give the agency greater visibility into the substances that are entering our food supply.
And the other is the federal government's first proposed definition of ultra-processed foods. It is now 6:34, and it's time for live team coverage of traffic and weather. And in the 24-hour traffic center, it's Alex Williams.
2 active on the south side, Bill. Travel advisory through Hateville. Rollover crash, only a right lane open. 75 southbound at Central Avenue, exit 239. Delays back to Cleveland Avenue. You can use I-85 southbound as an alternate. You can also use that access road, but I'd expect that one's going to get pretty slow as well. Once you get past that, another crash into right lane, 75 south below Forest Parkway, exit 237. That's slow in the ride back to I-285. And been dealing with a left lane crash on the West Freeway, 20 westbound at I-285. That's the reason it's been a slow go of it from Martin Luther King Jr. Drive, exit 53. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast with meteorologist Christina Edwards.
Hot and humid this evening with partly cloudy skies, an isolated rain shower or thunderstorm possible through the late night hours. Then temperatures tonight will fall to the mid-70s. Tomorrow afternoon, partly cloudy, an isolated pop-up shower or thunderstorm possible, highs in the low to mid-90s. Wednesday, partly cloudy skies with a few hit-or-miss rain showers, high around 94. Temperatures will climb to the mid to upper 90s by Friday with heat index values in the triple digits.
And we are tracking a few showers now on Storm Tracker radar in Metro Atlanta. Some rain in the southern part of Cherokee County. Also, Beaufort and Brazelton seeing some rain. And a heads up if you're traveling on 316 at this hour between Winder and Athens, some heavy rain right now in that area. It is 86 in Noonan, 90 in Midtown Atlanta, and 90 in Dunwoody. More news at 7 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Better prices, better views. Oh, hey, Georgia homeowners. I didn't see you there. It's Ray, founder of Window Comfort, and I got a message for you today. You have about 60 days. Yep, that's it. Before long, Georgia mornings get colder, your furnace starts running, heating bills start climbing, and everyone who waited until the last minute starts calling window companies. Don't be one of them. The truth is, your windows are either going to keep the heat inside or they're going to let your hard-earned money drift right out. Most homeowners don't realize how much comfort and money they lose through old, inefficient windows. That's why we built Window Comfort differently. We go factory direct, no franchise fees, no bloated markups, and right now we're running buy 2 windows, get 2 free, plus free installation and no payments for a full year. So don't delay. Go to windowcomfort.com and get your no-pressure estimate today.
Better prices, better views. Window Comfort, meant just for you. Window Comfort.
George Stein literally wrote the book on DUI defense in Georgia. Let him represent you. GeorgeStein.com.
Attention men, are you suffering from ED or PE? Here's an important message from Choice Men's Health.
I'm Dr. Katz, and I'm the Chief Medical Director at Choice Men's Health. Are you performing the way you want to in the bedroom? If the answer is no, and you've tried Viagra, Cialis, and Levitra and were disappointed, then you need to come see us immediately. If you don't see results on the first visit, then there's no charge. Many of our patients have medical conditions such as diabetes, hypertension, obesity, and prostate problems. I'm happy to say that we have 98% success rate with all our patients. Our customized solutions will allow you to perform within 10 minutes and last an hour and even longer. You can regain your love life and tackle your ED and PE problems. Guys, your partner will never complain again. Our clinic has the most affordable prices, so if you visit other clinics and you're not completely satisfied, then you need to call Choice Men's Health.
Regain your love life regardless of your age or medical history. Choice Men's Health guarantees results on your first visit or you pay nothing. Call now. 404-400-1170. That's 404-400-1170.
Greg Russ, since we have you, I think I should take this opportunity. I should thank you because as a Bills fan, I didn't pay anything for that new stadium. And as someone who doesn't give a damn about the Bills, you live in New York State, so you had to pay for it. And so,
well, I'm happy. I'm just sorry it's not that good of a stadium, apparently.
Well, that's what the whole TikTok thing is. I think most of the people who went there enjoyed it, but there do appear to be some seats. I mean, this did cost a lot with bad views. But I mean, how many ultimately? 20?
Like 9 or 10.
9 or 10 out of 60,000?
Yeah, those jumbotrons. That's like the TV I had in my house in the 90s.
Yeah, apparently they're small. Yeah, it's like, But listen, and, their first scrimmage there, Josh Allen threw 4 interceptions. Look, I'm not blaming the new uniforms. What I would be an idiot to do that. I don't know. With the Falcons too. Watching the Falcons getting ready. The problem with the scrimmages is that there's always something to feel bad about. If the defense looked really great, then your quarterback threw a bunch of interceptions. If your quarterback and the wide receiver did nothing but score during the scrimmage, do we have to worry about the defense? I try to ignore this time of year for your fans. Well, I'm just saying, you don't know what a good day looks like. What does a good day in scrimmage look like?
Yeah, you also don't know what they were working on.
Yeah,
so
and it could be
a
that
reason he threw that many.
Could be that they're throwing stuff like that. But
they're probably trying to show looks for both sides too. So like if you're on offense,
right.
When you're in training camp, you're showing looks for the defense.
Well, also,
look for this
all
tendency.
of these things that are public, they don't want the Falcons. Who do the Falcons play first?
We play the Steelers first.
Okay, they don't want Pittsburgh to see anything that they're doing. The Bills have to play Houston first. Houston's beaten the crap out of them the last 2 years. So they don't want them to see anything. So what are you even seeing? It's very difficult when you're a fan of a football franchise this time of year because, first of all, the only people paying attention are the local beat reporters and the YouTube shows and their job is to tell you how great things are.
Oh, yeah.
Everything's
wonderful right now.
Boy, people are bonding in the locker room. Yeah, they've been doing that for the last 30 years. Hasn't been getting me anything as a fan.
Some of the things I've read, I'm like, the Falcons are going 16-0 when you read it. It's like, no, they're not. They're not.
But the thing is, it's all about clicks, right?
Yeah.
It's all about
Absolutely.
if right now you want to be optimistic about your favorite football team, so you're not going to be stupid if you're playing the YouTube game or the TikTok game or any of that. You want to tell people what they want to hear. I see it all the time with the Falcons and the Bills because I follow both of their, I like the Locked On thing. They have pretty good people on the Locked On Falcons, Locked On Bills. And those are usually a little bit more X's and O's, but all the other ones, it's always like this new signing changes everything. Does it, or is it probably just some guy I'm never going to hear from again? Because usually, how many years do you have to go through that as a fan of a football team or any franchise? I'm sure it happens during spring training for baseball lovers and everything.
Oh,
as well.
baseball, it's always like a prospect. It's always like this prospect has all the tools to be Mike Trout, the next Mike Trout or whatever.
Well, that's a ridiculous thing because in baseball, you never know. It's like that's why teams don't tank at the end of the season because the number one draft pick in baseball, it's like, I have no clue.
Yeah.
Could pan out, probably won't pan out.
Yeah, you have no idea. But at this time of year, I definitely know with NFL teams, it's just you got to take it with 8,000 pounds of salt.
Yes,
you do. It's just like there's no, hey, this is great. Click me, and I'll tell you why we're surely going to win the Super Bowl this year.
And they need that salt in Buffalo because it's an open air stadium and all the snow.
It melts.
People are down on that. I think it's cool. I'm glad they did an open air stadium.
Now,
football
the idea is
the
that,
elements.
Yeah, and that's always been a bit of an advantage. So you want to keep that. Now, the difference is the days of seeing people being hired from the community with shovels those days are over because there is enough of a top that I think it's like 80% of the seats. If it was snowing while you're in there.
You're not going to get that wind off the lake like you used to.
Yeah, so it's not going to be but the players will still have to play in it.
Mm-hmm.
The crowd is pretty protected, and I think it's real grass, which, hey, Arthur Blank, I don't understand this. I don't these billionaires who own these teams. You're spending now, it's getting to like, what are the latest running backs? Remember a couple of years ago, it was like, oh, nobody will pay a running back. Saquon Barkley was lucky to get $15 million or whatever. Now they're paying him $22, $23, $24 million.
We just signed Bijan Robinson.
Yeah, exactly.
$75 million extension.
And then Gibbs 24 hours later in Detroit got that plus a little bit more. When you're spending all of this money, why wouldn't you spend the money for real grass fields? Because you're less likely to lose. I looked it up the other day. Achilles, because it just didn't seem to me like when I was growing up. Now, the sports world wasn't the way that it is now. When I was growing up watching football in the 70s and the 80s and early 90s, we didn't have all these outlets that you have now. But it seemed to me, I was like, man, and I went to AI. I was like, are there more Achilles injuries now than in the 70s and 80s? And the answer is yes.
Why?
Well, some of the explanation is a lot of people are training in different ways. The athlete can actually do more. So the athletes are actually in better shape. So they tend to put more pressure on these. But another thing is that if the fields were grass, you're less likely to be put in these situations, I think. A lot of the Achilles injuries happen without anybody even going near you. It's just how your foot went.
They had different turf then, too.
Yeah,
it was a different type of AstroTurf.
Right, and that was awful.
Awful.
That was awful.
Yeah,
that was
so bad.
That was a thin carpet on concrete.
Okay.
That was awful.
Yeah,
and then they have this new stuff. I can't remember what it's called that has the tires that are torn up inside of it that are supposed to give a little bit, but just make it. I mean, you got to. At least the Bills did that. But I would think if you're a billionaire, they don't want to spend the money tending the grounds and all that. But all this money that you're spending on players getting hurt all the time.
Yeah, you want to protect the players.
Why wouldn't you do that?
It makes a lot of sense, and also
for your own self, not protect the players because you're a good guy, but because it's an investment of millions upon millions of dollars, and they're gone for the year. Got to pay that guy $24 million to sit.
And Mercedes-Benz Stadium looked a lot better with natural grass than it does with the turf
because they're
they have in there.
multi-use, though. At these stadiums, so many of them are multi-use. They do concerts, they do other events, and that's one of the main reasons, too, is they don't know how to protect the grass.
Can't you just put boards over it? I mean, can't you just put boards down over it?
I don't know enough about that and if it will survive or what. But outside of the cost, like you said, they're being cheap about it, too.
Yeah.
They proved they could do it during the World Cup.
They did it for the World Cup.
Atlanta United, because of the World Cup, has not been able to play at Mercedes-Benz. And for all of the teams that had games on turf that was changed, they had to have like 6 games in a row. We're like in a road streak now of games on the road until they get the normal grass back in
Right.
place, and it's just ridiculous.
Well, the normal grass isn't grass.
Yeah.
Till they get the fake stuff
Get the
back
turf
in.
back in, yeah.
It's something I get it. The reason the NFL is so powerful and rich is because they don't waste their money, I guess. But it just seems to me that you're wasting your money if you're paying somebody $30-some-odd million a year. I guess quarterbacks don't usually get these injuries, so we won't put them in
Well,
there.
the cynical
but
side
receivers
is a
do all
bargaining
the
chip.
time.
Yeah, there you go.
Cynical side is a bargaining chip for a future contract negotiation.
Are you saying like teams like the Bills would be putting this stuff in to get free agents who are in the middle of their
No, but like the owners, like, all right, we'll give you real grass if you concede this point with the players
right.
union.
But it's been going on for a very long time. So I think that you're right, that eventually it will go down that way, but it probably should have already happened years ago. All right, that's our sports talks. Alex Williams says 75 South is jammed getting past the airport.
Yeah, it's all through Hateville, Eric, where they're trying to clean up this rollover crash. Only single file in the right lane. That's how you're getting by. 75 southbound at Central Avenue, exit 238. Delays back to Cleveland Avenue. You can use 85 south as an alternate. DOT's also been working this crash in the left lane on the West Freeway, 20 westbound at I-285, exit 51. Keeping you on the brakes from Holmes Drive and southbound into the city. It's improving. 75, 85 south, just a little bunched up. 17th Street down past North Avenue. Traffic brought to you by Air Conditioning Specialists. Ready for summer? Call Air Conditioning Specialist. Get a professional AC tune-up for just $59. Call 478-COMFORT. ACS. Your comfort is our specialty. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the Trustdale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Topical.
And then it hits me, and I'm like, this is a freaking AI lady.
Local.
Green's resignation is going to shrink the Republican majority in the House.
Getting you through your morning.
How does that work?
Mark Arrow.
You've got to be kidding me.
Mark Arrow.
Tomorrow at 9 a.m.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
The foods we eat can be downright bad for our health. This is Sue from Bread Beckers with Sue's Healthy Minute. I have a degree in food science, and for more than 30 years, I've been teaching the truth about real bread. Not the stuff you buy at the store. I'm talking real bread made with freshly milled flour. When you buy bread from the store, take a look at the ingredients. Enriched flour means that the nutritious bran and germ has been removed to improve the shelf life. Then a few B vitamins and iron are added back to replace the multitude of nutrients lost. That's not enrichment in my book. And today, that label may even read contains bioengineered food ingredients. Food should never be bioengineered. At Bread Beckers in Woodstock, we can teach you how to make real bread loaded with fiber and nutrients. A delicious, healthy, affordable solution that can improve your health and change your life. Visit breadbeckers.com or our Bread Beckers store in Woodstock.
As Ragsdale Heating and Air recently shared on the national news, AC units are really struggling this time of the year. This is Scott Slade. So, Ragsdale's decided to extend their biggest specials of the summer off a new Carrier system. And that includes Ragsdale's own trusted 15-year parts and labor warranty. And it's good to know you can trust Ragsdale for all your HVAC, electrical, plumbing, and insulation services, all under one roof. How do I know? Well, I'm one of those over 14,000 five-star reviews, too. Go to RagsdaleAir.com or call them. Ragsdale is the name I know you can trust.
Men, if you're suffering from ED or PE, you're not alone. Most importantly, you don't have to live with it. Priority Men's Medical Center restores men's love lives in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, even when Viagra and Cialis don't work. Here's Dr. Simovitz, specialist in men's health.
Priority Men's Medical Center's painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. 98% of patients see instant results right in the office.
Men are now lasting longer than they ever imagined. And the best part, at Priority Men's Medical Center, your consultation and first treatment are free. Qualified patients even get their testosterone checked free. Call 404-885-8885. 404-885-8885. Take control of your love life. Call now. 404-885-8885.
Here's the deal. The government is over $38 trillion in debt, which means the IRS isn't slowing down. And the tax code is complex and unforgiving. So it's not surprising if you're one of the millions of Americans that owe back taxes to the IRS. Unfortunately, they're the world's most powerful collection agency, with the ability to garnish your wages, seize your bank accounts, and even take your home or business. But don't be stressed or worried any longer. We're Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm. We have resolved solved over $3 billion in tax debt for our clients. Our award-winning professionals deal with the IRS every single day, protecting our clients and preparing them for the best possible resolution. For tax help you need, for tax help you can trust, give Optima a call today.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
I'm consumer investigator Dale Cardwell.
And I'm Monica Pearson. Dale and I have worked together for years, first at WSB, and today helping you find Georgia's best companies and sharing why they're the best.
Monica, one of the first companies I researched and recommended is Amco Transmissions and Total Car Care. For more than a dozen years, they've consistently met my 7-point standard and honored my Make It Right guarantee. And I know you believe in Amco just as much as I do.
People who follow my advice literally stop me on the street and thank me for referring them to Amco.
We all need mechanics we can trust for correct diagnosis, efficient repair, and fair price. Not just for transmission repair, but engines, brakes, check engine lights, and so much more. Call the locally owned Amco near you.
And I know their nationwide warranty protects you everywhere.
That's AA.
MCO.
Proud supporters of iPaw Rescue, a nonprofit founded by legendary business activist Carl Icahn, where 100% of donations go to saving dogs' lives. That's AA MCO.
What's meant by an extraction shooter game? I don't do games. Extraction shooter. Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Well, this is you guys should know. It's
bunch of hostages. You go in and get them.
I think you have to fight your way out of someplace.
You go
George.
into the game, you collect a bunch of stuff that benefits you inside the game. You've got to make it to the waypoint or the helicopter and extract all of these items.
There you go.
But this one's a little different.
Yeah, this is called Bravo Ready 1, I believe.
Yes.
Or BR1, BR1 Infinite. So on this one, they're figuring out a way to get people to gamble.
Yeah, so you can
inside the game.
You pay $1 to respawn. So that's when you play, you die,
and you get
so
it costs you $1.
It costs you $1. But if you get kills inside the game, you get $0.25. So if you get 5 kills, you've made your money back plus 25 cents.
Okay, and then is there also other levels where you can pay up to $5? And the idea is basically at some point what they're saying, because they don't want to say it's gambling, they're saying is you can get paid for your kills.
Yes.
And the first thing I thought when I saw this is, well, this sounds to me like some sort of desperate angle, and this is never going to work.
It does seem gimmicky.
Whatever you say, hey, we'll pay you to play our game. To me, it's like, okay, you're hoping to corner a market real fast and then pull the rug on these people and then charge or something. Hardly ever works. But then as I looked in deeper, it seems like, no, it's more of a gambling thing. You put money up, and then there are odds, and then you can actually get money or lose money.
I think there's an aspect. So if somebody gets like 100 kills and they've got a big bank,
right?
If you kill them, you get a portion of that bank,
But you're putting up money.
Yes.
And like in most gambling, most people are going to lose that money, and some people are going to win that money, and the company will get most of the money. But here's
sounds
the
like
thing.
those freemium games that came out for a while. Remember?
The freemium thing. Except that it wasn't gambling.
Yeah, but you didn't win anything.
Right? You didn't win anything exactly.
So here's the part of it though that will be very difficult. I think it's something that the company's going to have to deal with. It's like what the NBA and the NFL are dealing with. Once you get involved and there's gambling involved, well, everyone knows that there are people who are really good at cheating at these games.
Yeah.
So, and my understanding is that I don't play any video games, so I don't know that world very well. It's a near impossibility for a company to get rid of all cheating. I don't know why that is.
There's always glitches. They're always having to,
Right.
basically every week there's updates on games that are played with regularity.
Now,
There's an
how is
update
it
every
now?
week.
Because like when my 28-year-old was 12, he was always buying these magazines with cheat codes. I never even understood. It's like, why do you play the game if you have a cheat code?
Now you download a software that like Perfect Aim, and you just don't. You click a button, it kills a guy because it knows
and
where
that
the
could be
guy
applied
is.
to this,
Yes.
right?
So they're going to have anti-cheat.
So the question is whether they can actually monitor and enforce the rules around cheating. Once people are putting their money on the line, they get a lot more.
I think you're right about though. It's just going to be a little flash in the pan.
You think?
They'll
Yeah.
make some money and then get out.
But will they end up being
can you
sued?
play at all without paying?
No,
Like,
I think
can
you have
respawn?
to. Maybe I don't know. Maybe they give you 1 life or something like that. But you have to pay to play.
Well, look, the Discord server has nearly 40,000 members, and right now you have to be a special person to be able to play. So they're starting out with a good pool.
Oh, a beta, huh? They've only got betas
yeah,
on there.
only got betas on there right now. And they have this twist. They had this twist that got this host, who never has played a video game in his life, to talk about them. So, who's the idiot?
Come on, join up.
You never played a video game in your life?
I mean,
NASCAR.
That's not. I consider that like virtual reality.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to drive a car. I never tried to win.
Oh, you never won? You never
No,
played to win? Oh, okay.
No, I never played to win. I just like, hey, this feels like I'm on Daytona, like
Okay.
that, like an experience. All right, that music's telling us two things: shut the hell up and get the hell out. And you know us, we do what we're told. We're good citizens that way. Shelley Winter is up next. He's got a great radio show for you, as usual. We're going to come back tomorrow at 3 p.m., do another one of these big radio extravaganzas. You're all invited to join us, but until then, continue on your journey. Don't piss off the genie.
656 Trustdale.com traffic center. All lanes being held right now in Hateville, trying to clean up this rollover crash. 75 southbound at Central Avenue. You can use 85 south as an alternate, and way up in Jackson County in Pendergrass, 85 north still shut down with a crash before Highway 129, exit 137. Use Highway 124. Traffic brought to you by Mark Spain Real Estate. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start backing. Alex Williams, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Money update. From WSB consumer expert Clark Howard. Sponsored by Reliable Heating and Air.
I got so many questions from people freaked out about if the stock market is going to absolutely take a giant drop. So what is it you should be